What's up, Solidus? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's up? What's good with you? How are you?
Man, good, good. Solidus, good. What's up, Ashley Knuckles? What's good with you, my brother?
Good, good.
Hold on, what did you say, Ashley? Is this Ashley Knuckles? Oh, he said his mic ain't working. So Ashley Knuckles said his mic ain't working. He says, yo, IBFP, been calling you out for months. Clown Nello is a duck. Benavidez puts belt to ass. What is this? All right, we got another Ashley Knuckles?
Hey, somebody's on here impersonating they black daddy, man. Come on now.
What the hell is
Stop.
going
Look,
on?
they want to be me, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's when you get famous, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? When you're infamous and famous, people want to be you. You know how it go, Noob.
I guess this is what famous. So
We
actually,
we got an imposter on the show. Oh
oh
my
my
God.
gosh. So if you're not the real Ashley, who are you, bro? Who are
That's
you?
probably the one that left that message under my name and people thought it was me.
Yo,
Fake. Yeah.
what's up?
Who are you, bro?
Don't matter.
Oh,
What?
it's the Latin Ashley. Oh my God. Boy, look here, my mini me is in the house. Hey, mini me.
What's up?
So you said you've been calling me out for months. Clown Nello's a
Yeah.
duck. Benavidez puts belt to ass whooping, and you're a Canelo fan. So I guess you're the fake Ashley Knuckles. Fake Ashley. What did you really want to say? Do you want to repeat that for the people? What do you want to say? You want to say Canelo's a coward? What do you want to say exactly?
Yeah, Canelo's a coward. Like, he's scared of Benavidez. He's never gonna fight Benavidez.
This sounds like Eduardo Tamayo. Is this Eduardo Tamayo? Is this Blouse?
Maya.
Who?
Maya.
Ashley, what is with these dudes, man? Is this
Man,
Southpaw undercover? Like, who is this?
look here, man. You know, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of fans I got out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Noob. Shit is getting weird. It's getting real spooky right now.
I'm a little. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. At first,
Listen,
I thought
man.
it was Hit Kid or somebody. I was like,
Listen, I don't even use this word, but I'm flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? I'm flabbergasted.
he said flabbergasted.
It's
Oh man, what?
unexpected. Unexpected.
It is. It is. Let's dig
Hey,
into
Luke.
the
How you doing?
topics, man. Good, good. Fake Ashy Knuckles. Do you got anything else you want to say, Fake Ashy?
No, just say hi. Sorry.
Oh, appreciate it, Max.
Hello?
Yeah, Fake Ashy.
No, sorry. I was just.
Hold on, hold on. Let me get this Fake Ashy Knuckles sorted real quick. Fake Ashy, are you still there?
Come on, man. Speak up, fake Ashley. Come on now.
Yeah, well, he gonna have to get the fuck up out of here if he can't tell me nothing. So on with the show. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I would the real Ashley Knuckles please stand up? Like, I've never seen people try to, like, that's the next level meat riding. Like, you want to be Ashley Knuckles that bad? He said your black daddy is in the building. Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's real weird. You know what I'm saying? That's real weird right there.
That's weird. That's weird. Now, Max, solid as Ashy. The first thing we got to touch on is Juicy Eddy Reynoso. I got a lot of hate for the video I put out. You know, I got a lot of hate, got a lot of people mad at me. And I just want to talk to you guys about it.
Why they hating?
Does Eddy Reynoso need to be investigated? Let me start with Solidus T, because Solidus T, I respect Solidus because Solidus always keeps it solid for the most part. Sometimes me and Solidus don't agree, but Solidus, does Eddy Reynoso need to be investigated?
Yes, sir. This keeps happening. It's like multiple fighters. What's troubling me is now I told you before I was a Hami Mugia fan. I thought he was talented. I'm actually upset, to be honest, low key, because I feel like this would have never happened to him had he not worked with him. I'm actually low key upset about that. So I believe he needs to be investigated. There's obviously something wrong going on over there. And I think yes. So to answer the question directly, yes, he needs to be investigated.
Now, Solidus. Now, my brother, the boxing realm, made a comment here, and I just want to read it to you. He says Eddie Reynoso is not responsible. It's whoever the strength and conditioning coach is, but also whoever is doing the drug testing as well. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like it's a different circumstance with Eddie Reynoso? Because Eddie said, "Hey, he don't give people foods or nutritions or none of those advice. He just trains."
Nah, man. I feel like Eddie. I mean, that makes sense. However, I feel like he would oversee everything since them guys are in his circle of fighters he trained. I feel like he will oversee that. So I gotta hit Eddie with that. Gotta hold him accountable. It's like a nigga that committed a crime and got busted. Gotta be held accountable. That's how I'm looking at him.
So it's like, look, man, you were in the car, you knew what was going on, and you did nothing to stop it. So we got to hold you accountable along with everybody else.
Yeah, this is multiple fighters that he's training. This has happened to. That's very suspicious. I don't know. I don't know any other way you can look at it.
I
Okay.
couldn't look at it some way
I
because someone broke it down. They told me like if you look at the strength and conditioning coach that we're working with, it kind of like solidifies it because of that. Other than that, it was like yeah, most of them other people like some people are just like saying Ryan Neary, but these people kind of popped after like their stunt with them and shit like that. So a lot of people like saying Ryan and shit, they really don't know like the whole backstory because he wasn't even with Eddie and shit. That was like years after.
Now let me go to Max Guzman. Max, does Eddie Reynoso need to be investigated?
you know, I want to say I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna try to make this a kind of small, quick story. So it's funny when Canelo got popped. Before was it after or before his fight with Triple G? My brother-in-law and I were talking about like like the comparison between Chavez Senior and Canelo as far as who's the goat, and he made an interesting point at the time, and maybe a lot has changed since then. But he says that although he respects Canelo, he does not see him as the goat or the greatest of all time in Mexico because of the fact that Canelo did all that. And at the time, I was like, well, I understand his feelings towards all that because he grew up during Chavez Senior's time. So the reason why I say all this is to answer your question. I say yes, but it's also kind of hard to say. I don't know, man. It's a tough question for me. I say yes for sure. He needs to be investigated because one fighter, I get it. Okay, shame on him. Two, okay, there's something going on, but now three, four, five, there's a pattern going on. Okay, yeah, he needs to be investigated. I mentioned this because I want your opinion as well as do you think that in this case, like being on this subject, if all these guys who are popping dirty, let's say they start breaking records, start making history, start winning titles, does that now solidify them as maybe not the greatest, but above among the greats with or without the whole popping dirty, because I was having this long talk conversation with my brother-in-law. Maybe you can help me out a little bit, Nuke. I hope I made sense.
Yeah, you did. You did. This is an interesting thing for me. For me, my whole thought. I know Ashley Knuckles is next, and I know he's going to have a whole completely different theory about this. My whole thing is, I respect Eddie Reynoso. He's done a lot for the sport of boxing. He said he doesn't give these guys any supplements, food, nothing. And even Munguia and his team said that as well. Some people believe that Reynoso's involved. Some believe he's not. But my whole thing is Eddie Reynoso should want the investigation to clear his name. So people can be like, okay, Eddie, let them in, let them look at everything, let them do everything. Say, look, I got nothing to hide. I ain't did nothing wrong. Why am I being blamed for something I'm not doing? But like Solid has said, where there's smoke, there's fire. So we'll see. Ashley Knuckles, what do you think about all this?
Well, I I hold him accountable on the strength that, for one, Eddie Reynoso is a big name. He's a big name in boxing. Two, I understand he said, he don't deal as far as with the strength and conditioning coaches or the nutritionists, anybody who could give him, anybody else in the camp that could give it to him. But the thing is, they're not saying their names. They're putting his reputation on the line. Therefore, even if it's not coming from him, being that his name is being brought up in a situation and he's not, he should be firing people, replacing people. People should be up out of that camp if it's not coming from him. So I feel if the first two people that popped for him, if that shit just would have been, a second thought, then maybe I would have give Eddie a little leeway. but he's not firing anybody. He's not replacing the people that he could be getting. They fighters could be getting these things for. So, being that they're not saying their name and they putting his reputation on the line, I feel he's the one that's not tightening up. So I feel like you say, if there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay, so now actually, you did say, I think in the comments, did you say the whole camp is dirty or another one? What did you say in the comments? Do you remember what you said? Actually, is everybody dirty and
I
on
said,
Team
I said
Canelo?
the whole camp. The whole camp, any fighter in that camp that's having a fight need to be tested.
Okay. Do you feel any different about Canelo Bud now because of this all of this controversy? I mean, two fighters associated with Eddie Reynoso this year have popped. Are
I'm
you
gonna say,
looking at this saying we need to look at the Canelo Bud fight differently, or do you feel like no, Canelo's been clean all these years? He's the most tested fighter in boxing. He's proved he's not an issue. Do you want to look at that differently, or you feel like we still good on that?
no,
Luke, actually,
I would
sorry.
say this. I would say this, being that I am labeled as a Canelo hater. I would say this. I'm not. I wouldn't say any kind of blame or any kind of side I should be going at Canelo right now because, like you say, he's been clean ever since the first situation. But if anything pop up after this fight, then I feel it should be some kind of fine, some kind of sanctioning, some suspensions or something. Something should be going down. Eddie Reynoso shouldn't be able to manage anything for at least 2 years, maybe three. It's just on the fact that so many
Well,
of his
that's
boxers have
different.
popped dirty.
Now, before we go to Money Brown, welcome my brother. Money Brown's a real stepper, by the way. So if you don't know now, you know everybody subscribe to Money Brown TV. That's my brother from another mother. I just want to read this real quick. This is from Cletus Knuckles. He says, "Mr. IBFP, my son loves your channel. I'm sure he does. He's here all the time. Shout out to Cletus Knuckles. Cletus Knuckles also says multiple fighters have tested positive for cocaine under Team Benavides as well. Are you holding them to the same standard, son?" So he's
Yes,
talking to you, Ashy. Are you
yes,
holding Team Benavides to the same standard that you're holding Team Canelo?
of course, of course, I will hold him to the same standard. But the difference is, cocaine don't help you in the fight. Steroids do. If anything, the cocaine is hindering you. So you should be losing even more, being that you got those type of drugs in
Bro,
your system.
I
So
find
Well,
I
I
I
don't
mean,
find
even
if
this
you
consider
geeked up on
cocaine and
coke
different.
in
steroids
the
the same.
fight, that's a dangerous thing because some of those guys can't be knocked out. Drug addicts are some of the hardest
Yeah,
people to
and
beat up.
your heart also could give out on you.
It
You
could.
being in that ring swinging and going 12 rounds on
It
cocaine.
could.
So I feel it's a big difference compared from steroids to cocaine fighting
And
in the ring.
steroids can induce heart attacks as well. So no drug is safe or without fault. It's just saying, just like your father Cletus is saying, you got to hold everybody to the same standard.
But think about it. That's like somebody asking you who would you rather fight? A cokehead or would you rather fight a steroid head? You're gonna pick the cokehead before the steroid head.
Because typically the steroids is going to have you juiced to the gills in a
Exactly.
better position. I
So
feel
yeah,
you.
like I said, I don't push that fact out the way that cocaine's been found in the camp. Of course, yeah, if you get caught with illegal substances in your system, then yeah, you must pay the fine. You must face got to walk the plank. But other
We
than that, I still think steroids is worse than cocaine.
we just made history here. Clavo has finally, for the first time in history, agreed with Ashy Knuckles on that point. This has never happened before.
Never
Clavo
ever.
is in agreement
Shout
with
out to
you, Ashy
Clavo. I'm gonna
Knuckles.
be nice today, man. Shout out to Clavo.
Oh man. Let me go to Money Brown real quick. Money, what's good with you, my brother?
What's going down, my brother? My Lord, can you hear me, Abby?
I can hear you, my brother. I can hear you. What do you think about this Eddie Reynoso situation, my brother? Are you feeling like he needs to be investigated? How you feeling?
Well, this is why I feel like he don't need to be investigated, right? And I know what everybody got their picks and got their vision. I'm not mad at nobody looking at the situation because they say, hey, it's his camp. There's fighters after fighters after fighters after fighters. But like my man say, if a fighter walk in and he on some bullshit, like we gotta think about it. Eddie Reynoso not going because each fighter is getting caught for different things. So there's no way people are telling me Eddie just got a performance is full of bullshit for each fighter. You know what? He got caught for this, so I'm gonna let you take this. He got caught for that, so I'm gonna let you take this. Like, no, you can't make me believe that, bro. Like a trainer is a trainer. That's like saying Derrick James is he got to be held accountable for Ryan Garcia. I know people saying, well, it was only one time with Ryan and this and this. Well, all these fighters only got caught one time. Like the fighters, it's not like they got multiple charges on them. The fighters that we're talking about. So you can't hold Eddie accountable. Second, Eddie is not a sociable dude, right? Only time you get interviews from Eddie is when Canelo got a fight. If you do an interview with him, he'll talk to you. But he's not like the cat that's always in the camera. So when people be like, "Well, Eddie need to come," not to you, IBFP. Eddie need to come out and clear his name. He need to say this. He probably looking at it like, "Look, man, this is not my doing." So like, sometimes you don't need to say shit, and because if they're going to investigate, they're going to investigate anyway. You know what I mean? That like it's not what people think. Like if the boxing, if they feel like, hey man, something's going on over there, they want to go over there, they're going to investigate. You know what I mean? And people forget that Canelo cleared his name, but by people just hating on Canelo so much, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about nobody up here, because every time Eddie fighter get caught, we never heard the name. All you heard, Eddie Reynoso on Canelo camp got popped again. They never say the person name. They never hold the person accountable. They don't go do their research. They don't go see how long this fight has been with Eddie or what was going on. It's just that Eddie and Canelo, Eddie and Canelo, Eddie and Canelo. You know what I mean? So I'm not telling people not to look over there. I get it. I feel what y'all saying, things of that nature. But if I'm a trainer and fighters just coming in, we don't know what's going on, right? And then it's Mexican fighters, so he definitely don't know what's going on. Like, but he's going to look out for his countryman, right? You need a trainer? Come on over, I'll train you. I don't know what's in your goddamn system, but on fight night, if your ass get busted for something, that's on you. You know what I mean? You fucked up your money, you fucked up your name. I don't think it should be on Eddie Reynoso that, hey man, all because people ain't even doing that research on the fighters. They just the fight. If you ask them what did they pop for, and what was the limit, what was this, you got to do the research on the whole fighter. What did he have in his system? What does it do to you? Because a lot of people keep saying steroids. A lot of these things they taking ain't steroids. Some of them are legal banned substances, but some of these things they taking ain't steroids. You know what I'm saying? It ain't HGH or that high power shit that sends you out there. A couple of them probably have, but a lot of this shit is just certain shit that some things that found in food. Who knows, bro? I'm not making no excuses for no fighter. Your ass test positive, you deal with the consequences. But I don't think no coach should be held accountable for what a fighter do. If you, like you said, if you ain't the strength and conditioning coach, so
But
that's my
Money
I got
Brown,
you.
No,
but
no
let
disrespect,
me ask him this,
no
Money Brown.
disrespect, but his
Being
mic is
that
a little bit
being
too
that it's
low.
Eddie Reynoso's reputation that's on the line, being that this is not like I could see if it happened maybe once, twice, or maybe three times, but this is multiple times.
I mean,
If my
hey,
if
look,
my
look,
reputation is on the line, I'm gonna take some kind of extreme measures that whatever fighter come to me, I'm gonna make sure they're not on his juice. Why? Because
Ashley.
that's gonna mess me up. That's gonna
Okay,
tarnish
this
me
this
in history
but
when it
but
comes
how,
down to
how
boxing.
can I
this
make
is
sure
what
you're not
gotta
on
change
dude,
though.
bro?
This is what gotta
let,
change,
let,
guys.
let,
This is
let,
what
let,
gotta
let,
change.
let, let- hold on. Let me try it. I can't like if I was to walk into a gym that my brother IBFP he training fighters, right? If I was to walk into that gym and I'm training, there's no way IBFP can look at me and say, "Hey man, your ass is on something. You got
He
whatever in
can,
your system."
he
Hold on,
can.
wait a minute. No, that you can't, brother, because you don't know what.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
what
look, but this
you don't know what's in the system, right? Clenbuterol, this. You don't know what it is. Sometimes they find something that should be a low trace. So when you train it, you can't just automatically look at somebody and say, "Hey man, you want something." No, you can't detect that shit. You got to piss in a cup. You got to send it to the lab. You know what I mean? And then things of that
And
nature.
and
Training,
and
that's
this
where
is what
that's
Eddie
I'm
not
and
talking
that's
that's
not
about.
what
Like,
Eddie could
watch.
that's
do.
not that's
Look,
not
look,
his
look, look, look,
job,
look,
bro.
look.
But
First of
He's a
all,
that's what
first of
trainer.
Eddie
all,
could
this
do
watch,
if he
watch.
don't
That's
want
not
his
his
if he don't
job,
want
bro.
his
It,
reputation
That's
tarnished.
not
He
his
can
Hold
make
on.
his
job.
fighters take
Hold on.
drug
Hold on.
tests.
Let me play the advocate on this real quick. Let me play the advocate on this real quick. Look at the snack program. Just to bring up something in comparison, the snack program where Victor Conti, he's not a trainer. He founded the snack program. This guy is a convicted felon. He works with tons of boxers, and he had, Willie Monroe pop dirty, snack athlete. Luis Ortiz, snack athlete.
Shane
Andre Berto,
Mosley.
snack athlete.
but what
Shane
is he?
Mosley
Isn't he
Jr.,
the
snack
supplement
athlete. So
guy?
he had multiple snack athletes pop dirty, but he had a multiple other athletes that are clean, like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Terrence Crawford. Do we, and Virgil Ortiz, Caleb Plant? So do we start looking at this and saying, look, are we going to, go at Eddie Reynoso, a guy who's a trainer who's supposed to not issue supplements, or go at a guy who issues supplements,
And that's what.
who's a convicted felon and who had over five, six, seven fighters pop dirty, but and works with the majority of boxing fighters. I mean, I don't know. It's a
True.
question
And let
that
me
you
tell you
really have
something,
to
Nuke.
start
Let me
asking
tell
And,
you
and
something,
yourself.
what's
Nuke.
the
Let me tell you
investigation,
something. Because look,
Ashley?
you're true.
What's
Because
what's the
at the end of the
investigation on
day,
him?
wait up, no money. Let me tell you. Because at the end of the day, it's true. When John Jones be popping dirty pistons, I'm not looking at Carlos Condit, Holly Holmes, everybody else piss is fine. He's the only one pissing dirt. So we can't throw the coaches and shit too. And you're right. the supplement guys, the guys that everybody they pop, they're always it's tainted meat or tainted supplements or some shit. Victor Conte had fighters test under his shit too when they were taking shit or something, right? But he had fighters, so it's not like I'm trying to bash at a coach and shit. Like I'm not trying to bash at a coach, but if there's someone that's working with these fighters, like a strength and conditioning coach or a guy that gives them supplement, they gotta go, bro.
Let me go. Let me go to Big E, man, because Big E hasn't got in on this. What's up, Big E?
What's good with you, man?
Man, hey, man, I was waiting on you to say, hey, yo, hey, whatever what's your line again?
Hey,
Oh my god.
listen.
Hey,
Hey,
listen, hey,
listen.
listen. Talk to me,
Hey,
Big E.
but
Does Eddie Reynoso need to be investigated? Are you feeling some kind of way about Uncle Eddie Reynoso, Juicy Eddie? Or are you cool with it?
man, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was getting ready to have a rebuttal for Monty Brown because we live in this world where what I mean you're guilty by association. If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, damn it ain't a mongoose, right? So at first I was just like, you know what, man, this shit keep happening. It's keep coming out his camp that different fighters are getting tested positive for PEDs. And then Newt, you came in and made a good damn point. I can't even fucking argue against. So fact of the matter is that Victor Conti, even though he has got criticized, I don't want to kind of overlook that. There has been criticism his way about him having a fucked up reputation for having fighters that's been caught with PEDs, but the criticism hasn't been as loud enough as it has been for Eddie Reynoso. And I'm a firm believer that you have to keep the same energy. I don't care who it is, right? And you made a good point with the fact of the matter is that Eddie Reynoso is a coach. And Victor Conte, he's responsible for making sure that these guys are in tip-top shape. So I mean, you made a good valid point, man. I was getting ready to come and chime in and just be like, nah, fuck that. Eddie Reynoso, he should be held responsible. Newt, you came in, you killed my point, bro. So I just want to get you
I
that, bro.
respect that. Hey, hold on, man, and shout out
Can
to
I ask a
everybody.
question?
Hey, listen. We trying to spit facts over here, man. Let me
Hey,
go to my brother Steel Mills, the one and only Steel Mills, and still, I want your take on this Eddie Reynoso thing. But before I get it, I just want to say this one thing because I know you and Ashley Knuckles were arguing the other day, and so something came across my desk. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Something came across my desk, and I was like, oh man, Callum Smith came out today and said he was never offered the David Benavidez fight in Saudi Arabia. He only mentioned he wanted to make the fight, the Team Benavidez. The number Eddie was talking about was from the PBC and was less than what I got for Joshua Buatsi. So he's saying he only got an offer from the PBC that was less than Joshua Buatsi, and it was never a fight in Saudi. It was only a fight in the U.S. And I'm sure that you want to pick up on that Ashley Knuckles
that
situation with that.
almost
Oh,
definitely because
it ain't nothing to pick up on if he never got offered the mo. If he never got offered the
well,
fight, listen. If he never got offered the fight from Turkey, and PBC sent him an offer. I mean, shit, bro. Like at that point in time,
so why did
you
his
got to call
managers?
it.
So why did his managers say that Turkey offered him the money? They declined. So Anthony Yarr picked it up because he was like, it happened within 48 hours. It was real fast. So
That
why
is
would
true.
he say that? Why
That
would
is
he
true.
say that if Turkey didn't offer?
That is true. Eddie Hearn did say we got made an offer to fight in America. The money wasn't enough. Then we got offered to fight in Saudi, and the money wasn't enough. So Callum Smith is saying one thing. Eddie Hearn is saying another.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say,
man. I really ain't got
I
no
remember
opinion
Jerome.
on it if we being real, bro. If Turkey never sent that man an offer and the PBC sent him an offer, bro, and he said he rejected it, that does look funny style.
Yeah.
That
I'm
definitely looks
saying
funny style.
it could be miscommunication between him and the man. I remember Gerard Bush Ennis said the same thing. Remember, where he should have been, more in tune. But his manager, they didn't tell him about the offer that he got, and he took all the backlash. Not saying if it was true or not, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but I'm just
Hmm.
saying, Jerron Bush Ennis with Eddie Hearn was in the same situation like Calvin Smith is saying, So maybe the manager know what he's looking for, It's like, you know what, that ain't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, then the manager always got to check with the fighter and see, hey, bro, is you willing to take this or not? Like, it shouldn't be on the manager to say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, he's not going to accept that. So, what if it's true or
Mm-hmm.
not? You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
I mean, I definitely agree with you, man. I mean, shit, man. Bro, it just looked funny. It looks funny style right now on his behalf, bro. It honestly does. You could be right, but it does look funny style. I honestly ain't even got. I'm gonna need a little bit more details. Otherwise, Callum Smith out here looking funny style. And I
But
can't wait to. I can't wait to throw shade at David Benavidez, man. But if this shit pans out, then nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah.
Hold on, Mills. Before we keep going with the David, I just got to check you. And I've been calling him Juicy Eddie Reynoso. Pause. Let me just pause on that one because a lot of people are taking that the wrong way.
Horrible.
Pause. But does Eddie need to be investigated, Mills, or are we looking at this situation wrong? What's your take on all this that's been happening?
I personally feel like, all right, it ain't. All right, so let's do it. Let's look at it from this paradigm, man. We all know we ain't got long with Canelo Alvarez. He's about to ride off into the sunset. More than he's going after he concludes this Saudi deal. Let's just say it's a wrap for this dude, and if not, maybe a year or so later. Canelo is out of the picture. Who do you have to, what do you have other than Canelo Alvarez being in your stable to attract you to your stable? Nobody. You're not going to have anybody to attract you to the stable. Nothing that will outweigh the allegations that's brought up against you in the now. So I would, if I'm Team Reynoso, I'll find out a way how to get out in front of this. Yeah, if you're innocent, yeah, by all means, fuck it. Yeah, investigating. I think he should be investigated, but and if he's innocent, and I'm not a big fan of that, just it's automatically the trainer. Just like I think it's unfair how every fighter in that camp gets popped dirty, then it's somehow Canelo's fault or it's somehow Reynoso's fault. I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, if I
Fighters come
was,
fighter, they have their own nutritionist or whatever, man. They have just Eddie's just simply there to train them. But
if
it does look bad on his behalf that a lot of your fighters are popping dirty in camp. So I see both sides.
exactly,
I'm not just gonna indict him. But I am gonna say, bro, after Canelo careers concludes, you're gonna have to have something to attract other fighters to your stable that outweigh the allegations that are being brought up against you. So if I'm him, I do find I get aggressive with this investigation, and
if I
I'm
was
willing to allow people to come in and investigate. Yeah, that's how I feel about it personally.
if I was Eddie to keep my name out of the papers and out of the news, what I would do is, if you want me to train you, I will request for a drug test, just so I know my
Hmm.
fighter is clean.
Yeah,
That
we need to
way,
start with the
if you come into
monitor.
camp clean, I don't have to worry about you getting my name being put as far as in giving you any kind of steroids.
Hmm.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you one.
but why the other fighters not doing it with Victor Conti though? It's like it ain't stopping no other superstars from. And Victor Conti, nobody reputation is way more worse than his, right? So
Well, I
what's
mean,
keeping the other great fighters
Why?
for them to
Because
keep?
Eddie Reynoso had two fighters pop dirty within like what, between 6 months of each other.
yeah,
So,
well, I mean, you look
so
at
let me
Victor
ask y'all
Conti
something.
has a
Hold on,
sketchy
hold on.
past, but his
Let me ask y'all
past
something
isn't
though.
necessarily on it. You
Let
shit,
me ask
man.
y'all.
What fighters is popping dirty up under Victor Conti in recent history? You
Hold
know what
on,
I'm
Mill.
saying?
Let me ask y'all something, Mill. So just let that add up though. Like, do that even sound right? Like, let's be realistic here, bro. If I had a fighter pop dirty, do it in the same year. Do you think I'm going to give another fighter something to pop dirty again, right? And then
Hmm.
why the finger is pointed at the motherfucking culprits? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
people are making Eddie Reynoso the culprit, but what's going on with the fighters that getting popped dirty? Why they not being investigated? Like,
I, I,
investigate them. Hold on, investigate them down to the T, right? Script their ass down to they dirty draws and see what's going on. And if Eddie Reynoso is doing something illegal, it'll come from the fighter. So let's not forget to put the finger on who really supposed to be blamed here. A lot of people, like I say, it's a and I'm not saying nobody on the panel, but it's a disdain for Canelo and Eddie Reynoso, and I'm seeing every channel out here. I'm like they saying, oh, another fighter popped dirty. Okay, what fighter, right? But they say Eddie and Canelo. They know Eddie and Canelo got a fight, big time fight coming up, right? But
hmm
my thing is, if a fighter is walking into your gym, bro, I hear what Ashley Knuckles saying. That's not a trainer's job to go test him. But my thing is, script the fighter down, get his ass, investigate him, right? See where the shit coming from, And trust and believe me, bro. If these fighters are getting shit done, sir, if these fighters are giving things to them, giving things from Eddie Reynoso that's fucking up their career, and they gotta take the hit, but Eddie is flying sky free. There's nothing happened to him. It ain't. It's only gonna be so many fights that's gonna hold out. So that's another thing. Like I don't believe it's Eddie giving them shit. You know what I mean? So
I
scripted
don't believe
fighters,
it either.
let's see what they doing. Yeah, then we can come back with this conversation.
I
Well,
don't disagree with none of that, man. But we also got to take into consideration, man. Public. What's the
Perception.
public perception is everything. You're good looking out. Public perception is everything, man. You can't go against that. As fucked up as it's gonna be, it can go against you, for you, morally. But if a motherfucker, if the public eye is on you in a negative manner, it's really gonna skew a lot of work coming your way when it comes to training these fighters, man. So I don't think Eddie Hearn. I don't think Reynoso is fucked up. I don't think he's doing nothing facetious or nothing, man. But we can't ignore a lot of his fighters in his camp popping dirty. Yeah, go ahead and investigate him, man. If he's on the up and up, be willing to concede to whatever demands that the public has. All right, cool. Yeah,
what?
year round
Why
drug
don't
testing and all that.
Wait a minute, Mills. Wait a minute. What about this? Wait about when USADA said that a lot of these supplements guys are taking are tainted. And when you look at the
Hmm.
supplements, if I go to a Chick-fil-A, for example, I go to a Chick-fil-A and I buy a mac and cheese. Did you know that in some mac and cheese, there's like anywhere from 30 ingredients in a fucking mac and cheese, all them different
Hmm.
chemicals? So imagine all the chemicals that's in a supplement drink or protein. Look at the back of your bread. There's like
Hmm.
multiple ingredients. If you get one of the salt packets from McDonald's,
Hmm.
there's 3 ingredients in fucking salt.
Hmm.
It starts making you wonder if you're putting chemicals in all of our food, all of our drinks. There's a
Hmm.
ton in our supplements. At what point do we start saying, "Hey, what's going on here? Is it deeper than that, or am I
No,
tripping?"
it's not deeper than that. I've been saying this for some time now, man. I don't think everybody who's popping dirty is doing it to gain a competitive advantage, bro. I don't think that. I think a lot of they'll take some over the counter medicine for a headache or whatever the case may be, stomach problems, and it may be some sort of whatever's in that concoction that's banned in the boxing realm. That's how I think that's what's going on with a lot of. I mean, shit, man. Who was that? Luis Ortiz when he popped dirty?
Yep.
It was for the heart disease. It wasn't necessarily because he was trying to get an edge over his
Yep.
opponent. It was
Blood
because
pressure meds.
yeah, I'm fucked up in the game right now. So I don't think all these fighters pop unless it's an extreme case like Jarrell Miller. I don't think these dudes is popping dirty like that. Just with the, not popping dirty yet, but popping dirty with the intent to have some sort of edge over you in a fight, man. So I don't indict all these fighters just off rip. I need more detail, like descriptive detail, man, because it's just too much that you said that's being chemicals in the food, you dig, and as I said, over the counter meds and just all type of shit that you can ingest and some dumb shit end up happening that
Yeah.
make you look funny
I
style.
mean, and not
I
just that, not just that. And for everybody that don't know, Jarrell Miller shot up the entire CVS pharmacy in his veins.
That
well,
boy
The
had
entire
let
pharmacy.
not
me
just
say
Ooh,
something.
man.
that boy had
I,
shit off the black market, bro.
one,
That boy
one thing we're one thing we're forgetting, guys, and this is my point of view. What happened was Canelo popped for clenbuterol.
Hmm.
Within like a week, he got his hair follicle test. He got another test done. Yeah, and he was exonerated. Why hasn't Munguia? Why hasn't this other fighter? I forgot his name. Why haven't they gone to Nevada and be like, "Hey, test my hair. Hey, do another round of tests." Because, or they could go to an independent drug testing and be like, "Hey, test me out. Test my hair. See if there's anything that you know." So they can clear their name and clear Reynoso.
I
I
feel because if
mean,
they're dirty, I mean, think about it. If you get caught, you're not gonna just come out and be like, you know what, y'all got me. I cheated. I'm sorry.
Canelo
I
did.
apologize. It's sometimes you just gotta, if you know you dirty, you just gotta roll with the punches. Just hope that you could kind of
Well,
get in front of the situation. But
that's the thing. Canelo did it. He got popped, and he admitted he's like, I might have eaten some meat that was. And then he went and got tested, hair follicle test, blood test, and he came out with minimal the substance.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
You
I'm
everybody
know,
saying
Canelo, everybody
everybody
Canelo
don't
the
have
same.
love like Canelo. Canelo is known as an amazing fighter, so he would get the benefit of the doubt before. I mean, before a lot of other fighters will.
and to speak on
well,
to further elaborate on that point, because
Let's talk about
after
this,
the
Bill.
after he
Let's
popped
talk
for
about this,
Clean Blue,
Bill.
ooh,
I
damn.
think I'm sorry,
Uh,
bro. I just want to
no,
say
go
I
ahead.
feel like what Ashley said. Some of these dudes are dirty. Like I'm not saying they not dirty. I'm not saying the substance that they taking, they not taking on their own or things to that nature, right? So everybody, like you say, if you're a dirty fighter, you're not gonna run to prove you're even dirtier. Like, goddamn, you want to try to let the shit die down, how you let it die down. So I'm not saying some of these dudes aren't dirty. I'm just saying don't point the finger at Reynoso straight away because these dudes that we're hearing about ain't like they've been in the camp for 4 or 5 years or they've been around and we've been talking about them. These dudes coming in first fights and popping. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like it ain't like they, oh man, I'm going Eddie, hey Eddie, I need some. You know, no, these dudes first fights, bro, and they popping, bro. So I feel like they coming in with shit in their system already. Eddie not knowing, right? But that being Eddie, I don't know him like that. So we don't know his personality, how he deal with the media, if he like being confrontational. We don't know what he's like. Honestly, besides the interviews at the Canelo fight, you know what I mean? He probably can look at it like, man, listen, I don't care about that shit, or maybe he handling shit behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I just look at it as hold these dudes accountable, for their goddamn selves. Everybody got to be held accountable for themselves first before you point the thing at the other man. If I'm walking with IBLP and he my brother and I go shoot a motherfucker in the head, IBLP shouldn't have to go to jail for murder for the shit that I did. I should stand up on the stand as a man and say, look, I did it, my brother didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
and
look,
agree.
and 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 and, and I hate to interrupt. The only thing I'll say is this: is why I like money because money's a real one. But I will tell you this: even if he had to go to trial and all that, you look, now, I'm a nice guy. I'm snitching. So I'm standing up in point. It was him, officer. It was him.
Do I get some money off of that?
I'm straight
Hell no.
snitching. That's why Clavo and Ashley say I can't fuck with you for real, dude. Because we go out some pop off. You point the finger. It was him, officer.
let me
Man,
say,
look
look,
here. Hey,
Yeah,
look
no,
here.
man.
ain't no
That's
lie.
You
Have some
also
restraint when the drama go down. That's
whoa.
have
look
some
here, man.
restraint when the drama go
That's one
down,
thing
man.
about me. I am not with the fuckery, and I don't hang around nobody who's willing to put their life, their freedom on the line. Because I can't do jail. It's not me. I
Hey,
love my
so
freedom.
Yeah.
soon as the officer come to me like, hey, did you see who did that? I'm gonna say, hey, listen. I
Man,
already
I do
know.
not
that
I do
sounds
not approve
familiar.
of that.
As soon as
I,
Ashley hears that they mess with booty cheeks, he's like, I did it. I'm guilty.
Man, look,
Look at interrogation room. He got McDonald's, Subway, Taco Bell.
eating good.
Oh man, y'all got Chick-fil-A now? God
Man, hell no, hell no.
I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with that, man.
damn. Man, I know some brothers out in DC doing their thing too. Like, I got everybody. Like I'm telling on
You
everybody.
about to build a Rico case?
like, like Takashi who?
He about to build a Rico gang.
I'm putting the whole Bubba Dub out of this motherfucker.
But
Oh,
now I want to speak on something what Ashley said, bro, because about the Canelo privilege or whatever, man, and with him popping dirty for clenbuterol, man. Just people still look at that funny style that they up the levels of how much you can get popped with, or how much you can be, violated for if you get popped with it. You dig that? Just that stick still is that shit like that is still going to stain Eddie's his jacket and his resume, even as a trainer, not a nutritionist or a diet or a dietitian or nothing like that. Just simply a trainer. You did so. You got to get your house in order, even if you ain't in the wrong. You got to get your house in order. You got to get out in front of this. Yeah, it's fucked up. You gonna be you and Canelo are the face of this flagship right here, man. So you got to do what it is that you got to do to salvage the reputation of your team, man. You got to get out in front of it, man.
yeah. I mean,
So
if I'm a famous trainer, look here. You want me to train you? You want to be a champion? Look, I need my fighters to take a drug test. If you don't,
hmm
if you don't want to do that, then by all means go to another trainer because my reputation is on the line. So
Or or
yes,
or or, or, or hell, I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. Join Snack.
I guess
wait,
so. Hey, if that's how you want to play it, I
hold
ain't
on,
mad at that.
Clavo. I didn't get your take on this, Clavo. Obviously, I'm straight snitching, but aside from that,
It's
what
all
do you
good.
think about what do you think about Eddie Reynoso, man? Do you think we need to investigate him? Do you think that we being too hard on Eddie? Where do you land on all of this?
Well, look, man, you already know I'm Canelo team, that again, that's a good camp, great fighter coming from that camp. But look, bro, there's no way to really defend it. This is your home. This is the headquarters of Canelo team. Something's not going correctly here, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna put all the blame on him, because it's really not just his fault. It's really not. But this is your home. These are your fighters. I mean, it's a pattern. Canelo with Clenbuterol. Oscar Valdez with a phentermine. Oh yeah, remember, Julio Cesar Martinez. I think yeah, he tested
Mm-hmm.
positive for like them diuretics and masking agents.
Mm-hmm.
Jaime Munguia, and now Francisco, man, Rodriguez over here, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's too much, dog. Like something's got to give. So yes, I would think that some kind of investigation needs to go down. I wanna see what the fuck, what the fuck is going on. That's too much. That's too many fighters. How we dropping the ball like this? I'm pretty sure there's other fighters fucking doing the shit. So are they masking it better than y'all, or what the fuck's
Mm-hmm.
going on, fam? There's so many questions around the shit. But again, he's not innocent. And right now he's looking guilty. There ain't no way you can get away from it, bro. There really isn't. I
Mm.
can't defend it. Can y'all?
Hell no.
No, no. Like I said, they if they want to defend them, they need to um go to a independent tester and get tested. That's it. See
I
their
mean,
history.
I mean, look, fam. I mean, look. Yes, it's a bad thing, the PEDs thing, but am I gonna discredit anybody, fighters? No, I mean not really, because we got fighters in the Hall of Fame. Evander Holyfield, you pop dirty. Roy Jones Jr., he pop dirty. So I mean, nobody's saying nothing about them. Nobody's bashing them for the steroids. Later on, man, this is gonna die out, bro. We're not even gonna remember this, but I mean, it's gonna be there. But I mean, like I said, there can't be, it can't be a double standard and all that. Oh, we gonna talk shit about these fighters because they popping dirty, man. There's been other fighters, man, Hall of
Well,
Famers that
Eric
have done it.
Morales
So you know
popped
what I'm saying.
dirty.
I can't.
Hey, the game is even crazy now because look at David Morrell. He's still about to have his fight, and his opponent he been popped dirty.
That's crazy right there, bro.
But that
That
was
that
overseas, so we don't. I don't know if that actually that sanctioning body really affects what happens in New York because see all boxing is not under the same commissions and regulations. So I might
Well,
be banned here, but I can fight here. Is it that type of thing? I'm assuming.
Well, if David Morrell get knocked the fuck out, he better not come out talking, oh, well, he need to be tested again. No, you knew that before you went into the fight. So your dumb ass went there and your dumb ass got knocked out. So
But he trying to get paid though. Actually, everybody trying to get paid. He's
man,
like,
look here, boxing, man, it's a scary thing. Look what happened to Adonis Stevenson. You know how many people get put in comas and shit. And
that's true.
matter of fact, that one fighter woke up, he couldn't even remember the last month and a half of his life. Like, come on, man. Like, no, in steroids, nah, you're not gonna knock my brains on the floor, and I can't remember my kids or my wife. And no, no, no.
Hold on. Well, speaking of your family, Ashley, we got Cletus Knuckles back here with another comment. Cletus Knuckles, your father says, cocaine and steroids are both banned substance in boxing, son. I thought I taught you better than that. So
yeah.
he's saying it doesn't matter what you pop for, it's still banned. You shouldn't be taking it. You should
Listen,
be
man,
held
Cletus
accountable.
Knuckles, I done call him, I done told him Black Daddy was home. Now he want to try to run with my jokes. I understand you. I mean, look here, man. If you want me to king you as one of my ashy knuckle knights, just ask, man. You don't have to be so emotional.
Here,
Just
I
ask,
gotta
man.
add something to this. How we're blaming Eddie Reynoso, but he has really no power outside of what these fighters do. Hell, David Benavidez' father doesn't even have a reign on his son outside of training camp, and
Well,
he
that's
got
what I'm
popped with
saying, bro.
cocaine.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like some of these, you can't just the coaches, bro. Just because John Jones popped the fucking for PEDs and cocaine doesn't mean the whole fucking camp is on it. Especially look, this is what's wrong. Boxing is still on that VADA shit. VADA is fucking weak, bro. VADA is the V for VADA. What does it stand for, guys? Come on now. That's like you gonna go work for Red Army Salvations and not get paid. It's volunteer work, bro. Like that's what it is. That's like
I
that's
mean,
all I'm
wait. I mean,
saying.
hold on. Y'all don't think maybe Eddie needs to run a tighter ship? I'm gonna be strict on y'all. This is my reputation you fucking
No,
with
no,
now.
no, no. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
You know
what
what I'm
that,
I
Yeah,
saying?
thought.
Clavo. It's
yeah,
not that,
obviously,
Clavo. It's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
that, Clavo. It's not that. It's like
I
one.
asked you
Okay,
something.
some fighters they do shit, but it's like the coaches. They're just there to coach. They're just there to
Here's a
train their
question for
fighters and
you
shit. You
guys:
got, you got,
what other
you got.
trainer has had dirty fighters and has never been scrutinized like this? Because this is the first time I hear of a trainer being actively smeared in the mud. I don't recall
That's what I'm
any
I
other
saying,
mean, you
bro.
trainer
know
in
what?
John
I
boxing.
mean,
Jones
you know
team,
what?
he don't get scrutinized. It's just him, bro. They scrutinize him because he's the guy that is fucking ducking and dodging NSAC and shit, going under the fucking ring and shit like that, bro. Like and getting popped, bro. And USADA is always hits, bro. Like they really changed the game for the UFC. So there shouldn't be no this and that. Like it really shows you clearly what happens. I mean, we seen someone like Yoel Romero get popped, and then it somehow they found out like it was tied to this shit he was taking. He was taking this supplement and it had something that, pop that made him pop dirty. So we seen all this shit like that. We okay, so VOD is there, but we need something new, bro. Something fresher, bro. We need to freshen up the cards like USADA did for the UFC. They fucking had everybody on the clean shit. Everybody got tested. You get caught, that's it. You get a year or two, something like that, bro. Because this is crazy, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm
No, that's
asking.
what
What
I'm
other fighters have have been scrutinized for having dirty fighters? I don't remember Shane
saying.
Mosley's trainer being scrutinized.
Well, I'm saying like this. I don't see them coaches like just to be honest. I get what people say, but I don't see like certain coaches. I
That's
don't
the
see a
thing.
cap being like, okay, this fighter did this. Like I don't see a cap now where it's happening multiple times. So like I said, I'm not gonna act naive to the situation, right? Like I'm saying, my whole thing is just script the fighter. That's my whole thing. The culprit has to get everything has to go on him first before you blame the next man. Regardless if he's saying, oh well, look, this the plug up here, man. He's the plug, right? But if a motherfucker get caught and the plug didn't get caught, ain't no way we can. Oh man, we can't just say that. So I need to see him and see what he has to say about the situation. And then first of all, we got to see what it was in his system. Like we keep saying, oh, they popping dirty. We got to do our research on what is he popping dirty for. Because like we say, it could be a banned substance. I mean, sorry, it could be a banned substance in supplements. It could be food, right? Because food now, like we're saying, certain fighters that's getting caught with shit, and it's coming back to food, right? People disagree. Oh man, it ain't that. How much is in the system? Like you got to do your research on all this shit before just throwing the coach up under the bus. And I mean, once again, Eddie Reynoso is a very busy man, brother. A very busy man. So of course you want to take the money to train a fighter. But I got Canelo, my biggest star. We working on shit now. We staying focused for our biggest fight, right? Because that is his cash cow, right? My brother. So I'm focused on him. Of course, this shit taking place. I get what y'all saying. Once I get this over with, then maybe you be like, no, what I address all that bullshit then. But right now, I can't let that knock us off the score that we on right now. Not saying the other fighters ain't important, they fight is big enough, but you got the biggest fight coming up in September, and you ain't trying to let shit knock you off your score, off your grind with that
Hmm.
situation. Even with the media, because the media get the plan, and that shit will play on you in camps and things of that nature can fuck with your head and it can throw you off a little bit. And the last thing you need is to be thrown off, you know what I'm saying, against a hungry fighter like Terrence Crawford, and you got Canelo right there. So I can look at it that way as well.
Let me pay this bill real quick. JMA says, not defending. Most of the fighters have their own teams. They just get a head trainer for the last 2 or 3 months prior to the fight. But if he is responsible, he should get banned like Resto's trainer. My
Mm.
brother Remy says Eddie just met Rodriguez a day ago, so
Damn.
he doesn't understand what all this is. Although he is a part of Team Canelo, I think the issue that we have is that all of these fighters have been attached or connected to Eddie Reynoso in some way.
Yeah.
My whole thing about that is it looks like a pattern, but I'm saying if you believe Eddie's innocent, I would just open up the house and like, look, take a look. Like I
Hmm.
have nothing to hide. And it also goes back to what Mills and Clavel and everybody was saying. I'm not gonna let these fighters put smut on my name. If this shit happens,
Yep.
anybody fucking with me get popped, I'm sending your ass to the gulag. Like, no, you can't come back with that shit. And we got one more from Cletus Knuckles. Again, Cletus says,
What?
Mr. Clavo, please be nice to my son. I always end up having to buy him ice cream after one of your debates.
Nah, bro. Nah. Nah.
Oh shit.
But
Bro,
Respect
that's
to
man.
Cletus Knuckles.
Yo, hold
They
up, bro.
love me. They
let,
love me.
Ashley,
They
Ashley,
love
hold on,
me.
bro.
let me say this
Bro,
though.
Ashley,
Oh,
that's
fucking
not
bro.
you. That's not you, right? That's not you doing that.
Listen, man, we already right before you came on, right before I came on, it was a dude on here. His whole name was Ashy Knuckles.
Right.
That's what made me
Oh,
jump in. I was like, hold up, somebody
damn.
impersonating me? Now we got Cletus Knuckles. Look here, man. I'm about to have a whole knuckle family, a whole knuckle sandwich family running around here. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what
what
I'm
it
saying?
looks
But
like. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
you
Hey, I got.
listen,
You know
man.
what? I got to give it to you. You got people mocking you over here, bro. Hey, you doing something? I'll give you that. That's for
E-
sure.
Exactly. That's why I'm sitting here smiling like a proud daddy because all my kids is coming at dad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a throne. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Keep it up, Cletus Knuckles. You got me proud with those good jokes you got.
Let me say this, Nick. Now, when we say investigate, right? We say
Hey,
just like
money, money, money.
Money, your mic sounds like
Yeah,
muffled,
we
bro.
need.
Like
Yeah, we
like
need to
so I,
hear
I can
you.
barely, I can hardly understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
all
we
right,
need to hear the game you
And I
kicking,
got to
bro.
hear this, bro, because you be spitting facts.
Oh shit, he ducked off for a minute.
He
Yeah,
took
He
off.
must
I
have.
gotta
No,
pop
he
in and
went
pop
and
out.
fixed it.
Hold
Man,
on,
yeah,
let me drop him the link when he comes back. All right,
yeah,
you
man,
guys
but
keep
hey, but
going,
wait,
keep
wait,
going.
But as y'all was saying, y'all was saying that nobody was trashing like other trainers. I mean, I get it. Like nobody was trashing Virgil Hunter when Amir Khan popped dirty for Austrian. I mean, I don't think anybody really. I didn't really hear anybody trashing Ivan Kerper whenever Povetkin, whenever he popped. I don't
Hmm.
really think I heard much of Derek James whenever Ryan popped. But the difference is these are like multiple fighters in your stable, though. That's the only difference.
Well, like
So
you know, well, my fault. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, bro. You got it.
No, like Monty was saying, man, a lot of this shit does stem from, motherfuckers having a vendetta against Canelo. So anybody attached to him and that team is automatically going to be, they getting thrown under the bus along with the motherfuckers who was doing the do. So, just, I do think it's unfair. It's fucked up. But, I mean, shit, heavy is the head that wear the crown. And when you wear the crown, this could come with the territory. So it is what it is. But he do got to get out in front of this shit and put a halt to it. And I think he can, because I personally like even I don't think these dudes is popping dirty for the sake of trying to cheat and want to guarantee a victory. I don't think that, but fuck, you do got to do something to get out in front of this, man. So I do think he should do what he need to do to get out in front of this.
I was a little skeptical by Jaime because he got knocked out by a cab driver. So I was like, he probably took the steroids because he didn't want to take
No,
that L again.
I get that, man, but you got to think, man, that was Jaime's. He fought like 4 times last year,
Yep,
bro.
yep.
And sometimes you just get caught slipping by a motherfucker that you don't expect. I mean, look at he beat John Ryder and Eric Bassinian. Just
And you're
that,
right. I don't got nothing against Jaime. I like Jaime. You
no,
know what I'm saying?
no,
I
but
just
but
had to
you
throw
right
that in
though.
there.
You
He's
definitely
not
not
wrong.
wrong.
He's
He's
not
not
he's not
wrong.
all the way wrong. He not.
He's not all the, you're not wrong on that, man. It would make sense. It would say that's why. Yeah, I see. It looked funny style, but even in that fight, he clearly was dominating the fight before he got fucking outlined and chalked the way that he did by a dude with 6 knockouts. So it does look like, oh, bro, you wanted to, now you got knocked out by a dude who ain't punching like that. Now all of a sudden you go in here and win the. Nah, it does look funny style.
Yeah,
I don't think that I don't think that he popped dirty with intention of gaining competitive
I,
advantage because I don't think he needed it.
I got
bro.
a question
I
for
can't argue with
Solidus.
anybody. I can't argue with anybody who would tell me that, he lost that fight, so he needed something for that competitive edge, bro. I mean, I
Hmm.
can't argue it. I can't, bro.
I
Because
don't.
it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm
It
saying?
I
does.
don't know. That's what I'm saying. Because when you get knocked out, like when you get put to sleep in front of like thousands of
Woo.
people, that shit is like I think,
At the crib.
yeah, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying. Like and
That
people
nigga said
watching
at the
this shit on
crib.
TV. Like
I,
Yeah.
I think
I,
that
I
does a
do.
You
mental
fucking
thing to
still.
you, man.
I
Did
do
he
got a
just tie him
question
up
for
for that?
Solidus T real quick. I got a question for Solidus T real quick. First, I just want to read this. Remy says Eddie should say, "Come investigate." I agree. Just open the door. Say it ain't me. These guys trying to impress me, trying to impress Canelo, trying to get a big win, trying to show us that they these guys, and they start juicing or taking shit that they ain't never took before. Don't do that shit in my house. Like do that
That's
shit somewhere else because you making me look crazy.
facts.
But Solidus, I had a quick question for you,
Yeah.
Solidus. You know how we were just talking about Munguia being knocked out by Bruno Soares and how crazy that looked? Am I
Yeah.
out of line thinking that Anthony Yard has big power and maybe Benavidez could be winning the fight, Yard catching with some in the six, lay him down, gets a win? Is that a possible route to victory for Anthony Yard? Because I seen a David Benavidez training video the other day, and all David was focused on was power shots. He wasn't looking to be elusive. He wasn't trying to keep his hands up. He was focused on just trying to, just trying to bang with the guy. Wasn't no head move. Well, he wasn't doing nothing. His head was there to be
Yeah.
hit like a pinata. So my
Yeah.
question is that a real possibility that Yard might be able to sleep him mid to late in the fight if he lands a good clean shot?
No, it's definitely possible. But it's definitely possible. I don't see it happening, but could it happen? Yes.
You
Man,
think it's
whatever.
a high probability?
Yeah. He's a big puncher. Yeah, it can happen. He get caught clean, he could go to sleep. I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah.
Okay, okay. I mean, Ashley, would you agree with that? I may be asking the wrong person.
No, I mean anybody. I mean I ain't gonna say. I wouldn't say anybody, but majority of fighters, anybody could be slept if you get caught with that one solid one you don't see coming.
Hmm.
So yeah, if he catch David, if he fuck around and counter David and catch him and put him to sleep, I feel that's the only way he'll beat him. Any other
I'm
than that, he don't have a chance.
he
You don't
don't
have a
have.
chance.
Oh
Nah,
man.
if he don't sleep Benavidez, he ain't gonna beat
Yo,
him. He ain't gonna beat him off points
why not?
because the volume is gonna be too much for him, man. See, that's the difference with David. David Benavidez' hands is faster than a lot of those 175 pounders out
They
there.
are. They
No,
are.
So
So
he's
you're
gonna
I
comparing
don't
him
think
to
so.
like
They're all
Andy
right,
Ruiz
but
versus
he
Anthony Joshua, fast
he know
hands.
Yard's a big dude, so he's gonna put the pressure on Yard. He's gonna try to gas Yard out and get him up out of there.
What makes you
Not
think
saying
Yard?
that he is, not
Hold on.
saying that he is,
Let me
but that's
ask
what's
Mills
gonna be
something
his
real
game.
quick because you said something there, Ashy. Mills, as a coach, is it crazy to think? No, just hear me out, Mills. Hear me out, Mills. Hear me out, Mills. Just 1 second, Coach. Damn, 1 second, please. Is it crazy to think that if my fighter's normally a pressure fighter and he's going in fighting maybe the biggest puncher he's ever fought, does it seem weird or a bad game plan to come in and just say, I'm going to apply a lot of pressure to this big puncher? Because you know you're going to take something back when you throw in a lot of punches. You know something's going to come back. Does that seem like a smart game plan to you to just to come in and say, I'm just going to put a bunch of pressure on a big puncher? That seems very dangerous.
It
that
does,
seems
bro.
very
And when you
stupid.
when you a dude who I'm not saying that he gassed out, but he did show signs of like, yo, I'm punching on this dude and he ain't going nowhere and it is wearing on my gas tank. So it would behoove you to sit there and just, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the David that I was at 168 pounds and win by death of 1,000 punches, 1,000,000 punches. As you're not
That
gonna
ain't gonna work.
it's not gonna work, bro. Especially when put it like this. Anthony Yard is more prepped to deal with a David Benavidez, and a David Benavidez is prepped to deal with an Anthony Yard because Anthony Yard has been in there with pressure fighters who are far better than David Benavidez. That's not guaranteeing him
Facts.
a victory, but it is saying that he's more prepped to go in here and do what he got. Like this is why everybody is like he's a live underdog in the fight. He look at the level of opposition he's been in there with, and he has knockouts in the division of he knocked Lyndon Arthur the fuck out. You dig? Like that's a just
Listen,
that's
man.
not the
Linda, listen,
Look,
man.
biggest
look,
credible
look, hold
I
name.
on.
would give you that.
Look
I
what
would
happened
give
to
you that with
Gosling,
better.
though.
I would
Look
give
what
you
happened to
that.
Gosling. He tried to pressure him, and he landed good shots, but he wasn't moving him.
He couldn't.
And had Gosling actually gone and put more pressure, I think he would have gotten Benavidez at least by decision.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he won. I think he swept the last
He
four
won.
rounds.
He won, but he didn't
No, I'm
move
talking about
Gosling.
Bozic. I'm talking about Bozic. He
Yeah,
swept the last four rounds,
Hell
bro.
no. Hell no. The last round definitely was David. David was popping his
Hell
ass up in
no,
that last
Nah, that's
round.
when the
no,
gas
no,
You
tank.
bugging.
No, that's when the
no.
11th
gas
round.
tank
Listen,
kicked in on David, bro. No,
I would give 9, 10, and 11 to Voxic, not that 12 round. I
The
give 9,
eighth,
10. I give
ninth,
them 9, 10,
10th,
11 because you got to think they scored at what 9-4. No, I mean 8-4.
yeah, they scored,
So
and that's what I'm saying. He won. He swept the
yeah,
last four rounds.
I give them 9, 10 to
yeah, that
11, and
gas
maybe
tank
one of
kicked in
those
after
other
that.
rounds, but
Hmm.
not that last round. That last round,
Just,
David was putting pressure on him.
I don't know.
Nah,
I feel like if David Benavidez left his dad and got with Virgil Hunter or Robert Garcia, I think he'd be an elite fighter, dude.
I
Listen, man,
That
I'm
do.
gonna tell
jab
you.
off
I'm,
him.
I'm,
It's
I'm
too
gonna tell
late.
y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is with David, man. David David would be a stronger fighter if he lifted more weights. David, he don't lift weights. You can look at David got
That's
he
a
got the
really
dad
stupid
bod
idea.
body.
He's already top heavy,
He
dude.
has the
Wait a minute. Hold on, Ashley. Hold on, Ashley.
Ashy, no,
I'm
no,
I'm
Ashley.
bro.
keeping it
Hold on,
100.
Ashley.
I'm keeping it
Damn,
100.
No.
Ashy,
Hold
you
on,
was doing
one
good.
second, Ashley, 1 second. So let me get this right. David Benavidez should lift weight, become more bulky, robotic, and need those muscles to
No.
take up more.
Listen, listen,
Hold on,
listen.
let me finish. I'm going somewhere. Need need his muscles to take up more oxygen, which will likely gas him into the fights. And a guy that throws a lot of punches. I think he should probably just keep his same build and work on a few specific things.
No, listen, I'm not saying listen, with bulk is if you're dealing with weight. I could look at David
Muscles
and tell,
add weight.
listen, let me finish. Let me
Muscles add
finish.
weight, fam.
What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about by using calisthenics. He don't have to bulk up by using weight. If David was to do more calisthenics, it would put more strength on him without the bulk. It at
But
least cut him up.
I
He
think
needs
this is
more
where we're
Hold on,
missing it.
resistance
Hold on,
training.
Ashley. Hold on, Ashley. I think this is where we're missing it. And this is basically what Mill's been saying since. Hold on, this is what Mill's been saying since we started talking about David a long time ago. Mills is kind of implied because I've seen his predictions in his thoughts on these things. He thinks Callum Smith is a tough fight for David. He thinks Anthony Yard's a tough fight for David. I think Mills is not saying that David needs to get stronger. He needs to get better. And so
Hmm.
maybe his footwork needs to improve, his IQ, his
Stylistically,
defense, his
Hmm.
counterpunching, these things. Not necessarily saying you just need to get stronger and more destructive. Maybe you need to get better and figure out different ways to win in a more clean fashion because you need to be more adaptable as you go up in weight and you face better opponents
What
because you can try that strong shit with Jayo Patai if you want to. Your ass gonna be taking a nap.
why
A
you think
dirt
it,
Ja
nap.
it,
why you think Jao Patai is so good? Do you see the definition on that dude? Think about it.
But
The
that's
most
him though,
definition.
dude. He's
Hold up, man.
naturally
Let
at
me
that
finish.
weight.
Can I finish? The most
Finish.
definition anybody ever seen on David Benavidez was the Callum Plant fight.
But
If you look at his shape compared to the Vostik fight and the Boo Boo fight, he didn't have no kind of definition on him like he did in that Plant fight. He got real shape
and
for that
hold on,
Plant fight.
let me tell you
Wait,
something
so you're
about that
saying he
though.
was stronger in the Andre fight?
No, I say he didn't have the kind of the definition to his body that would
Because he
have
had to
gave him more pop.
dehydrate. He had
I
to
think
dehydrate.
me personally, I just think he went upside Boo Boo head and that shit kind of shook him up and he just couldn't recover after that 4th round drop. But
But here's the
other
thing:
than
not
that, I
every
just feel
fighter
if
is
he
going to be
did,
cut like a Canelo, like a Mayweather.
listen, man,
Benavidez is kind of fat, dude. So he's always going to look pudgy.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I'm trying to make. I said if he did more calisthenics as far as in push-ups, pull-ups, little
I'm pretty
band,
sure he already
resistant
does all
band
that
kind of
stuff.
shit,
He has a
that would
strength
give
and
him more power
conditioning
as far
coach.
as in for knockouts.
You
I don't think
It-
it'll bother his
Look,
gas tank because he's
if
not
we're
putting
talking
on
about the
bulk.
improvement of David Benavidez, what he needs to at least do is extend that jab and set up combinations behind the jab. That will
I,
allow him to be more
David
accurate.
Benavidez' style
mm-hmm.
is predicated. He don't have footwork, so his style is
I said
predicated
a
on
jab.
pressure.
A simple
He
jab
can't
will
be that
set up
fighter fighting on the
combinations.
back foot because he's not
I didn't.
elusive like that. So he
I
got to
didn't say
bring
that. I
pressure.
just said a jab, dude. A jab. A simple jab to set up combinations.
I mean,
That's all he needs. Because he just throws whatever sticks to the fucking wall.
That's a fact.
and it's
That's
been
a fact.
30 wins, 24 knockouts. Only
But
six men
again,
Against, oh
survived.
my
Only
God.
six
but
Oh
men
my
have
but
God. You're
But
getting
survived
me
without
depending
cancer,
on
winning.
the
Hold
dude.
on,
level of
let's go to Mills. I
opposition.
want to hear what Mills was gonna say real quick. What were you gonna say, Mills?
Right.
and I'm just saying, I mean, that's the problem. Yeah, it's worked thus far, man. But he's in a division where he's not big man on campus no more. Now you're gonna need something other than power and volume to be competitive with these wolves up there at 175 pounds. So with homeboy, well, around 105, what he's saying is real deal Holyfield. You got to start adding attributes to your game, man. Add layers to your game. A jab, a good 1-2, not just going in there shoe shining, looking to just like he said, throw whatever, throwing shit at
So
the wall, seeing what sticks.
if he's going in there with how the hell why the hell he pieced up fucking Morel the way he did? He
Because
beat the fuck out of Morel, man.
Morel is not as seasoned as someone like an Anthony
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Yarde.
so all right, so that means Anthony Yard should be piecing David up in this fight, then,
Oh,
right?
he's
Being
gonna
that
piece David up in this
He's
oh
fight,
yeah,
going
and
to
he
that
gonna
piece
he
him
gonna
up.
he
he's
gonna get in
gonna
there.
piece
He gonna
David
get
up.
in there.
listen, man, when David
David's
dominates,
chin better hold up with him.
When
We're not saying David
David
isn't going to
dominates
win,
this
dude.
fight, just make sure y'all come on
David's
here with that
chin
same
David
better
energy.
should
hold up.
win.
Yeah,
David
No, ain't no
should
shit. He's
win.
going to win. I'm just talking about the fashion
Now,
he's going to
I,
win in.
I'm
That's what I'm
talking
talking about.
specifically boxing, dude. He should win. Like he
I
should have
know.
dominated against Gosdick,
I
but he
said the
didn't dominate.
fashion. I said the
hmm
fashion he's going to win in against Yard. That's what I'm talking about. If he
okay.
do
He
it when he does this in a dominant fashion, just make sure y'all come on here with the same energy.
he
That's all
didn't
I'm
do
saying.
that with
He didn't
Gosdick.
do that with Vosdick. I don't think he's
Hold up,
gonna.
man.
If he wins,
Volstick is
he's
not a bum. Volstick,
if
the
it.
only person that ever beat Volstick was Better Be.
I
Name
never said
somebody
he
else
was
who
a
beat him.
bum.
He
Listen,
put
man.
Adonis Stevenson in a fucking coma.
Okay,
Put him
yeah,
out.
we know that, but
Didn't y'all call
Y'all act
Triple
like
G the
Bostic
bum
was
when
an
he was
easy
40 for
fight for him.
Canelo because
Like
of his
he just
age?
was an easy walk. Like that was just an easy stroll through the park fight for him, and he
fam,
should have just ran through Bostic. Nah,
fam,
Bostic was a former champion. He's not no
but
punk.
no, ain't no one saying he's sweet or nothing like that. But what you disregarding is homeboy was sitting on the couch for 3 years after with the meat grinder that Better Be had put him
But you're
through. And
talking
when
like he fought him for
hold
that
on,
first fight
no,
after the
no,
three
no,
years, though.
okay, but after that, when he came back, he didn't fight nobody that could really sharpen his tools at that level. He fought Balotniks and a fucking Brazilian dude, and then
He
went
didn't
into
even
a
do a
fight
full
with
10 rounds,
Benavidez.
if I'm not mistaken.
He didn't.
That's what you're supposed to do. You don't supposed to come off a 2-year retirement and just jump
But
right in
you
the
are
ring with a
supposed
killer.
but you're supposed to fight at a certain level when we talking about world class opposition. I'm not Bozdik. If put it like this, if Bozdik fought a sharper opponent, then yeah, like I personally would have said, yo, I think Bozdik is way better than Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant was just more fresh. He was more active than Bozdik and fighting at a higher level for over a consistent period of time. Bozdik wasn't. Homeboy was retired for 3 years, man.
Before
Morel's a
Voldick retired, he would have beat the fuck out of Smith or Yard. Either one of them.
He'd have beat the fuck out of David Benavidez too.
Nah, I doubt it.
Yes, he
Beat
would.
the
Listen,
shit
like I
out of
said,
David
Yes,
you go.
he
Benavidez.
Like
would.
I said,
Look,
still no
what
promise.
we're
Listen,
trying to
man,
tell
I
you, hold
promise
on.
you. Before the
What we're
year
trying to tell
2027
you,
come, you're gonna be saying like, you know what? I can't even lie
what,
no more.
what,
David Benavidez
no,
is
dude,
special.
we're hoping he
Watch.
wins, but we're trying to tell you that, dude, he's going up against 175, and he's already talking about going to cruiserweight. Those big boys up there don't really give a shit how many punches he throw because they're natural boxers.
Listen,
He's
man,
gonna
Exactly.
get his shit
he's
kicked
only
in.
going to go to cruiserweight if he don't get a chance to be undisputed. David Benavidez have a plan. You best
The
believe that.
chance is
See,
there.
you're thinking you're
So
not thinking
now he's with
outside the box.
The
now
chance
he's
is
with
gonna be there. The
Why
chance
you
ain't
think
going
he's taking
anywhere.
this fight with Yard? That way he's going to back Bivol in the corner. Either Bivol going to have to fight or he's going to have to start giving up some belts. Y'all think
I
he's
don't
just
know,
going
dude.
to
Y'all keep
jump to
talking
cruiserweight
about beat.
and give up a
Y'all
chance
keep
to get one of them belts? You crazy?
y'all
Like,
keep
come on, you
talking like
already
this. Back
WBC.
him in the corner, bro. You only people you back into a corner is motherfucker who running away from confrontation. When we see B-ball run away and duck drama from anybody,
I
bro.
Whoa.
don't know. So what is
Wait,
Better
oh,
Beef
he
talking
is
That's
about
it.
then?
ducking
So tell
Beterbiev
me.
for the
So
third
tell me
fight.
what is. So tell me what is Better Beef talking about? Him trying to age him out. What's the problem?
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
hold
tough,
on. Let's
man.
get into that. Hold
Man.
on. Let me pay this bill. Then we're gonna get right into that because that's a good point. And one baller says Garage can't stand the South Park Ginger episode. We already know that's Mirage's worst episode. Lord Scante 69 says I see Ashy's point, but I think to be more accurate, David Benavidez needs to stop getting so overweight between camps.
That's a
I
fact.
think
Yep,
that's a very,
facts.
very good thing because if you're not becoming, if you don't want to, if you want to improve your abilities, you need to come into camp in shape. Therefore, you
Mm-hmm.
can work on things instead of just having a fucking fat camp.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Eric
But then
Morales, he
again,
got
Jose
fucked up for that.
Benavidez Sr., I don't know if he's the best trainer. I think David a long time ago should have switched trainers,
Facts.
got with people that could have really taught him some shit. But I think that train and that ship probably has sailed
Man,
right
It's
now. I don't know
definitely
what you
so.
man,
guys
not
think.
just the man, not just the trainer, the fucking whole promoter. Go to Oscar De
Mm-hmm.
La Hoya.
Listen,
Facts.
man. Some people. I
He don't
mean,
know how to
for
as a
this,
Chicano,
what I'm about to say,
promoter.
this is for those that nobody's, because I'm pretty sure people have family members that's a little bit, I wouldn't say obese. I don't want to call nobody fat, but I'll say this: you have some, like I said, the type of body David Benavidez got, being that he not into calisthenics or weightlifting and shit like that. His body gains weight fast. Why? Because he always was a fat kid.
Because he eats,
So he's down. The size
as
he's
a,
at right now is not what he's
actually,
supposed to really be.
actually,
He's really supposed to be a fat dude.
Canelo doesn't eat junk food
Yeah,
off camp.
Canelo wasn't a fat
He,
boy
no,
either.
hold
All
on,
y'all
hold
seen the
on, hold on.
videos of David
Baby,
Benavidez when
okay,
he
hold on,
first
hold on.
started fighting. He
Hold
was
on,
like
hold on.
what, 200 and
Hold
something pounds.
on, Jesus, hold on. Baby Bull Diaz didn't eat junk food. Ricky Hatton ate junk food in between fights and would gain weight, and that's what fucked up his career.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Morales used to eat a shit ton of crap off camps, and guess what happened? He couldn't make featherweight. He couldn't make fucking lightweight anymore. He had to
Mm-hmm.
bump up to 147.
Well,
If
obviously
weight
David
has always
Benavidez is
been a
doing some of
if
that.
weight has always been a problem, then that means you gotta suck it up. You gotta eat your fucking salad, and you gotta fucking maintain your weight off
Mm-hmm.
camp. So when you're training in camp, you can focus on the fight and not losing weight.
So if that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
then why is it
Facts.
David Benavidez only had one hiccup on the scale at 168 when
He's
he's
had
really not a
several.
168?
He's had
What you
several,
mean
not
has to
one.
no.
Dude,
Oh, hold on,
He
hold on.
only
One
had
oh
second,
my
one
god,
second. Let
against
me get that.
Pagula, he missed weight.
Hold on. Let me get this one. We're going
No,
to debate that. JMA said, look here. Ray Martinez trains in Mexico City. Valdez lives and trains in Hermosillo. Ruiz was in Imperial Valley, Munguia, and Neri in Tijuana. So he's making a different point as well. And to you, Ash, how many times did David mess up on that scale?
he messed up on the scale as far as in weight wise. I would say maybe twice,
That's not a
maybe
problem.
Yeah,
twice.
because he ate too much cookies.
No, it's not a problem because
So
he haven't done it ever since then.
Let's understand this. He messed up on the scale a couple of times. He had a substance abuse issue. He was
After the cocaine
ringside.
problem, he never had
Hold on.
another problem.
He was also hold on. More recently, he was drunk ringside. I believe he was drunk at an ESPN event. Just fucked
What
up.
they show
He was
Canelo
eating
drinking
pizza
on
too.
videos. What is you
Why are you
talking about?
bringing Canelo in this? What the
No, I'm
fuck
just
does
saying.
Canelo got anything to do?
I'm just letting you
Cabo,
know.
am I tripping?
I'm just
Nah,
letting you know. They
nah,
Now I
show
was at his
Charlo
bro.
party,
drunk.
dude.
Listen, man.
You know the drill, Nuke. You know the
They
drill.
show Charlo drunk. They show Charlo drunk. He's still fighting. They show David Benavidez drunk one time. It's not like y'all see him on a
Not even
regular
that, dude.
basis
Is that the
fucked
guy
up.
was eating
Y'all, it's not
pizza
like y'all see him on a
before a
regular basis
weigh-in.
missing
Exactly.
weight. It's not like y'all see him on a regular basis having cocaine pops again. Like your
The
like
thing
like
is
Dude,
like
this,
your
man.
boy
You
from
don't.
the
You're not
I got
UFC.
David a salad right
when
here.
you
Look, David needs this.
Listen, man. Really, to be real with you, Turkey one day. Because like y'all said, man,
What?
the train is about to run away from the only person y'all could say as far as in Latin who might could take the crown after Canelo leave is Bam. And if Bam don't do it, who you gonna have? So David
Virgil
Benavidez is
Ortiz.
Is
listen,
Virgil
man.
Ortiz not worthy?
David Benavidez gives us the good fights, man.
You
He
Wait,
still
don't be
wait a
got
giving
minute.
you no
Zerto. You still
bullshit
got
ass fights,
And
Zerto.
you
man.
still got
He don't be
Zerto.
fighting no bullshit ass fights, bro. And y'all be
Hold
claiming
on,
he
ask you
do.
1 second.
This
Is
is
Virgil Ortiz worthy?
Do you see Virgil Ortiz being more famous than Bam Rodriguez?
Yes.
Yeah, he's headlined before.
I could say Bam could give him a run for his money. Am I
I'll
wrong on
also
that?
say, I think Virgil Ortiz has a higher knockout percentage than David Benavidez as well. He seems more
How
polished
when
as
David
well.
got 30 wins and 26 knockout? I mean 24
Do,
knockouts.
Virgil almost has 100% KO
bro,
ratio,
you
bro.
you missed the
Almost ain't good
question
enough,
entirely.
bro. Better Beef had
Higher,
100%, and he don't
but it's
have it
higher
anymore.
than David. That's what he's saying. He has a
That's
higher
okay,
I
knockout
but
didn't say it
percentage.
was perfect. I said it was higher.
that's okay. But like I said, only 6 people haven't been dropped by him out of 30 fights. He got 24 knockouts with 30 fights.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do it like this. Virgil has a higher
How
skill
many? How
set
many
than David
Bivol got?
Benavidez,
How
bro.
many
It's just
Bivol got? What's his
So,
record?
Virgil.
so, so
21,
Virgil.
hold on,
22
Ashley.
and
Hold on,
11,
Ashley.
some shit like
Hold
that.
on, Ashley. For this debate, before you and Mills go ahead, I just want to say David Benavidez has an 80% knockout rate. Virgil Ortiz has a 91% knockout rate.
I mean, I'm not comparing the two, so I'm not even putting
What
Virgil
You
you
kind of
compared to
were.
his
did.
knockouts
Oh my god.
because those are two different weight classes. If Virgil was fighting at 168 or or 175, he wouldn't have that 93% knockout ratio. So
What
Right
the
the
on.
cost
hell?
All
is
in
going to
all,
be a
man.
difference.
All in all, the buck ain't stopping with no David Benavidez as far as Mexican fighters are concerned, dog. Like there's better Mexican fighters than David Benavidez from a skill set
Yes, but
standpoint.
listen, but there is none right now that's really out there. Who you
Well,
gonna name?
and
Like I said,
hold on,
besides the
Virgil
Ashley.
ones we just
Ortiz and
named.
Zordo is
I
Hold on.
said besides the
Hold on
ones
one
we
second,
just
Ashley.
named.
1 second. I just want to know if this is true. True or false? If Virgil Ortiz fights Bakram Murtazaliev, like he's saying, and that could happen late in the year, if that does happen late in the year, and he beats him, is his resume automatically better than David's at that point? Because then he'd be a world champion, just defeated an undefeated prime world champion in Murtazaliev. Does that put Virgil Ortiz right there?
I don't
It's
know
better
because
than David.
listen, I don't know to be honest with you, I don't really know Virgil Ortiz his resume like that.
Okay.
okay.
Now
Well, let's do
if
this.
you
Let's do
read off
this.
The,
you read off his
the,
Let
resume, I'll let you know. I'll
let's
give you
okay.
a
Let's do this. Let's do
definitive
this.
answer.
Let's do this. Sugar Nunez. What about
Right.
him? You telling me he ain't got the potential to take the reins after Canelo retires?
No, I'm not saying he don't have the range, but what I'm going to say is I'm not going to say David Benavidez is just out the picture, like he just can't be one of the top Latin fighters.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. He's one of the top,
Yeah, I'm not
Hispanic
saying he's
fighters
going to be numero
active. But
uno. I'm not saying he's going to take Canelo crown and just be numero uno head honcho. But what I'm saying is he could be a little bit more famous than what he is now. That's all I'm saying. Once
I
Canelo
mean,
retired, that's what I'm saying.
but I don't know. Like he could potentially be the next dude. But even let's say that he is
I
the
think
head
if he get
honcho of
undisputed,
Mexicans, he's still not going to be that guy like y'all thinking that he
I
is.
think if he luck up, I think if he could luck up and beat Bivol and be undisputed, I think his fame will go higher than what it is.
So that's what we're wanting, but he's not really moving like that. He's already talking about moving up 2 fights from now to fight Zurdo.
Man, he said that a long time ago, man.
He said
That
it
this
like
year,
If that's the
that was
case,
this
if that's
year,
the
that was
case,
this
bro.
year, bro.
listen, man. If that's the
Hold on. Who's
case,
more skilled, Sordo or David Benavidez? Just off skill set, who's more skilled?
Fucking
they're
Zurdo.
both about the
Zurdo, and
same.
it's
Bro.
not
Fucking
They have
even
the
Zurdo.
same
fucking close.
Listen, man. If you look at Zurdo and you look at David Benavidez, because those two always spar each other. That's why they want to fight each other. So me
Who's more
looking at how
skilled,
they
Ashley?
sparring, me looking at how they was fighting, because they was having wars in that sparring fight.
Sparring.
I don't
Bro,
listen, man. No, they was trying to knock each other the fuck out in them sparring fights.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
from
Wearing
what
them
I
helmets
Skilled
don't
seen,
mean
opponent.
nothing.
from what I seen, I really don't see Zordo because it's not like Zordo is a footwork like he's a footwork specialist.
Mills.
Let's not go there and say
Get
Zordo
Hold
him,
on. Say
You're
that
not
Mills.
again.
watching
is a foot
Say
Zurdo,
that
bro.
Get
again.
he
him, Mills.
You're not
Say that
like
watching
again.
Zurdo.
he's
You're
just
not
a
watching
footwork
Zurdo.
master now. Come on now.
You're
Bro,
not
what the
watching
fuck? Is he
Zurdo.
not
His
serious? Is he
footwork is
not be
better
seeing
than
how what
David.
Zurdo
It's
did?
better
The
than
fucking
David.
change that he made?
Listen, man,
You're
it's
not
better
watching
than
Zurdo is
Zurdo,
David.
pivoting now.
What
He is
I'm
on his
saying,
feet.
motherfucker.
what I
Bro,
said
David
is
ain't got, he ain't nowhere in this planet, bro.
his
Nowhere in Zurdo's
footwork
planet.
is better than David. I'm gonna say it again. His
No,
footwork is
Zurdo
better
has the
than
fucking
David.
skills of a pressure fighter and now a boxer. David
Okay, so
doesn't have that.
if that's the case, why the fuck Bivol pieces the ass the fucker made him look real
That
stupid
was
in it?
yeah,
Come
that
on,
You
man.
can't
happened.
That was
use
at,
that as a
And his
measuring
last
stick,
fight,
bro.
that was what brought the fuck.
wasn't all that. So what is you saying?
Bivol paced out Canelo, and He's still
This
fighting.
Zordo's last fight was not all that. So let's stop. Y'all
What the
acting like
fuck,
he
bro?
went in
He
there
fought
and just did
Uniel
something.
Dorticos.
I don't
You
give
Do
a
you
fuck
know
who
who
it was.
Uniel Dortic, bro?
clearly
Oh
you
my god,
don't.
I don't care
bro,
who it
you
was.
have no
If his
idea
footwork,
what
if
the
his
fuck
footwork,
you're
if
talking
his
about right
footwork,
now.
listen, man, if his footwork
You,
was all that what y'all saying it was, he would have made the fight look a little bit more easier. That's all I'm saying.
bro,
Oh
Brody.
my
You
That's
god,
all
bro.
I'm
clearly do
saying.
not know who Dorticos is. That is a former world
Look, man,
champion
I
that
done
fought in the
told
Super
y'all that
Six
the
and all
man
that.
footwork is better than David. I just say I don't see him skill wise that much better than David. That's all
He's
I'm saying.
like as
Footwork
far as
wise,
he's what
yeah. But when it comes to
countering.
landing them punches,
Yes.
going to the body,
Oh
and
God,
putting the
no!
motherfucker
Take that
down,
fucker
no,
out of here! Oh my
Zerto is
God,
not
no,
that.
no,
Nah, let
Bro,
no,
his
no!
dumb ass in here.
hold
Let
on, man.
him in
Hold on.
here.
Didn't Dorticos get Gassiev and Meredith Breedis?
A real good. He was giving him good work,
What the
and
fuck are we talking about,
he was
dog?
giving him good work.
Hey, how old was Dorticos again?
Shut your bitch ass up, man. Shut your bitch
How
ass
old
up.
was he again? How old was he again?
Oh my
What was a
god.
better win, Dorticos or Gvozdyk?
What the first the Vorstick?
Just answer the question,
Yeah,
man. That's
look at
all.
these clowns
Bro, I said,
praising
bro,
Dorticos.
Dorticos, a guy's
here we go
39
because
years
hey,
old,
David
been
fights
out
an
of the
old
ring for 2
fighter.
years,
David
was
fights an
shitting
old
on
fighter. It's a
Gvozdyk.
great win.
Hold on,
David
Shitting on
fights
the
an
Exactly.
old
Gvozdyk
fighter.
win.
It's a
whoa,
great win. But
whoa.
Dorticos
You
doesn't.
guys
Oh,
are
how old was he?
Mr. Raj, he was 39 years old. Did you just say
yeah,
that?
but
Yes, he's
Gvozdyk was
39.
ancient. Gvozdyk just turned 37. He's so old, doesn't even count. But Dorticos, Zerto can
Vozick
pivot.
was on the
Suddenly
couch
he's
for
the new
2 years
Floyd
chilling,
Mayweather because
dog.
he can fucking pivot. Are you fucking serious?
Bro, you
Vozick was on
fucking
the couch for
stupid
Rolly?
in
two
a
or three
bitch.
years, bro.
What?
Zerto is
Vozick
a
was on the
fucking
couch for 2 or 3
Sasquatch, man.
years.
He's
Y'all do.
slow. He's cumbersome. He's
No,
one
you're
dimensional,
actually
Oh,
describing
sloppy.
David. You're
so
actually
is David.
describing
No,
David.
Exactly.
Zerto is who you think David is.
Nah, you
Zerto's a
stupid.
fucking C-level David Benavidez, and you don't see that. That's why you don't know shit about
You
So,
boxing.
stupid
What
does
is
that, does
David
motherfucker.
that
better
Hey,
mean?
than Zerto?
hold
Does
on,
that
hold
mean
on,
that David
hold on.
Benavidez
Wait a
is a
minute,
beef
wait a
fighter?
minute, wait a minute, Mirage. Desert is Arthur Abraham. That's the world champion. The Zerto guy that
That
was
guy was
68. Did
shot
David
to
Benavidez fucking
pieces,
beat
man.
anybody
He
like
was
that?
way past his
He
prime.
was a two
Shot
division
to
world
pieces.
champion. Dumb fuck.
He was shot to
Hold on,
pieces.
let
Do you
me
know
go
Bro,
what
ahead.
I
Hold
mean?
on one second.
everybody's
Let me go
shot.
ahead and put
Everybody's
that.
old.
Hold
Everybody's
on.
washed.
One
And
second. One
hey,
second. Hold on one second, Mirage. I gotta put that body bag up there. Great job, Clavo. Great job.
I body bagged him. What are
My
you talking
pleasure.
about?
My pleasure.
You didn't,
Hey,
dog.
and who
Like
was that saying David needs to work on his accuracy? Who said that? So
That
David needs
was
to.
on his
me.
accuracy. No, I don't think nobody said that.
I
You
said
said
it.
he
That
needs
he needs to set up
he's
his
No,
jab.
throwing shit against the
That was
wall. He needs
Weird
that was
to.
shit,
actually
man.
saying he needs to do calisthenics, bro. You better
No.
defend your
You were
point
saying
now.
you were saying he just throws. He wings too many punches like randomly. He needs to focus on the jab and being accurate. You were saying that.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
said
what
that.
I
He
said,
does.
dumbass.
Yeah, that's dumb as fuck.
You
Okay.
dumb.
Okay.
You stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Get him,
Good.
Mr. Mirage. Get him.
So here's some facts there. Yeah. Number
Nah,
two accuracy in the sport of boxing,
Oh,
David Benavidez.
bro.
nah,
This is the
There's
third
your.
time you
Oh,
come
he
in here
needs
with
to
that.
work
You
on
know
his
that, right?
accuracy. That's
This
a
is
body
the
bag.
third
Put up
time
the
you
body
came up in
bag.
here
that's
with
not
that.
a body
Put up the
bag. You
body
know
bag.
Hold up.
that's
When you
not a
got the number two,
that,
when you got the
that
number two
that's
accuracy
that's
percentage, why that
yeah.
ain't a
And he
body
doesn't
bag?
just
You
show
Hold
just
on. Let me
showing
go
signs.
ahead
niggas
and
to work
He
on.
shows
Majority of his
accurate, sharp.
Hold on. You know that's
One
funny,
one
bro.
second, Mirage. One second. One second. Mills,
Are you
get
gonna
your
give me a
point off.
body bag or what?
No,
Hold on
you
one
can't
second,
because
Mirage.
this stat right here is an account for the duration of your career. David did not step up in competition until about 2 years ago, bro. What the fuck is we
That
talking
stat
about?
Not
relates
even.
to
That
every
Not even.
fighter.
He's
Every
barely doing
fighter
it
on that
now.
list is duration. Every
this
fighter on
dude
the
is
list is the
this dude.
duration of the career. They fought
Okay,
bums.
well
They fought cab
who's
drivers.
on? Let's look at this list. Let's look at the list. Let's look at the list. Canelo
Yeah, it's
Alvarez,
all elite fighters. It's
Gervonta
elite fighters.
Davis, Lomachenko, Badu Jack. A lot of these dudes, minus Tank, of course. A lot of these dudes have really good resumes, real solid resumes. Who else is on? Is that
Yeah, so does
Zile?
David.
Zile?
Yeah,
No, he
so does
doesn't.
David.
Zile Zhang, Shakur Stevenson. Who's the last one? I can't see your Jesse
Ben,
Rodriguez. Who's
I think
who's
it's
that under Shakur
Benson.
Stevenson? Who?
It's
Virtual Ortiz.
Benson or Stevenson.
So Javante
So
Davis'
so let
resume
me
is
let
better
me let
than
me let
Look,
me
I don't
say
know what
Javante
you're
this.
trying
Davis'
to.
So
The
resume is better
Look,
than
statistics
bro.
are
David
what
Hold
they
on,
Benavidez.
are.
bro.
listen,
Hold
The
on.
Emil.
We know
statistics
why
are
You
what
David
they
and
only
Tank
are.
is
you
on
only can
there.
stamp that based
No,
on
no,
who
no.
you
We
only
know
you're
why
only
David and
hold
Tank
up
is
hold
in
up.
there.
Yeah.
You're
We
only
The
know why why they're in
you're
there.
only willing to stamp that about Benavidez because of his resume. That's what you're saying.
So what?
You're only going to stamp those stats he's putting up about Benavidez because you're not going to stamp him because of his resume. That's what you're saying.
Well, when you fight lower caliber
I
fighters that are at
mean,
160, that they're easier
What
to
yeah.
about
hit.
Callum, Caleb Plant, Gvozdyk, Andre Morel? Are they
Was Caleb playing a
punching
good win
bags?
for
Are they?
Canelo? Was you not running down a win over Caleb Plant when Canelo fought him? Was he
Yes,
not
he was.
a
No,
Yes,
hero
he
no.
man?
has.
I always
Yes,
said
he
Caleb
has.
Plant's a good fighter for
Ah,
sure before.
yeah, he's a good fighter.
That's
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bullshit.
nah,
what?
he's a
Yeah,
good
bro.
fighter.
There
That's
it
Look,
Oh
again.
yeah,
There
look,
it
bullshit.
is,
what?
man.
bro.
I always
Listen,
said
listen
it.
what you, this dude did. You were saying Callum Smith was a trash. You said Callum Smith was a trash fighter until it was a possibility that David Benavidez was about to
Okay,
fight him.
Yeah,
how did
Then
he,
he
we
he
was a
go
was
to
a
good
Euro.
Callum
He
fighter.
was a
Smith
Euro
from
bum.
me
He's a
Fuck
worthy
out of
rating
here,
opponent.
bro.
statistics?
You the
How do
He's
we
same
a
go
nigga.
from
worthy
You,
opponent.
accuracy
you.
to Callum Smith? How do we go to there? Are you
I'm
deflecting
making a
steel wheels
point,
again?
dummy. I'm
Because
making
you
a
got
point.
cooked.
You do this dumb shit all the time. You the same dude talking about only domestic pay per view fight as if your ass is domestic here in America.
Because
Fuck
compared to
out of here, bro.
Man,
You
everybody,
be saying
because
fuck
compared to
that.
What's the
This
everybody
is the
else at
dude
difference?
that
I
calls
don't know.
David
175, Callum
Benavidez a
Smith.
throwback fighter. He calls David Benavidez a throwback fighter when the motherfucker only fights once a year. Throwback fighters fight way more
Yeah,
times than that,
throwback
bro.
fighters fight
Get the
I
anyone,
fuck
mean,
out of here.
and
Mason
they,
fights
and they
four
fucking
times
go
a
to
year.
war.
You talk about a
They're not
throwback
scared
fighter.
to lose. They want the
Hey,
smoke. David
respectfully,
Fuck out
hey,
of
exactly.
here.
He is
Clavo,
exactly a throwback fighter, 100%.
No,
Clavo,
he's not.
Go ahead,
Clavo.
Solid.
Respectfully, he is a throwback fighter
No,
because
he's not.
throwback fighters. Let me
No.
explain.
Okay,
When
go ahead.
somebody calls you out and you fight them based on that, that's throwback fighter shit. A lot of fighters don't do that anymore, so that is kind of throwback fighter-ish.
Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on,
What?
And he
hold
What?
on, hold on.
fights.
Can I?
His
Hold on.
style
Let
is
me
No.
throwback.
respond to Hold on. Let me
No.
It
respond to
is.
Solidus.
I get it, but
When
no.
you look
Hold
at
on,
old
one
school
second,
fighters, that's
Clavo.
how
Let
it
me
go.
respond to Solidus. Hold on, Solidus. You're saying David's a throwback fighter because guys call him out and he fights, right?
Yeah, last fighters that called him out is a actual good fighter, not some bum. Y'all want to call everybody a bum, but it was an actual good fighter that called him out. He's tired of hearing. He called him out multiple times, so he said, "Let's fight him." That's the only reason why that fight happened. That's
Hold
I
throwback
give
fighter type
David.
stuff.
Hold on, one
That's
second, one
funny,
second.
A
dog.
I
lot of
give
fighters are
David
not
his
doing that.
credit. No, I give David 100% credit for beating David Morrell. I think it was a good scrap, and I'm glad that he fought him.
No,
So
but
I
he said
can't.
call out though.
No, I respect the call out too. I respect the fact that he answered the call and fought him. I have no
Hold up.
problem
I
with
got
that. I
something.
But
know
would
Mills
you?
and
But would
Clavo.
you?
Hold on.
Let me cut
What
in.
were you gonna
Would
say,
you
Solid?
agree that throwback? Would you agree that's some throwback fighter shit? He got
Hold on,
called out and
bro.
he said, "Okay,
So,
let's
No,
fight then."
wait.
That's
Wait.
throwback fighter
because
stuff.
it's
Yes.
about.
All right.
Hold on, because
If you
call
look
outs
at
can.
old school fighters,
No.
that's what they used to
Hold
do.
on, Solid. Hold on, Solid. Because sometimes call outs can be sketchy. I mean, a guy with 11 fights calling you out
Sketchy.
is very. And I'm just saying, somebody can look at different stuff. A guy just moving up in
If
weight.
you
A guy would say that, oh,
okay,
why didn't you fight him back at 68? Why did you have to
okay,
move up in weight before you fought him? Somebody could say you did that to
but he
kind of
moved
push
up
him.
too though, so that negates that.
But David's a natural cruiserweight.
Mhm.
No, he's
David
fighting at
didn't start it.
168,
Hold on, Solid. It's
175.
the difference here.
Morrell is a
David didn't
natural
start.
damn
Hold
near
on.
cruiserweight.
David didn't start his career at 68. He
But
moved down multiple
IBF,
weight classes. That's different.
Recently, keep bringing that old shit up. Recently, he
It
called
all
him out.
matters. It all
He
matters. Hold on.
let
We're
me let me
talking
say
about a
this. Let me say
throwback
this.
fighter. So
He
hold on.
called him
Let me
recently.
tell you
He
what
called him
This
out
dude want
and
to
they
be
fought.
smoky
That's
so
Let me
throwback
bad.
tell you
fighter
why
stuff.
I don't think David's a throwback fighter. If David was
How
a
isn't he?
throwback
What's
fighter,
he missing?
it
What's he
might.
missing to be a throwback?
Hold on, Mirage, I'm gonna need you to open the bag and shut the fuck up for a second. All right. If David was a throwback fighter, Solid, it's to me. This is just to me.
Yeah,
Then when they ranked him number one for Archer Better BF, he would have said, I'm gonna go ahead and go get that smoke. But David then said
bro.
that I don't hold on. David then said, I don't
You can
deserve to be
literally say
ranked.
that about any
Solid, let me
boxer.
finish. Let me finish, Solid.
Man,
David
here we
said at
go
that
again with
time,
this
I don't
shit, man.
hold on, let me finish. These guys don't want to hear the truth. They just want to talk.
No,
Let me finish.
a lot of boxers are
Solid,
guilty of that,
goddamn,
not
can
just
you open a
Benavidez.
bag too?
But
Take
we're
the
not
chip
Then,
calling
out.
them.
if
Damn,
that's
let
Oh
the
me
case,
my
finish.
there is
God,
no
bro,
throwback fighter
I
Hold
man.
just
on.
want
Let me
to
let me
finish,
get one
All
in.
right,
retard.
go ahead. All right,
Let me
my
get
bad.
one
Go
in.
Thank
ahead.
you. Thank you, Solace.
All right, my
Thank you.
bad. All right.
So David, when David was ranked number one for Archer Better BF, he said, I don't feel like I deserve a shot right away at Archer Better
All right.
BF. He said, I'm not deserving of that. All these guys can go in front of me. I'm like, what
All
kind of
right.
throwback fighter is that? A throwback fighter is a guy that's 23 years old with a catch weight fighting the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. That's a throwback fighter. A guy that know that he's probably finna get out class in school, but he said, I'm finna go get that work anyway. David didn't say that. David said, no, I don't deserve to get the shot right away. Fuck this
All
ranking.
right.
But hold on.
hold up.
Then when they put him back at
My
68,
response. My
hold on.
response
Then
to that.
hold on. And then when they put
Hold
him
on.
at
I'm
68,
next.
hold on, 1 second. Then when he petitions to get away from that monster to go back down and wait, he says, oh, I want all the smoke. I'm Debo now. down. Let's get it. That's my bike, punk. Like that. Now you turn your energy changes with a 5'7" fighter. But
So
no, he didn't say that. That's my bike, punk. That's what he said. Then he was on some other shit. That's all I'm saying. That's why I don't really look at him as a throwback fighter.
Wait,
so
Hold on,
my
let me
response to
hold
that,
on,
my
hold
response
on.
to that is a lot of fighters besides Benavidez have done that same exact thing. That's kind of common.
Well, hold on,
That's
bro.
kind of
by those
common.
standards, by those
Let me
If
just
we
get
standards,
do
one
that
quick
means
research,
though.
there is
we're going to
no
find
throwback
multiple
fighter.
fighters have done that.
Let
So we
me
don't
just
have to
let
keep
me just make
we don't
one.
have to
By
keep
those
that for
standards,
David.
if
Let me
if
make
Recently,
one, bro.
let me
Let
say
me make
this,
one.
IBF. Recently, when he got called out by a talented fighter, he fought him. That's throwback fighter shit. You should be able to co-sign that. I don't know why the pushback. I don't get that.
listen, if we gonna go
I
by
don't
Hold
get
on,
those
hold
that.
on. Let
standards,
You
Clavo
should be
respond
able to
because
say, yeah,
Clavo
you're right.
wanted
You're
to say
right.
something to it. I
All right,
All right,
go
disagree,
hold,
ahead.
Clavo.
all
All
right,
Did you
right.
want to respond in
hold
Yep.
on,
reverse?
bro. Hold on, bro,
Yep.
because this is, bro. See, bro, this is hilarious. Okay, so he's a throwback fighter because when they call him out, he's there. Well, bro,
Uh-huh.
hold on. Well, yeah, let me speak. Jairo Batai just called him out. Nothing happened. And also, Caleb
There's
Plant was.
somebody. Let me put that
Hold
body
on.
up there.
Well, hold on. Caleb Plant was IBF champion. Guess
But
what?
IBF
He
said
called out
different weight
David.
class
Hold
God
on.
though.
damn
He
it,
Clavo,
called
there's
out
Clavo,
David.
somebody.
He called out
Clavo,
David. And no,
Clavo.
Damn.
we're gonna
But
put that
like
on the
Hold
shelf.
IBF said,
We're
that's a
gonna let
on.
that
different weight class.
marinate.
Like
Yeah, that's a
IBF
Clavo,
said.
throwback
So
you're a
fighter.
how's that a
fighter.
See,
body?
bro, you gotta talk. See, you gotta talk over me. I get you, bro. You in the casket. I'm gonna let you ride in there, bro. Go ahead.
Clavo, I want you to define a throwback fighter. What's a throwback fighter? Give me the definition.
But
The
IBF
hands of
made it perfectly
stone.
clear that if you're in a different weight class, that doesn't matter.
No,
We're
give
talking
me the
about guys in the same
criteria.
weight class. So how are you
Give me
using
the
that against me?
criteria.
IBF
Give me
said
the
that himself.
criteria.
What are you
Okay,
That's a
talking
body
Uh,
about?
bag.
Hang on.
What are you
okay. Oh,
talking
wait a
I,
minute.
about?
Oh, wait a
I,
minute.
Everything.
So,
Hey,
hey,
so
Mike,
are we
hey,
gonna
Definition
hold
of
hey.
on?
a
Are we
throwback
gonna
fighter.
wait a minute?
Everything's
Are
a
we
body
gonna
bag
pretend?
then, bro.
Wait, are we
Hold
gonna
Everything's a
pretend
body
that?
bag. That's
No,
cool.
hold
That's
on. Are we
cool.
gonna no? Are we gonna
That's
pretend
cool.
that David just
No,
didn't
it's a
entertain
body
a fight
bag.
at cruiserweight with
It's a
fucking
body bag.
Clavo,
Zerto?
Whatever the fuck that
define
means.
a throwback
Did
fighter.
fucking
Google
David
it
not
and
just
define it.
entertain a fight with Zerto?
if
Oh,
we
He
but
gonna go
but
literally
by
it's funny
said you
whenever.
can't
Oh,
use
it's
that.
funny
Then
when
he
it's Jal
used that. They said
Pataya.
I got body
Bro, get
bag.
the fuck
hey
out of here,
Hey,
solid,
bro.
All right,
Let
hold
me
on,
bro.
Nah.
ask.
Solids. Hold on, Solids.
All
Hold on.
right,
Hold
bro.
on.
That's a
Let
body
me
bag,
land. Let
bro.
me in here.
Hold on, Solids.
That's a
Hold
body
on.
bag, Clavo.
No,
Which
no,
one?
hold on. No, I think he's making an interesting point.
You can
Why did
say
when
bullshit like that and get a body
hold
bag.
on,
The fuck
Solid,
out of
just
here.
here, Solid, come on,
Nah.
don't duck. All I'm saying is when Opataya called him out, we heard crickets. But
But you
he's
said
willing to
that wouldn't
talk
matter
about
because it's
Zurdo
a
though.
different weight
Why is
class.
that?
You said that wouldn't matter because it's a different weight class. I was
What are
saying
you
guys in
talking
the
about? When
same
did I
weight
say
class.
that wouldn't matter? When did
So
I say
he's
that?
supposed to. So let me get this straight. He
When did
got
I say
called out
that?
by a guy. Let me say this. He got called out by a guy in a different weight class. He's supposed to go up there and fight him right
He's
now.
been
He
talking about fighting
been
in that
wanting
weight
it.
Right
class.
now.
He
He
been talking
already
about
Bro,
fought in
fighting
that
him.
weight class.
he's
Come
the
on,
one
bro.
that's been
What the
bringing it
fuck
up.
are
That
we
was their
talking
idea.
about?
That was their
Oh
You
idea.
said
man.
your words. I'm big on words. Your exact words was the guy Clavo said. His exact words was Apataya called him out. He didn't say Benavidez called him out.
No,
He said
no, that's
Apataya
not my
called him
own
out.
words.
He's in a different weight class, so he wants Benavidez to say, "Okay, I'm gonna go move the cruiserweight and fight."
Look, let
It
me
don't
make
even
hold on.
work
Let me
like
make
that,
this
bruh.
clear. Hold on. Let me
We
make
need
this
one.
clear.
Now, if
Hold on.
they're in the
Hold on.
same weight class, I can
Nah.
respect
Hold
that.
on. Well,
If
hold
they're
on.
in the same weight class, I can respect that.
Nah.
One second. This is not Mirage's mama. One at a time, please. One at a time. Mirage's mama not in here. One at a time.
Man,
Hold
he's
on, one at a
stupid, man.
time, fellas. I know you're all excited. One at a time. Mirage's mama
I'm
kicking only.
done,
She
man.
can only do so much. One at a time. All right. Let me go to
Man, that
Mills.
nigga dumb,
Hold
bro.
on. One second. Mills, has David been talking about moving up to cruiserweight for years?
In recent history, yeah, bro. Did he just retweet, me versus Jao Batai, let's make that shit happen? Did he just
Oh,
tweet
Body
that
yep, he
shit?
did.
bag.
He did.
Fucking body bag. Get your ass back in there.
How is that a
I
body
didn't hear
bag, though?
Opataya come out and say nothing after that.
Is
Yeah,
he going to
actually, he
actually move up
did.
there and fight him right
So
Actually, he
now?
all right.
If
did.
he is, then
So
that would
if
mean
he
something.
said,
He's not
Look,
going to
fam.
do that.
Look.
You know
Hold
that.
on. You know
listen,
So how's
what?
that
I'm
a
not
body
going.
bag?
Nah.
Okay,
Hold
So
on.
well,
we
You know
going
what?
on.
If
So basically,
Benavidez.
so
No. If
Clavo, basically what
Benavidez
you're
never
saying to me
entertained
is
a
he should
fight
go to
with
cruiser right
Zerto
now and fight.
Ramirez,
Hey, hold
and
up. Should he go to cruiserweight right now and fight them two guys right now? That's what you want him to
no,
do?
I don't want him to do that.
You're
I just
saying
want
it
you
like
to
that's what should happen just because he called him out.
me. I'm saying that.
No, Clavo's saying that.
Oh,
he's the
Guys
one
from
that.
different
No,
weight
bro.
classes,
It's not. Look. Don't get mad at me because
but
he's
he's
all
supposed to
over the
go there. We're
fucking
talking
place.
about light heavyweight.
Don't get mad at me because he's all over the fucking place. And don't get mad because because he's calling out Zurdo. So
All
what?
right.
He can have
So
that smoke for Zurdo, but not for Jai.
would you agree?
And this is a
Would
man
you
that fought
agree?
at cruiserweight already.
Would you
Solid.
agree when the talented fighter calls you out and you fight him? Ain't that some throwback fighter shit? Would you at least agree with that? You
I
are a
mean, hey,
boxing
you know
fan, right?
the
Solid. Solid. No,
talented
we gotta
Caleb
go
Plant
by.
No,
called him out
Solid.
to
We gotta
no.
go
unify.
by.
Let's unify, motherfucker. What
Solid. We
happened?
Right?
gotta
No.
go by. We
The
gotta go by
word
what
recently is missed
Doesn't
in this
matter, bro. You
conversation.
always want to use past or
Recently,
future. It happened.
Steel
It
Solid.
doesn't
Mills. How
matter.
much you want to talk about the past?
Solids. We gotta
So,
go by. We
so
gotta go
what?
by what Nuke
I'm
said the
gonna
reason.
talk to
So
Steel Mills because he keep bringing up old shit. I think Steel Mills might
if
be
we
more
gonna
savvy.
go,
Everybody's been bringing up old shit
Recently,
if you
Steel
ain't
we
Mills.
fucking
gonna
Let me
know,
go.
ask Steel
bro.
We
Mills.
gonna go
Steel
by the
Mills is
rules.
smart.
Hold on, let him
He should
ask
be able.
Stills.
He
Hold
should
on,
be able
let him
to.
ask
He should
Stills,
be
then
able to
we'll go
answer
around.
this smartly.
Wait a minute. Steel Mills is
Recently,
smart. The other time,
if
y'all were talking
you, if
shit.
you,
That's funny.
if you, if a talented fighter calls you out and you accept the challenge, ain't that some throwback fighter shit? Wouldn't you at least say that? Even if you're not going to say he's not 100%, but that is kind of throwback fighter-ish type shit. Would you at least agree with that?
I mean, it depends
It's
on how you
boxing,
go.
right?
No.
Man. Calling the
These
motherfucker
are
out,
boxers,
actually,
right?
hold on, calling the motherfucker out, and then actually going to fight the motherfucker that
Yeah,
you
that's
called
what he
out
did, right?
on
Listen,
some
man.
Mikey Garcia shit. That's some shit that
If
I can
we're gonna
salute.
go off nuke rules, then there is no throwback fighters no more.
I don't
What's
get
my
There is
rules?
just fighters.
I don't get
What's
it,
my
bro.
rules,
It's like
Ashley?
they want you
Hold
to
on.
go
What's my
crazy
rules?
on this
No,
panel.
no. Ashley don't get to just say shit without explaining it. What's my
What?
rules?
Listen, no, you repeat what you said.
But
No,
Nigga.
how
you
did that
repeat
not
it.
make
You
sense to
talking about
him
my
You
though?
rules?
said,
Repeat it. Tell
listen,
me what
no,
my fucking rule is, Ashley.
you said when people call you out, right? You got to
And
take
you
the fight,
actually fight him.
regardless who it is. Don't matter what the weight class is. So if that's the case, there is no more throwback fighters because I don't heard of so many fighters that done got called out and didn't take the fight.
Exactly. What the
Bro,
Javante
see, hold
Davis,
on.
Tank ain't
Haney,
fight Shakur, and
No,
Shakur's
Shakur,
been calling him out for
no.
3 years.
Boost
That's
Tank
not
not a
Ennis.
throwback
throwback
fighter
But
fighter.
shit.
I
Tanks
done
is a
heard Boost
throwback
Ennis
fighter.
get. I done heard Boost
He's
Ennis get
not.
called out. I done heard Bud get called out. I done heard Canelo get called out. If that's the case, then there is no throwback fighters. If we're gonna go by
Benavidez,
your standard,
Canelo just got recently called out by Janovic. They're not going to fight. They're in two different weight
All of
classes.
those. First off, that's
It's not
very
going to
different.
happen.
That's very
So,
different.
yeah, it's
No, no,
different,
nah,
that's
right?
ain't
very
no
Okay.
different. You're
different.
There we
talking.
go.
That
He
ain't
got
no
called
different.
out, though.
That ain't no
The
different.
fact
You're talking.
remains, though, right?
Yeah, he got called out.
The facts remain, though, right?
Hold on. This is the mistake we're making. The back. This
It
is
was
why.
big
Hold on.
mistake.
Let me address the children. Children, if you're in the audience, always wear a condom. Just understand that. Let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to
Yo.
you. The fact that
Hold on.
somebody would compare Canelo Alvarez's career and him being called out as
No,
the
no, no, no.
cash
Skip
cow
that.
face.
Skip
No,
that.
no, just
If
let
a
me finish.
talented
No,
fighter calls you
hold on,
out and
son.
you
Oh,
fight him, that's
hold
throwback
on,
fighter
son. Let me
shit.
finish this. The fact that somebody would compare the face of boxing, cash cow, to David Benavidez is crazy to me.
Well,
It's
Nah,
to
IBF, let me
make the
ask you
point like
now.
that. No,
All right, that's
no,
cool.
that
That's
has
when
to
cool.
be
The
when
the
Canelo
when
shit
the
is
dumbest
boxing
point
cool.
I've
supposed to
ever
fight.
heard somebody try to
The
make.
Canelo shit is
Like,
cool. Let me just
obviously,
ask you this.
hold on. My grandma is gonna call out Canelo because
Nah,
she's
that's
trying to
cool.
get paid. Now,
Forget all that.
we all know that.
If a
We all
guy,
know
if
that.
a
So
guy calls you
but
out and you fight him, that would be
one
considered
second,
throwback
Silas.
shit.
One second. Damn, Silas, I gotta finish. Damn. I mean, this ain't Mirage Mama. It's one at a time. It's one at a time. All I'm saying is, everybody's gonna call out Canelo. He's an outlier. We done already seen Canelo put in the work. We didn't see
IBF,
him.
come on, bro. Come
Hold on.
on,
It
bro.
don't matter. Hold on. He didn't already
Come on,
fought better
bro.
fight. Hold on. Canelo done fought better fighters than
Come
David
on,
Benavidez.
bro.
Hold on. Let me
Come on,
solid.
bro.
Goddamn. I'm gonna have to mute you for a second. Canelo done fought better fighters than David. He done fought better fighters than David, than Janabek, than all those guys that's calling him out. So David and Janabek calling him out, that's nice. But he done fought better guys than that. He done fought better dudes than that. Bivol bodies all of them on the same night. So the fact that you talking about calling out this and that, and he fought Bivol when he didn't even fucking have to. That's some real throwback shit. But you don't want to talk about that. And he moved up in weight
Bivol
and
was the
fought his
truth.
ass. That's
Bivol
some
was the
throwback
truth.
shit. Hold on. That's some throwback
Shit.
shit.
Wow.
And he did this off the back of going undisputed when he could have took a pussy route and said, no, I'm gonna take a bunch of tune-ups. He conquered a division and said, I'm gonna try to go after that shit. He lost, came up short. And what did y'all do? Call that shit a cherry pick, criticize him, hate on him, and say, you know what?
Bivol was the
Canelo went
cherry
up there
pick.
on some throwback shit.
Break it
I didn't
down,
hear
Mr.
that.
Guys,
I
Mirage.
heard bullshit.
man.
Mr.
Facts.
Mirage, break that shit down like you did
I
on the
can't
No,
believe
show.
he
fuck
said
what he
all
said.
that, bro. I
Hold
can't
on.
believe he said all that.
Before we get into it, let me pay these bills real quick. JMA says now knockouts count. I thought they said it was better that David Benavidez was beating Plant in the decision than Canelo's knockout. And I told you in Mexico, the best is Vaquero. And this is true. You were on here when they said that shit, Mills. They said it was better they go to a decision than the knockout. They said now they switching up. That's what I'm saying.
Hold up. First of
Hold
all,
on. My brother Domo says at Ashy Knuckles, I know you ain't criticizing someone's footwork as a David fan, laughing my ass off. That's a body bag for Domo. That's a
damn word.
body bag.
Hold up. So also,
I'm
I
gonna let
didn't
you
say.
answer. Hold on one second, Ashley. I'm gonna come right back to you. I just got it. I want to reel them off real quick. The Gooch says, "Why are you asking Ashy Knuckles the casual, non-Benavidez questions? He has no fucking clue. He has no clue.
Damn,
That's
bro.
another body. That's two bodies from the Gooch and one from Domo. The Gooch says, Solidus waist is a casual. Doesn't know shit. Salute to the Gooch.
So what?
Supreme,
So
my brother
hold up.
Supreme.
Y'all just can't.
My
Hold up. You
brother
just can't
Supreme. I'm
scream
gonna let
body
you guys
bag and just
respond.
start reading off super chats.
Let me just finish. I only got a few more. Supreme 174 says, here we go again. Solidus T Ashley, Mirage, the wedding crashers. They don't know nothing about boxing. Los stupidos. And my brother, hold on, my brother Jose says, didn't he duck Plant for 3 years? That's
No,
That's
another
what I
body,
said.
and that's
no,
the
you
same
know that's
body
banned.
Body
Carlo was
bag.
bringing up. These guys don't want to talk about that. And
I don't know about
JMA
3
says,
years.
hold on. JMA says this idiot doesn't understand. It's not another fighter. Calls himself a throwback fighter. Hold on. What is he saying here? Am I misreading this?
What this idiot doesn't understand is not an. I think I get what he's trying to say.
I got the definition of a throwback fighter. If you guys want me to tell you what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes,
One second. And then the Gooch also says, got the Three Stooges on today. Ashley, Solidus, and Mirage. Shout out to the Gooch.
Yeah.
The Gooch is
What
cooking
the
with butter
fuck?
today, man.
Like
yeah.
Now
I
you
said,
guys can
man,
respond to any of
if
those
you don't,
So a
disses or to
throwback
like
anything
I
fighter.
said,
anybody said to you guys.
like I
Hang on.
said, when it comes to the super chats, if you don't gargle Canelo semen like fellas on the panel, they're going to
I'm
talk
going to
shit
tell you
about
the
you.
definition
Sure,
of
So
but
a
I
Throwback
throwback
understand.
fighter.
I
fighter.
understand
Throwback
that.
fighter
I
shows
Listen, man.
understand
Canelo
that.
you
being.
already used that line
So I'm
before,
not
bro.
gonna. So I'm not gonna get
Hey,
mad.
Solidus, hang on.
Guys,
Listen,
guys,
Yeah,
because
you
guys,
were.
I'm saying
anybody,
shit that's
That's
common
funny.
sense.
You
They
got
just don't
mad
want
as
to
fuck
hear it.
last
All I'm gonna
listen,
time.
man.
say
Anybody,
is
You got
why
mad.
is
anybody.
y'all
Yeah,
fanboys
because
sticking
some
up for
bullshit was
these
said.
squads?
Like I
Stop
said,
doing shit.
Guys,
all I'm
Yo,
saying
Park
is,
Street, bro, your mic sounds
all I'm
messed up, bro.
simply. Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this.
hold
All
on.
I'm simply saying
Hold
is,
on.
when the
Before
guy
you say,
calls you out and you fight him, that's kind of throwback shit.
before you
I
No,
say,
it's
don't
not.
understand why there's pushback to that. I
No, it's
don't.
not.
I
Let
don't
me
get
give you
that.
the definition
Nah,
first.
Everybody that
let me.
understands boxing should be
Because
able to
Dane
Nah,
just
co-sign
said
that.
it.
no, sir, no,
Listen,
sir.
So
Let me
you
get the
go
what
from
floor.
here, you
Flavo,
go from here me
Nah,
saying
let me
that,
get the
saying I
floor
don't
real
know
quick.
Depends
boxing.
on
Like that
what
doesn't make
opinion
any
about
sense.
throwback.
and why you
Let
Hold
me
on,
saying
get
it,
the
Park.
man.
Hold
bro.
on, Park. It sounds
Yeah,
like
like
you in the
I don't
echo
get
chamber,
y'all,
my
bro.
brother. You
It's
gonna
like
I
if
have
don't
it's
to
get
not pro
calm
y'all.
down.
Canelo, you're going to get hated on.
No,
That's just how
no,
it goes.
actually,
If
Listen,
it's
I
not
do
pro
get y'all.
Canelo,
I
you're
do
going to get
get
hated
y'all.
Flavo,
on.
I do
But
get
Flavo,
y'all.
you're
that's
being
not
quite
true.
serious
You're
with
Listen,
the
just an
throwback
serious
fighter.
though,
ignorant
You're being
bro.
quite
solid.
serious.
Hold on,
If
Let
I
Park
me.
was
Street.
saying
He
good
getting
shit about
understanding,
Canelo,
my
these
brother.
niggas would love me.
Dude,
Nah,
you
It's
just
hold
not
said
on.
the
about
Hold
saying
on.
same.
good
Let's
shit.
address. Hold
It's
on. Let's just
about
address
what
this.
your
Park
negative
Street. Park
Bro,
Street.
spits
We
what did
can't
out.
hear
I
you, my
say
brother.
that was left field? Park Street, I hear you. What did I say that was left field?
Hold on. Let's rewind
Please
this back.
answer that.
No. Hold on. So this is the allegation for the panel. Park Street, you got to jump back on. This is the allegation. If you're not pro Canelo, you're going to get trashed. What does Canelo
Yes.
have to do with Benavidez having poor footwork? What does Canelo
No.
have to
No,
do with
no,
Because
Benavidez not
if
playing
you,
no. What does
basketball?
Canelo
because
got to do
What
with
does
again,
David being a
Canelo have to
throwback
do with
fighter?
all of these topics of
again,
it's not
you
hold on,
went
Canelo
into,
has makes no
hold up,
one second.
IBF, I can
Canelo makes
answer.
no difference in whether David's a
Let me
throwback
answer
fighter
the
or not.
question. Let me
Thank
answer the
Canelo's
you.
not
question.
connected to
Thank
David
you.
You
in
went
that
into
way.
a long speech about Canelo. You didn't have to do that. And you did it anyway. So apparently, this is a pro Canelo
Who brought
channel.
up
You
Canelo
didn't.
first, Solidus? Who brought up
I
Canelo
did.
first?
He
I brought
just
up the
You.
fact about Canelo getting called out.
So
I
who
said
brought
There
up
you
something that
go.
Canelo
was
first?
true.
okay.
And
There
you
you
get
I
mad
go.
with no
said
response.
something
That's
that
what I'm
was
saying.
true.
Everything's
You
not pro
brought up
Canelo.
Canelo first.
But
You
I said
responded.
something that was
Solidus,
true.
go
So
That
ahead,
what
wasn't
is
a
the
throw
response. I
issue?
said
throw
something that
that
was true as
Dunkin'
well.
David
What the
donut
fuck?
and put it
You
guys,
in.
didn't say nothing true. You made excuses for
hold
the guy. Like I said, if you don't say
on,
nothing pro about Canelo, you will
hold
get shitted
Bro,
on.
we
I
talking
said
about
Benavidez is a
Canelo.
good
You
fighter and he can beat Canelo. Oh, you hate
listen,
bro,
man.
Canelo.
hold
You hate
on.
Solid,
Mexicans.
hey,
What the fuck
solid,
y'all talking
solid,
about?
solid,
I never
solid.
Bro,
said that.
Who the
Well,
fuck
that's
told you
well,
that?
maybe not you,
Bro,
but
stop
your
bringing that
chat,
outside
the
shit in this
live,
panel, dog.
the live. No, no, no. I can say what I want, bro. Chill. The live
Nah,
people in the comments, they talking
nah.
about,
There you
oh,
go
he
on that
feel this
racist
way.
shit again,
How
bro. You
does
going back on
IBF?
that race shit again.
IBF. No, I'm going off what they're saying. And I'm gonna say that shit, nigga.
all right,
Who
They're
look,
gives a
saying
look,
that I
fuck,
hate.
what
They're
I'm
saying that
saying.
I'm
bro? Hey, man,
anti-Mexican
you giving
because
me
I said
princess vibes right
Benavidez can
now,
beat
bro.
Canelo.
Nah, you
IBF, how does that
quivering.
make
But
You
sense?
getting mad
I'm just
now.
saying
You
that
getting emotional now.
Let me
I
holler
think
at
you need to
IBF.
relax. Then talk after that,
Nah,
bro.
chill, 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 chill.
Give me
Slow
the floor.
motion. IBF.
Yeah.
How does that mean I'm anti-Canelo because I said Benavidez could beat him? How is that anti-Canelo?
I never said that makes you
Whoever
anti
said
Canelo.
that?
I
Who
need
the
you
fuck said that?
to. I need you to explain how
That's what
that's
the
not
chat said. We
Well,
don't
if
anti-Canelo
I
talk
never
for
about
the
what the
said
chat
that,
chat.
I
said.
don't know how I could
They're
explain it
sending
that
you
would make you.
money. They're sending you money. The lie, the comments. They're saying I hate Mexicans and I'm anti-Mexican because I said Benavidez can
No,
beat
no. So
Canelo.
No, that's his
How is
fault.
that
let me answer.
anti-Mexican,
Hold on.
bro?
Let me answer that for you.
What
Let me answer that
slurs
for
am
you.
I saying about Mexican
Okay,
that would make
let
you
me
say
answer
I'm
that for you. Let me
anti-Mexican?
answer that for you, Solis. Let me answer that for you. So if they're saying you're anti-Mexican, it's likely because you call these people the taco community.
Dumbass.
Back in the comments. So when you call
Dumb
people
fuck.
taco community and things of that nature, you're
No.
typically not loved. You know
I
what I
I,
Come
mean?
I
on,
don't
I
bro.
I,
probably
I
would
don't
Come
refrain
agree.
on,
from
bro.
Bro,
saying
I
that's
those
don't I
a
don't
things if I
bro,
didn't
You
that
agree
was
don't
with you
read.
believe
Hey,
saying
you
what
that.
don't
bro,
read
they
that
your
was a
believe.
comments,
stupid
That's
ass
bro.
all I'm
question.
saying.
You
That
don't
was a
read
No,
your
stupid
no,
ass
man.
comments. You
question.
don't
I
read
don't.
Why
your
am I
comments
getting
on
all
your
this
live.
slandering
Yeah, he
and you
don't
You
gonna
read.
act like you
motherfuckers
don't
out
remember
here be
what the
saying
fuck you
way
said?
worse than taco community. That hurts their feelings. You don't. You don't.
Hold on, Silas.
IBF. You don't read
Hold on.
your comments. You don't read your
Okay,
comments.
okay. Look. I'll tell you this, Solace.
Motherfuckers said
So as
way
a,
worse than that.
I know. Here's this, Solace.
You
So
ain't gonna
as a guest
criticize
on,
that though.
no. I respect that. So listen,
So what's that dumbass shit Quavo talking
hold
about
on.
then?
let me respond. So if somebody's in the comments saying way worse to
stupid
you
as
than
fuck.
what you said, that don't make what you said right, Solidus. That's number one. That's what
And
I
I
teach my
told y'all I
kids.
didn't even
Two
say that
wrongs
shit.
don't make a right, Solid. That's number one. Number two, you're on the panel. You got a spot on here. Every week you got a spot.
Okay.
We respect what you say. No matter how wrong it is, we respect it, Solidus. And the
My
problem that we
question
have
though,
here, no, hold on. And the problem that we have here is if somebody's saying some old ignorant shit in the comment, I wouldn't even acknowledge it. But the fact that you're taking it and saying, oh, because they said this, I'm going to
no,
say
no, no,
this. Is
no.
that how we do it?
They're saying I'm anti-Canelo simply for saying I think Benavidez can beat him. How the fuck is that
I
anti-Canelo?
don't think
It's
so.
not like
Hold
I'm
on, let's
sitting
go to
here.
the chat
Nah,
real
the
quick.
panel saying
Does
that. They're
why
saying
do
I'm
you
hating
guys
on
hate?
Canelo and don't know
Hold on,
shit
let me
about
just ask the
boxing. I
chat.
think
Let me
Benavidez
just
can
ask
beat
the
him.
chat. Please, somebody put in the chat
Who said
why
that?
you guys think he's anti-Canelo. Somebody put in the
All
chat.
right.
Tell me why you believe
So
Solidus T is anti-Canelo.
you don't read your
Somebody tell me why.
comments on your lives, bro. That's
Well,
the
I'm
problem.
finna
You
do
don't
that
read
right
that.
now. I'm finna do that
You
right
don't
now.
read that shit, bro.
Hold on.
Way
I'm
worse
asking
than
right now.
taco community.
Somebody please
Way
tell me
worse.
why Solidus T is
Let me
anti-Canelo.
let me back up before we get
Exactly. All I said was Benavidez can beat this man. They're saying I hate
Hold
Canelo. I'm
I
hating
don't
on his
think nobody
accomplishment.
think that
What the
because
fuck
you
am I
think that
hating on this
Benavidez.
nigga
A
for?
lot
What
of
am I going
people
to hate
think
on?
that.
Solidus, hold on. Before we get dragged into another race
That's
date,
the
I'm gonna
hold on. Let me say this. No,
hold
fuck the
on.
race
You
shit for
don't
now.
let me
Fuck the
talk,
race shit.
asshole.
The
Nah,
only
nah, not
reason
fuck
why
the
me and
race shit. You
Cabo
brought
keep
yourself
arguing
into it.
is
Nah,
because of the Benavidez and Canelo shit.
Hold
nah,
We're
on.
get
not
the
We're
calling
fuck
each
out
other
of here.
racial slurs that
hold
y'all can
on.
hear. He
We're
Nah,
not
argues with me because I think Benavidez. That's where it all stems from. I have no reason to be arguing with this nigga. I say
bro,
I
we're
think
not arguing
Benavidez
bro,
can beat
right
Arguing about
now.
Canelo.
race right
bro.
now.
He's
Bro,
getting
they
at
sent
me
Nuke
over
the
that, saying
screenshot.
I hate
They
Canelo.
sent Nuke the screenshot where you made that comment, bro. For real, own
I
it
told you
already.
I didn't say
Take
that.
accountability.
Hey man, when it
Look,
comes
I
to
don't
we're
have to
race
take
next
not,
accountability
weekend,
for
hold
man,
something
on.
I
I'll be
didn't
back
write.
We're
on the
not being
panel. Until
dragged
then,
into
If I
man.
another
said
race
it, I would
date.
say I said it. I
We're
didn't
not
say
Apparently
that.
not.
I
hold
want
on.
to ask Lava. I
Okay,
want to get back to my question,
Every
man.
we're
time
not
I
being
ask dude,
dragged
he
into
never
another
says
Lava,
where
race.
he got it from. Whoever
We're not being
Mike
what's the
So
something.
this
definition
is
of
the
a
problem with the
throwback
hold on, hold
fighter?
on,
Give
hold
me
on, hold on.
criteria.
This is the problem with the comment. At first, he said, "I don't remember saying that," and then it went
I
weeks
don't.
on without. Hold on. He said, "I don't remember saying it." He never denied. He said, "He said, damn, I didn't remember saying it." At first, it was, "I never said that." Then we said we got the proof, and he said, "I just don't remember saying it."
I
And
never
now
wrote
it's
no
back to
Yep.
taco
saying, "I
community.
never said that."
Yep.
Yeah, I never said it. Yeah,
Hey, let me do the
as I
fake
said.
Solidus laugh.
can we talk boxing instead of this race shit? Seriously? Now, I'm gonna throw it back to what it was before Solidus started saying that he was a Mexican hater or whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
so
who keeps lying on? Like they keep
hold
saying I'm
on,
a Mexican hater because I said
Let him talk, man.
Canelo
Let him
shit.
talk.
Hey,
a
it better not be
throwback.
no bullshit either. Go.
Solid. Shut up. A throwback fighter in combat sports refers to a fighter whose style or mentality harkens back to the previous era, often characterized by a willingness to engage in tough, high risk fights and a preference for aggressive inside fighting, meaning that they're looking for the toughest fights available.
Body
Yeah,
bag.
that sounds like
Body
David
bag,
Benavidez.
dog. Dog.
Exactly.
No, actually, no.
Exactly.
Hold on. I will.
What do you
Well,
mean
hold on.
body
Let me.
bag? That's David to a
Nah.
T.
Let me. No, it's not.
Dumbass.
No, dumbass. Let me
Really?
See,
body
that's
bag
the
you some
Caleb
problem.
more.
See,
Plant
that's
Let
the
me
lost
body
to
problem.
bag you some more.
Morrell on trade
Bro.
in a row. Now Yard 5 in a row. Risky fights versus punches. That's not
He's
Nah.
risky
talking.
fights.
Nah.
He's talking
I
like
said,
Benavidez is just sneezing on
on
these guys and he's winning these fights like they're not tough
Nah. Hold
fights.
He
on.
got
That's what he's
body
talking.
bagged. He just
That's
Wait
how
a
he's
minute.
destroyed
Hold
talking.
on.
David.
Like
Nah.
he's just
Clown.
sneezing and winning these fights. No, these are tough fights. He's just winning them. For some
Okay, what
strange
tough
Yeah,
reason, we
fights
don't
do
want
you
to
have
because
that?
acknowledge
he's
that.
Hold
fighting
on, hold on,
tough
hold on.
punches,
I just
man.
want
I
to
don't
clear this up real
understand that.
quick.
I don't get.
Hold
I
on.
don't get, dude, bro.
Okay,
It's called
okay.
Nah.
Haiti. It's
So
called
He
hold
Haiti.
on
this
one,
yo
one
boy,
second.
so you gonna ride with this nigga?
Solidus, 1 second. What tough fights have David been involved in?
No, the guys, the how you say his name? The
What
The
you
Bosniak
mean
last
fight was
no?
four.
tough.
What you
The
mean
last
no?
four.
Hey, check this
Hold
out.
on, just let him
Hey,
finish. Let him finish. He said
hold
the
up.
Bostic fight was tough.
Hey, by y'all own admission, the
No,
Caleb
I
Plant
just
fight
no.
was tough.
I
Remember,
want
he
what you
struggled in
think.
that fight.
Fuck what we
That
think.
was a
Hold on.
tough
Fuck what
fight.
we
No,
think,
I'm
Solidus.
saying it. That was
Okay,
a tough fight
Bostic.
until the Caleb Plant fight was tough until he got busy on him.
So
The
Caleb Plant was
Andrade fight
tough.
was easy. The
Bostic was
Andrade
Question
tough.
fight was
body.
easy. The
but they weren't
Vostick fight
high
was
risk
tough
fights.
because he couldn't really. He had to
But
actually
they
bang in that
weren't
fight.
high
That
risk
wasn't like
Okay.
easy win. He had to beat
Okay.
him.
So
They were
Bostic.
not
And
Okay.
high
then
risk.
Hold on. So,
hold
hold on.
up,
1 second. one
Oh, let
second
me
round
go.
105. So
Then,
Bostic was tough. Caleb Plant was tough. What else was tough?
yeah, the Morrell fight was tough
Okay, the
because
Morrell
he
fight.
didn't he
So,
didn't he didn't just easily beat him. He had to
okay.
really dig deep
So,
to win
so
that
are
fight. That
those
was
the
not no
only
easy
three
fight.
tough fights we're
That's
Hey,
how
talking about?
anybody
Did
would
limited
you
your
tell
want
you
to
boy
that.
add
is.
anything else real quick?
But
Say
they
it
won
again.
this
Then,
That's
fight.
how
hold on 1
limited he
second,
is.
round 105. I want him to get this out so I can respond to it. Was there any other fights you want to add to the list?
No.
Okay. Does everybody agree that those were three tough opponents for David Benavidez? Mills, do you agree there were three tough opponents for David, or
I think Caleb Plant was a pretty tough opponent for him because of he got isolated out of the first half of the fight. I think Vozick could have been tough had he picked up the
Bosnick was
slack.
his first fight moving up. That's a
Oh
that's
Shut
a
up,
risky fight.
Mirage.
my
Shut the fuck up.
fucking
Mirage, shut up.
god!
No, it
Damn,
wasn't.
Morrell. I'm not Morrell. Vozick was a cool fight for him. Morrell. I don't know. It was a good fight. You got to give him credit for the win. You definitely do. I don't think it was I don't think the Morrell fight was as tough as Caleb Plant
But
personally.
were they high
You
risk
capping,
though?
bro.
I don't think the
They
fight.
were high risk.
I don't think it was as tough
You
as
capping, bro. You capping, bro.
The question
You
Morrell
should
was a
be
capping,
tougher
bro.
fight for David Benavidez
You
and Caleb
capping,
Plant.
bro. You
the
David
capping,
Morrell.
question
bro.
should be is
No,
he
no, 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 no.
taking
That
that
Stop,
was
stop.
not
fight?
no easy fight for Benavidez, bro.
David
You tripping, bro.
was David
Hey, I'm just
Morrell.
gonna say this, bro.
Listen, no. You got a problem of saying
It
shit as
was
though
tougher
somebody
than
else is
the
saying
I'll
plan.
shit.
It
say
was
this.
tougher.
I'll
Shut the
say
fuck
this.
up, Mirage.
I'll say this.
Solid.
Just when you got time,
Listen,
just go back and watch the
solid,
Morel and Benavidez fight, and then
Yeah,
we
solid,
could
but
all
they
have a
solid,
weren't
good night's
high
sleep.
solid,
risk.
All right,
solid.
we
Solid.
good.
David Morrell
Solid.
was a
They
That's
tougher
weren't
all.
high
fight for
We
risk.
David
good,
Benavidez.
bro. I'm not
So
even
the
going to
Solid,
get
question,
mad like last time. There's some
solid.
bullshit.
hey,
I'm not
can
even
I
going
get
to get
in here or
mad.
what?
Solid.
We
Can I get
good.
in here or
They
what?
It's
It's
were
already
not
happened.
high
What you
risk.
Just
mean?
go back and watch the Benavidez Morel fight, and everything is fine.
At some
The
point, you
question
gotta
is he
let me get
taking
into the
tough fights?
conversation.
That's the
These
question.
dudes
Let
is
me ask you
crazy,
a
Oh
man.
question.
shit.
Let me ask you a question.
These dudes is crazy, boy.
David Morrell was a tougher fight for David Benavidez than Caleb Plant,
Yes.
Yes,
based
He
on
got
what?
hurt. He got hurt in that fight,
nigga.
and he didn't
Yeah,
just
he
Bro,
run
got
through it.
hurt. He was
Hey,
hitting them with
Solidus, let
good
me
shots.
talk,
He was
man. Hey,
backing them
Solidus.
up. You've never. Hold on.
Solidus,
Let me
can you
say this. Let me
fucking
say
hear me,
this.
man?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Solidus, can you
He
fucking hear?
got.
You
You've
over
never
talk me
seen
all the
Benavidez
fucking
get
time.
backed up before he
You
fought
over
Morel.
talk me all the
Yes,
I'm
it
fucking
was
gonna.
a
time.
tough fight.
Can you hear me, motherfucker?
Are you gonna
How
answer me?
many,
You're
how
always
many,
over talking. It's pissing me off.
Shut up, Mirage.
yes, hell yeah, I love it.
who you talking to?
Solidus,
Oh, he's
you're
quiet
talking like
now.
the mic doesn't work. Let me get in sometimes, for fuck's sake.
Yo, you get
Let
his
me
ass,
get
He's
in.
yes,
so fun.
get
Oh
his ass,
shit!
Mirage, get his ass,
Yeah.
Mirage.
So Plant
Solid, you
Morel
not gonna
hurt David.
respond?
Morel hurt
Now I
David.
want to hear what he's going to say.
Yeah, Morel
Yes,
hurt David.
yeah,
David
crickets,
didn't just run
motherfucker.
through Morel in the last 6 rounds like he did against Caleb Plant.
But wait, Nuke,
It was a much more tougher fight. It was dangerous, definitely.
Nuke, I got a question for
Morel
you.
was much more tougher and
Hold
dangerous.
on.
Yeah, then Plant. Yeah.
Okay,
Nuke.
okay.
I got a
If he's
question for
Bro,
saying
you.
that, then yeah, we good
yo,
then.
hold on. I agree with y'all. You know what? I agree with y'all.
So
Bosick
what the
and
fuck is your problem
Morel.
then?
Well, no, hold
So
on.
what the
They
fuck? If you
were
agree, what
actually
the
more
fuck you got
dangerous.
to say?
Hold the fuck
Hold
up,
on.
girl.
If you agree, what the fuck do you have to say?
Here's what the fuck. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They were actually tougher, but why? Because David, you're finally fighting where you're fucking supposed to, instead of fucking weight bullying
Yeah,
everybody.
he always
Before
say that
Bosick
shit.
and Morel, when the fuck did David ever fight at a disadvantage of height,
Hey,
reach, or
when did
anything?
Canelo last fight somebody
The
was
fuck
supposed to
out of here.
fight?
Hold on.
What year was that?
He
His
always
last
say that
fucking
shit,
fight.
man.
Clavo.
What
Let me
last
ask you
fight?
something.
That
Man,
fucking
how was
Clavo,
we
tough bloody
criticizing
skull?
motherfuckers going
He always
undisputed,
say
but we
that.
not
That's like
criticizing
the
motherfuckers who
millionth time
ducking?
he say that shit.
David is a duck.
let me ask you something, Clavo. And this is just
He always say that shit.
there were tough fights, but
Do you know
like I
what you
said, the
always repeat as
definition.
well? You
Clavo,
repeat yourself here as well, bro, big time. I know
hold
you
on,
ain't gonna just
Hold on.
point me out and not single yourself out.
I'm about to body bag this. Okay, they were tough fights, but Clavo,
I'm trying to figure
were
out why
they?
David hasn't fought a champion in his
Hold
last
on.
7 fights.
No. Go around to
Because they
105.
won't get
Go.
in the
Okay,
ring.
hold on. Clavo, were they high risk? Did they have anything worth getting for them to be considered high risk?
Thank you,
That's a dumb
exactly.
question.
What the
That's
fuck
not
was it?
related.
Bro,
That's
this
not
was an old
related to
fighter and a
anything.
contender. That's it.
You can
And
be a
hold on,
tough
let me
opponent
go
and
back
not
to your
have a
throwback.
belt.
Hold on, let me go back to your throwback, okay? Give me a little bit. Because we know the throwback fighters, Muhammad Ali, fucking Sugar Ray Leonard, the Hands of Stone, but we don't remember them because who called them out? We remember them because Muhammad wasn't undisputed, because Robert fucking Duran is a 4th division world champion, because Sugar Ray Leonard is a 5th division world champion. Got nothing to do with calling out and taking the fucking fight, you idiots.
Hey,
How do
you
you become an
idiot. You
undisputed
idiot.
Body
champion?
bag.
Who
The
said,
It's
undisputed
about the
champion
hold up,
accomplishments and the
Mirage.
accolades.
Hold up, Mirage, back up. Who the fuck said that's what he's going to be best remembered for? Nobody said that. What we said was that's a throwback fighter trait
These are
that he fought
throwback
somebody that
fighters.
called him
That's
out.
not a
These
What the
are
He
the
fuck do
don't
you not
got no
throwback
understand
throwback
about
fighters.
that?
fighter traits.
Are you fucking retarded?
He don't got
Are
Special
you
no
ed or
fucking
something?
throwback
What do
stupid?
you
fighter
not
traits.
understand about that?
That's
Bro,
not
you're
a
What?
stupid as
throwback
fuck,
fighter.
bro.
They're
Yo,
not high
Solidus.
risk.
These are
Yo,
the fuck.
Solidus.
I just
If
mentioned
he was
Park
three.
Street. You
such a
said what
Throwback
now?
throwback
fighters.
fighter,
I just
why did
mentioned 3
if he
throwback
No,
was
hold
a
fighters.
up.
throwback fighter, why did he not go undisputed at
Yes,
168
fighters.
before
Parse,
Canelo
you
moved
should
up?
be able to Parse, you should be able to agree with this. I would hope. You should be able to. If somebody calls you out and you fight them, ain't that a trait of a throwback fighter?
Are they gonna remember Muhammad Ali for who called them out? or
No,
taking
it
the
all
fucking
depends on
fight
who
and
calls
winning.
you
I didn't
out.
say he's going to be remembered for that,
Get
but
the
that is
fuck
the
out of
trait of
here,
a throwback
man.
fighter.
Hold on 1 second, everybody.
Parsons,
1
would you
second.
agree with that?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna
It all
let you guys
depends on
get.
who calls you out,
Hold on 1
Solidus.
second, fellas. 1
Oh
second.
my
I'm
God,
gonna
bro.
let Solidus and Park and everybody keep going at it. Just give me 1
Well,
second.
prime
Let me say this.
example.
All right, man.
Hold on. Let me
David
say
was
this.
talking all of this shit trying to
All
talk
right,
about
man.
Canelo, but he didn't have no belt.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you guys get right back
Why
to
would
it.
I
Let me.
take a fight
Same
with
old
somebody who
tired
doesn't
ass
offer me
argument,
anything?
bro.
Oh, 1 second, Park. 1 second. Let me just read these comments. I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. The Gooch says if David was a throwback fighter, he would have unified.
My point
You
exactly.
need to
That's
give it
Body,
a
that's
fair.
chance.
exactly where I'm getting
My
at.
point exactly.
Exactly
That was
where
the
the
whole
fuck I'm getting
division, and
at.
you
Mills,
talking
real
about
quick.
he's a
Mills, do
throwback fighter.
throwback
Hey,
fighters
What are you
unify
talking
hey,
about?
usually?
let me ask Gooch. Hey, how many times did Manny Pacquiao unify Gooch?
He unified two or three times, asshole.
Did he?
Hold on. How many fucking divisions have Manny won compared to David? Sit your
No,
dumb
no,
ass
no.
down.
David was
Exactly.
Gold
Sit your
Asking that
Coast.
dumb ass
David
dumbass
Man,
was
sit
down.
Gold
your
question,
Coast.
dumb ass in
Mirage.
the
How
corner,
many
You
Running
fucking
Mirage.
a little
times did
mouth
Manny
retard.
talking a
Pacquiao
grown
Great
man
unify?
Coast,
sport. Sit your
IBS,
dumb ass
WBC,
down.
the
Talking about
WBO.
Yeah,
Oh my
zero.
god, dude.
Manny Pacquiao never unified.
What the fuck
Zero.
is in
how
that
many
kangaroo
divisions
piss
Manny
you
Oh
win
my
in
sipping
god,
David?
on?
this is so fucking
That's
stupid.
what I thought.
Oh,
Hold on, let me
oh
keep going.
god.
Let me keep going. I'm still going on this
That's a
one.
body bag.
JMA says Canelo Gargler, Solidus can't take Benavidez's dick out of his mouth, and it looks like Canelo's dick out from the inner organs. Oh my God. You
Damn.
can't
Y'all
make
is
an
wildin',
argument
dog.
without Canelo's name.
Bro,
That was
that's
brutal.
facts. Bro, that's fucking facts right there. That last statement, read that shit carefully.
Let me read that
He
shit
keeps
again. Hold
bringing
on,
up
real quick.
Canelo and acts like we're doing it.
He can't
That's what
make
I'm
an
saying.
argument without Canelo's
Canelo's way
name
more
being
accomplished than
involved.
David.
Oh man, JMA also left another one. He said, I just think he is ignorant in boxing. JMA also says, can't see Benavidez getting hard fights against those fighters because his lack of technique.
Mm.
What lack of technique?
Hmm.
What?
And
What are you
hold on,
talking
we're
about?
going to get
All I
on that
got to
lack of
say is,
technique. Hold on. Man, Mirage called David Morrell a bum and always downgrading Canelo's fight, asking when was Canelo in a 50-50 fight, but he picks David to beat every opponent to a pulp. By that logic, David has never been in a 50-50 fight. He body bagged the shit
Dumbass.
out of you,
that's a
Mirage.
body bag.
I never called
That's a
Morella bum.
body. That's a
No,
That's
hold
body.
on, wait a minute, Mirage. But you did call him a nobody. You were shitting on that fight, dumb fuck.
correct. A nobody is not related to being a
How?
bum.
Okay, how? Wait a minute. So answer this.
Man, get
Answer
the
this.
fuck
No,
out
no,
of
no.
here. You was
Answer this.
shitting
Answer
on
this.
Morel.
Wait a minute.
You're
Wait
a
a minute. Answer
nobody.
this.
You're a
No, how do you
nobody
go
and you're
from
a
a no?
bum.
How do you go from?
You
How do
are.
you go from a nobody to he's the killer? He's the killer. Morel's the killer.
Because that
Dumbass.
Fucking
relates to
bandwagon.
skill. One relates to
No, it
like
wasn't because you would have had that same energy
popularity.
before you said he was a bum.
One
Man.
relates to
Bro, I swear, bro.
popularity. One relates
You
to
did.
skill
You
and your
listen.
ability.
Yo,
Mirage is the
this dude is
same clown that
funny.
said that Dimitri Bivol was a fucking cherry pick, but yet he's
He was,
undisputed at light heavyweight. How would,
and he was still a
bro? How was he a
cherry pick.
cherry pick if he's undisputed
This
at light
dude,
heavyweight? You fucking retard.
Well,
you
Canelo fought him 3 years ago
He
before
was
he
the
was
Damn.
same guy
undisputed.
that said Boo Boo Andre
Canelo,
and
hey, do you know
Caleb
when
Grant got
Canelo?
better footwork than fucking
Do you
Dimitri
know when
Bivol.
Canelo
What are we
fought
talking
Bivol?
about? Why do you let these guys on, Noop?
That,
When
that's
Why
Bivol
do
very
was
you
true.
let
You
these
beating
know
up
guys
what, Part
champ,
speak?
Three? You got a really good point
Canelo
because
Body
fought
bag.
Bivol when he was
Put
beating
that
that's
up
a
badge up
body
champ.
What the
there.
bag.
fuck is we talking about?
Hold on, Park. I just want to make sure that was Mirage who said that, not Solidus, right?
No,
yeah, I
that
think
was Solidus who said that. No,
Damn,
Solidus was
Yeah,
the
Solidus.
one that said Demetrius Andre and that fucking Morel got better footwork than Bivol.
I hope
Damn,
he didn't say
Solidus.
that.
Solidus is the one that said
Parsons,
that.
you gonna make me beat your ass, bro. I didn't say no shit like that.
Oh,
Oh,
now
okay.
he's
Don't
mad.
play
He's
it,
getting
bro.
Oh my God, it's
mad.
recorded. You said it in
Hey,
the
I
last
never.
video.
Hey,
And first of all, hold on.
hey,
Speaking
I
of
will
beating our
cash
ass,
app
Nuke,
you.
did you find a
I
gym
will cash
in
app you,
Philly?
bro,
Hold
bro,
on,
bro.
Nuke,
Don't
did you
play,
find a
bro,
gym in
bro.
Philly?
Don't play. If you can find
I'm
an
not playing.
audio of me,
Nuke, did you
I'm not
find
playing
a
either, bro.
gym in
Hold up, hold
Philly?
up. You said on my live saying that. You
Yes,
said
you
on my
said it
live
the
saying
last
that.
live. The same live
If
that we
you,
stayed
if
on an
you,
hour after Nuke ended it, that was the same live. Is that not true, Clavo? Because
okay,
Clavo
so
and
Damn.
Round One was
Clavo,
there.
okay, so you
Yep.
said that. Okay,
What
you
are we
said that.
talking about?
Bro. Well, hey,
Clavo,
that was
Clavo,
after the
Clavo.
live,
You and
right?
Round One
We
was on
stayed
that
No,
on
no,
live.
it.
Did
no, no.
I?
He
Did I
said it
say
while it
that?
was recording, Clavo. He said it while
No,
it was
Clavo.
recording. It's in the
Let me
video.
ask him. Let me ask him. Clavo, did I say Demetrius Andrade and who else he say had better footwork than
You
Bivol?
said Demetrius
You
Andre
know I
and
didn't say
Morel
that,
had
bro.
better
Don't
footwork than
play, bro.
Bivol.
All
Yes,
Don't
right,
you
play,
bro.
bro.
did.
I'm glad.
I never
It is
said
on
that,
the
bro.
recording.
If the
Whatever. Like you
recording,
said,
if the
you talking
recording
about
could come
beating
out,
ass. So Luke,
if
since
the
everybody
recording
wants
could
to
come
beat
out, I
my
will cash
ass,
app you, bro.
where's the gym
Yeah,
at?
you
No,
can
let
ask
me
me
hit
prove
you
I
with
said
this
that. You can
shit.
cash app. I'll cash app you.
Where's the
All
Where's
right.
the gym at in Philly,
Hey,
Luke? Since all these
bro,
niggas want to
it
beat
was
my ass,
me.
y'all
It
can
was
line
me.
up.
Hey,
How
hey,
much
it's
how
not a
much will you
problem,
cash
bro.
out
No,
to
I'll
hold
do
on,
it.
hold on,
I'll do it
Solid.
to you,
Don't
bro.
switch
Don't
the,
play,
hold on.
bro.
Don't move
Don't.
the
I'll do
goalposts.
it to
Because I'm
you,
going to
bro.
give you the
Don't
same
play,
energy
bro.
I gave
Don't play,
Ashley.
bro.
Y'all
What's the
niggas be
cash
always
out, bro?
talking
I'll
that
go look
crazy
for that
shit.
Hey,
shit.
I'm
What's
round
not
the
trying
one,
to hear
cash
none
out,
of that.
bro?
I'm
round
not
one in
trying to hear none of
Cabo.
that.
Did I say that?
Where's the gym at, Nuke?
Be
Where's the
honest.
Where's the gym at, Nuke?
Well, hold on.
Where's the
Well,
gym
hold
at?
on.
Even
Hold on.
Clavo know I
Well,
didn't.
wait a
And
minute.
even
Hold on.
Clavo
Wait,
knows
wait
I
a
didn't
minute,
say no
Solid.
shit like that.
You
Wait a minute.
said
Hold
some
on.
other shit that you forgot you said,
Nah,
and it
wait a
brought
Even
the
minute.
Clavo
facts
knows
out.
I didn't say that.
Nah, hold on, Solid,
You
bro.
did say that.
Wait a
I
minute.
did
Hold
You
on,
not
bro.
said
say.
it in
I
Oh,
did not
hold on.
say
Let me hear
Andrade had better
Clavo.
footwork
Hold
than
on,
Bivol.
everybody. One second. One second. Let me
Wait.
hear Clavo real quick.
Hey, is
Nah,
something
well,
going
Clavo's
on
trying to
with
clear
the
this up.
chat?
well, no, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
Can
you
you hear
really
me?
gonna ask me? You just fucking ignored me to go to Steel because he's
Hey,
smarter than me. So
yo.
now I'm smart again.
1 second, Ace. 1 second.
I ain't say you were
Hey,
smart, but I know you
can
We,
remember that
we
anybody
hear
hear
you,
me?
Ace.
conversation,
1 second.
and you know I didn't say that.
Can anybody hear me?
Hold on,
I'm
everybody.
gonna
I
I'm gonna
want
go
to
look.
hear you.
I'm
I
gonna go
want
look
Can
for
Clavo
it.
to. I want Clavo to
Hey,
finish this real
can
quick.
anybody hear?
Clavo, who
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that?
There was a talk about Andre having better footwork, but the only thing was since we were talking all together, it was kind of hard to hear. But he kind of did say that they had better footwork than Bivol. I got
I
to go back and
remember
I got to hear
somebody
it, but
Hey,
it
saying that.
sounded
Andre,
I
something
like
like
remember
that.
right
All
somebody
right,
now,
then.
saying
My
it.
point exactly.
Hold
What
on,
the fuck is
fellas.
you
Facebook,
talking
I
about, you
remember
clown ass
somebody
niggas?
saying it. I wasn't
Nah,
sure if
I'm gonna
it
go.
was.
I'm gonna go
I
look
It
for
was
it.
wasn't sure if
Solidus.
it was
I know
You
Solidus.
exactly
know
what
I
I'm
didn't
talking
say that,
about.
bro. You know I
Hold
It
didn't
was
on,
say that.
everybody.
Solidus because
One
that's who
second.
I
I
was
One
talking
never.
second.
to.
You said
Hold on.
Demetrius
1 second.
Andrade
One
and who
Who's
second.
a
else?
clown, Solidus?
Hold
You's
on.
a
And
One
who
clown.
else?
second, fellas.
Who else?
Fellas.
Who else you said I said?
You's a
God damn.
clown. Shut the fuck up. You sound like a fucking pig.
okay,
Mute
Andre's
everybody,
got
Nuke.
really good footwork, very unorthodox footwork. So I don't know why it's so offensive to say,
Hold on. Let me just
better
clear this
footwork.
up. Let me just clear this up right now. Because it was either Solidus, Mirage, or Ashley who said it. Mirage, does David have better footwork
Damn,
than
bro.
David, I
Demetri
thought you were
Bivol?
talking about Andre. I thought you were talking about Andre.
Does Andre have better footwork than Bivol?
Possibly, he's got
Hey, is
very
something
good
wrong
foot.
with the
Hold
chat?
See,
No,
this is what I'm talking about. A bunch of clown ass
he's got
niggas.
unorthodox
A bunch of clown
he's got
ass niggas.
unorthodox
Yeah, but that's
footwork.
him saying that
He's
though,
Yo,
not
very
me. You said it was
straightforward.
me.
No, but you said
So
that
what part did
yesterday.
I
You
say
said that
that?
like a day ago on the fucking
I
live. The same
never
live
said,
that we
hey,
had
full
an extended
disclosure.
hour
I
on.
never said
Yes, you
Andrade got
did.
better footwork than Bivol. Stop
Okay,
lying
Oh
on
okay,
my
my
okay.
name,
Well,
bro.
God.
okay.
I never said that, bro.
Real
This
research.
I
is
never
about
said
to
that.
Mills, I'm
explode.
gonna
Stop
screen
capping.
record that shit,
So
Mills,
hold on. This is
and I'm
what
gonna
we're
send
gonna
it to
do.
you, Mills,
This
because this nigga's
motherfucker.
lying.
Hold on.
Do
This is
it.
what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
I,
This is what
Oh,
we're
hey,
gonna.
Mills, you seen that video I sent you with me?
Hold on 1 second, everybody. 1 second. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna research that video and we're gonna see if we can find if Solidus said it. Solidus, I'm sure he'd be happy to cash app you something. And if he didn't say it, I'm sure Park Street, you'll be happy to apologize.
He
Because
said
oh, he's
you
Mirage
going to
is
fucking
literally the
apologize.
only
pig.
idiot right now saying that he believes that Andrade had better footwork than
Yo,
Bivol.
I'm the
No,
receipt king,
I'm
bro. I'm
saying
gonna go.
he's
I'm gonna
got
go look
very
for
good
it. I want a
footwork.
piece of that action too.
If Solomon
Clavo
said,
want a piece of that.
if he said it, I want him to say, "I'm a David Benavidez fanboy" in front of live.
Is that fair, Solidus?
It's not going to happen because I never said that.
I know, but
All
if you
right.
But if it
did,
does,
if we play it,
I can't believe he's saying I said that.
but if
I
you
thought we
did,
was cool, but I guess not.
if
I
you
never
do,
said no shit like that.
if it's true, you
But
got to
you
come up
did.
I
with
mean,
that.
bro,
You
That's
you
did
cool
say
though if
that.
you say I
Random was
said it, but I
fucking
know I didn't say
looking
it.
for
I
him, bro.
posed the question.
I
I
thought we
asked
was
you
solid.
specifically.
We had
We
a
are
really good
solid, but that don't
conversation.
mean we're
I
not
thought
going to
we
have a
was solid, and
disagreement.
then you come out here and
But
lie
that
on me.
doesn't mean that we're going to agree on
So,
things. Just
Hey,
because we
so
solid don't mean we're going to agree on
nah, but you ain't
everything.
supposed to lie on me
Man to
though. You ain't
man, we're
supposed to
not going
lie
to
on me
agree
though.
on
Hey, you
everything,
got
You
bro.
me
ain't
just like
supposed
I
a
to
didn't
lie on me.
lie
We
fucking
on
can
you. It's
disagree,
barbarian.
but
recorded.
don't lie on me.
It was a recorded conversation,
No,
bro.
we can
It was a
disagree. That's
recorded
fine, but you
conversation.
ain't supposed to lie on me, bro.
it was just
I'm not
me.
lying on
It
you
was
if it's
just Solid.
I
recorded
never said
live.
Demetrius
Almost
Andrade got
10,000
better
people seen
footwork
the
than
video. What are
Bivol.
you talking
That is
about?
hold on
ridiculous, bro.
1 second. Round
All
one.
right.
Do you know if this was said? Do you know
Yeah,
who said this round one?
so it was. your mic up, bro. I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, round one.
Wait up.
Somebody's going through an echo chamber
Well, we
around
don't miss
here.
much anyway. Don't worry about him.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, don't
Mirage is.
worry, because soon as I go
All
back
right,
into
can you
work,
hear me
I'm
now?
We
gonna
can hear
find
you
a
better,
portion of the
round.
video and I'm gonna
Okay.
send it.
So I can't recall, but I recall it was me, Chavo, Park, and Solidus. But then we can't say we could go back because the live was off. It was already ended. We
No,
were
no, no,
just
no, no,
No,
no. You're
it was when it
misinterpreting.
was recording.
It
It was
was
when
during the
it was still
live
live.
recording. I mentioned the conversation that we had because it was on that same live. The same live where we had that
oh,
extended hour conversation is the
and it was
same live that
about
he
like the
said it on when it was recording.
okay. And then
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Solidus, you did say something about um fuck, who was it? Because you were saying someone
Boo
had
Boo
better
having better
footwork
footwork than Bivol.
yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
did say
saying.
that.
Everybody knows it. I'm not
Damn,
talking
2
no
to
bullshit.
1.
The fuck is you
I
talking
never
about?
said. I
It's
never said
recorded. It was
Demetrius
a recorded
Andrade.
conversation.
I never
Wait a
said
minute.
Demetrius Andrade had better
Nuke,
I
footwork than
just
he didn't give
Bivol.
a
want to
straight
say this.
answer.
I
Nuke, I'm
just
gonna
want
tell
to
you
say this.
exactly
Hold
what
on,
happened, Nuke.
everybody. Hold on. I
Oh,
just want to say this. Right now, Solidus, your reputation's on the line. Because if they find this, you're going to be looking funny, Solidus. The reason why I say this, Solidus, no, hold on, Solidus. Normally, I would believe you, but you were the same guy who said you didn't say that taco community shit, and then we seen it. So
Exactly.
now this will be the second time something came up, you said you didn't say it.
Hey,
So
let me
I'm
get in here.
hoping,
Hey,
because we're going to be
All
looking at
right,
you funny style from now on
hey,
if you said this
IBFP.
shit.
all right, find it.
Solid
I
is
don't
Okay,
know.
some
He
I don't
knows
I
know.
I
need
didn't
Solidus
say
to go
that. I
work
don't
and
know why
find
he's
this if
saying I
he
said
said
it.
it.
Hey,
It was the very
I don't
last
know.
video,
I don't
so
know
it'll be
if
easy to
Bivol's
find.
got.
I said
I don't know if
Demetrius
he's got better
Andrade got better
footwork.
footwork than Bivol. That's crazy.
You said Demetrius,
You guys
Andre,
All
and
don't
right,
Morel
feel
got
bro.
like
better
Bivol's
footwork
got
than
what
Bivol.
is Muhammad
And then
Ali.
Nuke asked you. You didn't give a
All
clear
right.
Guys,
answer, and
hey,
then
hang
Nuke
on.
went on like a 30-second rant about how he was a meat rider.
I
That's
want to
crazy,
know,
bro.
oh
Mirage.
damn.
I need an answer from
That's
you,
crazy,
dog.
bro.
What the fuck? How does Demetrius Andrade and Caleb Plant got better feet than Dimitri
No,
Bivol?
I'm not saying they got better footwork, but I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
you're acting like Bivol's got Muhammad Ali feet. He's got good movement, but it's very
He
ABC.
does.
You know
He
what he does? He
does.
Exactly.
moves in.
What is this dude
He
talking about?
bounces in and out.
What,
That's
what,
his.
what are
That's
you
his footwork.
talking?
I'm going to
Bivol has the
bounce in.
best footwork in boxing right now. No active
I'm
fighter
telling
got
you
better
what he does.
footwork than
Yeah, you can
Bivol.
glaze.
Maybe a
You can glaze as much
Lomachenko.
as you want.
Maybe a
I'm telling you
Lomachenko.
specifics.
This
Lomachenko got
dude
really
Okay,
good
sounds
okay.
footwork.
Hold on,
Specifics. He
Mirage. Hold on,
bounces in.
Mirage.
He
We want you to
bounces
break
out.
it down. Hold on one second,
For
Mirage.
real.
Mirage, one second,
He's
one
got
second.
basic good
Hold on,
footwork.
Mirage. Okay, so who has? Give me 5 fighters with better footwork than Dimitri Bivol right
No,
now.
I'm not going to do that off the top of my head. 5.
Now
That's
go ahead and
bullshit.
do
Yeah,
that. Go ahead and
All
do
right.
that.
Well,
he's got.
Well, then give
all
us
right. Well, do
three.
this. If you're not gonna do that,
He's got.
if you're not gonna do that,
He's
just
got
give me.
great. He's got great movement, but I'm saying it's basic style of movement, in and
How is
out.
it basic?
On,
Wait,
I
hold on.
just
Basic.
told you. He just
Well,
moves
if
in
he's
and bounces.
undisputed and he
That's
got
not
basic
what he
movement,
He
does.
then that
bounces
means that
in
he's
and
the
out of
greatest light
range.
heavyweight of all
So
time.
wait a
He
minute, wait a minute. So
bounces in
I
and
Come on,
get
out of
bro.
no.
range.
That's what I'm
This is
talking
this is
about.
how
You
you
letting
get
these
to the
clowns
bottom
talk
of
that
what
don't
he's
know shit
truly
about
saying.
boxing.
Hold on one second, Park. This is how you get to the bottom. So you said Bivol has somewhat basic footwork. What kind of footwork does David have? Is it basic? What is his footwork?
Okay, I never compared David's
I'm not
footwork to
asking you to
Bivol.
compare.
Why are
I'm
you
asking
trying
you
to
what his
steer it
footwork
there?
is. Is David footwork basic or not?
Yeah, it's basic and methodical, and it suits his style perfectly. Yeah,
So it's the
but
same as
Andre,
Bivol. They're on the same level footwork wise
Exactly.
because they're both basic,
Clown.
no,
right?
Exactly.
no.
Oink.
Bivol's obviously
Motherfucker
better,
oinked the
but
clown. Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass clown.
Andre has got unorthodox footwork. He's very unorthodox. He's
What's
unpredictable.
orthodox
The
footwork?
only
He
thing
doesn't punch a weird
unorthodox
spot.
about David is the fact that he's a duck.
No, Andre's got unorthodox footwork.
Fuck is you talking
I
Andre,
thought
about?
David was orthodox, not unorthodox.
Andre's just fucking dumb.
Come on, you
I
talking
don't
about
think
David's a throwback fighter, but he
Dave's
ducked
got
the whole division. Come on, bro. Stop.
Explain to me. Can you
really
just tell
David
me
Duck,
what
Stop.
really
exactly like
David Duck, really
Hey,
David
wait,
Duck. What are you
hey,
talking
you
about?
call my boy
Hold on one
Canelo.
second, everybody. 1 second. I want Mills to get this question off real quick.
Yo, man, I just need to know what you think footwork is exactly. Like, what makes somebody have exceptional feet?
I mean, what do you mean?
Crickets.
Exceptional
You
feat.
know exactly what I mean, bro.
Hey
Because you
Mills,
keep
I'm
you.
training right now, and I'm a fucking clumso. And this nigga got the nerve to say that Andre got better footwork than Bivol. Come on, I'm in the
I
gym.
never
I'm
said
in the
that. I
gym
never
right
said
after
that.
work. I've been in the gym at the.
So
Listen, hey Nuke, ever since we signed that shit up to link up, I've been working out, and I sent Mills some video. You know what I'm saying? Since they were saying I'm a casual and I ain't never been in the gym, I sent the proof and I sent the receipts. And
hey,
that's why
what's
I
the
kept
name of your
asking, since
video,
Solidus
bro?
want to call niggas out, you want to talk about you want to beat my ass, well, you can line up right after Ashy. I'm tired of all these
Hey,
niggas running your
Hey,
mouth.
I don't
hey,
want
Find
to.
that
Hey,
gym
we
in
can do
Philly,
that, but I
and
don't
we
want to do
link
you
up.
like that, bro. I'll do
hey,
you
Park.
dirty, bro.
Man,
Hey,
fuck all
Boxing.
Park.
that.
Hey,
Fuck all that.
Park.
Fuck
Nah,
all
Park.
that.
nah, for
I'm
Boxing,
not
real.
trying to hear
No,
none of that.
bro. I would do you dirty,
nobody
bro.
answered.
Fall
What's
back,
good
bro.
footwork?
Fall
I'm not
What's
back.
trying
good
to hear none of
footwork?
that.
I want to hear the
All right,
answer
all
for
right.
real.
You
Like,
If
if,
you
you
if
in front of
after
offered
me,
to
it's
that
a
beat my
wrap.
question, I
ass, and
could
I'm
do
obliging.
If you get
You
in front of
offered
me,
to
it's a
beat my
wrap.
ass, and I'm
All right,
obliging.
okay,
You offered to beat my ass, and I'm
okay,
obliging. I'm not running from no
all right,
smoke. I want all y'all to
all
ll line up,
right.
one after
Okay,
another. Matter of fact, y'all
okay.
can
That
all
sounds
get in the
good.
ring ring
I
if you
like
want.
that talk. I like
Y'all
that
can all
talk.
get
I
in the
like
ring
that.
if you want.
I
But
like
like
that
I
talk.
said, Nuke, find that gym
I'm
in
just
Philly,
warning you
find
right
that gym
now.
in
You
Philly,
get in
and
front
we
of me,
gonna
it's a
look. I'm
wrap
not
for you,
trying to
my
hear
boy.
none of that.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hear
I'm
none
gonna
of that.
beat your ass. I'm gonna cut your fucking dreadlocks off
Hold
too.
on, because we
I'm
got
not
too
trying
many
to hear none of
people.
that.
Okay, we got too many people talking, so I just want to say this. Park Street. I'm going to answer a few people. Park Street. I'm gonna get that gym. We're gonna get that worked out. Solidus, it's okay. You don't want to fight Park. I would have
No, no,
done
no,
it
no,
too.
no. I'll
Okay.
fight him. I'll
And
fight him.
hold on. And
I'll fight
Mirage,
him.
you
Nuke.
don't want to answer the
Nuke,
question. I
you
understand
fooling,
that you
bro.
scared because you can't answer it.
Fucking nigga, I knew you right.
Hey
Oh
Mills,
fuck.
Let me make
it's
that.
it's Jay Colston. I'm
Oh
gonna put it.
shit.
I'm gonna put the joint in the video. It was one of my old pages, but it's the first video that pops. It's like one of the first videos that pop up. I sent it to
Why
your
you?
email, but I'm gonna put it in the chat again.
No, no.
Hold on, Parky, hold on.
I'm gonna go. What's your name? What's your email, man? I want to. I'm because I don't know your name
Hold on,
like
just put
outside
it
of
in a
this.
private chat, Park. Put it in a private chat. I don't
Okay,
want
Yeah,
people
okay.
I'm
blowing
gonna
your
put it in
shit
the
up.
private chat again.
Yeah, people will blow your shit up, man. Talking
Bro,
Yeah,
I
about
like I
still
this
want to
said,
know
I'm
the.
not
I
ashy
taking
still
no
want to
knuckles
know the
shit.
bullshit.
answer,
So
bro. I still want to hear somebody answer Steel's question for real. It
And
got
Mirage
skipped.
can't
what
Hold on,
answer
I can
it.
answer. What do you?
hold on.
Okay, it's the
Let
ability
me-
to get in and out of range, to fucking avoid punches with speed, how fast you can do it, how unpredictable you are with your movement, cutting off the
it,
ring. I mean, what's fucking basic shit? How good you are getting in
that's
and out
not
of
basic
range,
shit.
essentially.
This dude
Basic
is out of
shit.
his
Yeah, and
mind.
Basic
people
shit.
does it.
If
And
you
people
have the
does it
footwork to
good.
do
No,
all
no,
of that, that
people
is
does
not
it good,
basic.
but in a basic way, in and
Nah,
out,
man.
in and out.
See, David
Nah,
is David is the definition of
Usyk,
basic. See,
bro.
Usyk,
David can't cut the
Bro,
ring
good.
off.
Hold on.
David
Good
can't go
footwork,
in and out.
Usyk has
David
more
bro.
can
unpredictable
set up
movement.
Bro, when you
angles.
got hold on, when you got good footwork, when you
Usyk has
got good
better
footwork, yes,
unpredictable
you're
movement.
gonna control the distance. You're gonna change angles. You're gonna create offensive and defensive opportunities. Deliver
Yep.
Yeah,
punches on the
people is good at that.
defense.
Yeah, people is good at that.
David
Yeah,
had
sure.
footwork. He'd
No, no,
really
no.
be a
I'm gonna
monster.
tell you this. I'm gonna tell you. Have you seen training footage of Dimitri Duval working the mix?
Yep.
Mirage, I'm
Yeah,
asking you.
I
yeah,
got,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, well, have you seen
Beautiful.
that footage? Have you seen that footage in him where he's moving
hold on,
backwards,
I'm
punching, and
studying Buffalo right now, Mills.
yeah, have you?
Yeah, but
That
that's
dude
his
is
style.
a
hold on,
master.
He's
No, no, no. But you're
that,
missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying. I'm not just saying punching on the go like he'll let a couple of shots go and then he's faking setbacks happen away. This dude is backing up, throwing combinations. He's lighting up. He's found that middle ground where he's lighting up on his feet to where he can be out of range and getting countered, but he's still getting enough leverage on the shots to sting you to force you to stop your momentum from coming forward. How the fuck is, and this is moving backwards, moving not
yep.
forward. This is moving backwards.
Not
So when
forward.
you talking to me about basic footwork, even when he fought Zerto, he,
Yo,
you know,
somebody mute their mic.
yeah, I don't know who that
It's
is.
Park Street again.
Okay.
hold on,
But
hold on.
even when he was fighting Zerto, bro, just just little simple shit like putting his foot on the outside on the lead, putting his lead foot on the outside of Zerto Ramirez's foot to restrict that dude's movement, so he couldn't get a clear shot or get out of the way of a shot without losing his foot or whatever. That's footwork. All that shit is intertwined with footwork, and he was cutting angles on Zerto off of
Hold on.
him, placing his
Facts.
fleet foot on the
Hold on.
outside of
Yeah,
his hip.
he's
I
got
don't know
great
what
footwork,
you're
but
talking
you
about. This
can't.
dude has basic
Mills,
footwork, bro.
Mills, hold on.
But
You guys didn't notice that Mirage said footwork is used to slip punches, and when that's head movement.
I didn't even catch
no,
that. I
Exactly.
didn't
That
no, I
catch
shit.
didn't
that.
That's
say. I
what I
didn't
knew.
say footwork. I didn't say. I
That
didn't
is
use the
upper
word
body
slip.
movement. We're talking about lower body.
Oh my
It's about
god! I didn't
avoiding
even
What is that
catch
Mirage,
guy
that.
talking
you
about?
have
It's about
you man,
avoiding
Mute
you
his mic.
officially
punches
an
with
idiot.
movement.
Yo, bro,
But
you
Mute
I
a
didn't
his
say
hip.
mic.
slip
He
punches.
said head movement.
You a
So,
hip type dude,
Get the
bro.
well,
fuck
You
you
a
out of
can't
hip
here.
type dude.
Get the
you
fuck
can't
out
compare
of
that
here.
to a pressure fighter.
And you know what else, Mills, too?
David's game is not about getting out of range. He gets in range, so
He
it's
just
you
said he
can't
just
compare
So does
that.
he
Bro, you
all.
always
Exactly.
say that
That's why
David's
he's
got
a
good
basic
footwork.
fighter.
Hey,
That's why he's a
most of the
basic
time,
fighter.
most of the
No, that's
time,
why he's
Because he
much
can
more
only come
dangerous.
forward.
most
That's
of
He's
the
a
why he's
time,
much
basic
pressure
more
fighter.
fighters don't got
dangerous
good
No,
fighter.
footwork,
the
He's a
bro.
much more
dangerous fighter is the
dangerous
fighter that
fighter.
has different levels of his
No,
capabilities. That's the
he's a much more
dangerous fighter.
dangerous
The
fighter.
Way
dangerous fighter is the
dangerous.
Don't.
fighter that can fight going
He's
forward and
seek
that
and
can fight going
destroy. He's
backward.
seek and
The dangerous
destroy.
fighter is
He's
a
seek and
counter puncher that
destroy.
has power. The dangerous fighter is the fighter
People
that has the
spends
upper
half
body
the
and keeps
fight
his
out
head
of
moving.
range.
That's the dangerous fighter. Like I
People
said,
spend
David
half the
is Sully
fight.
from
Shut
Monsters
up.
Inc.
Shut up. People spends
Fucking
half the
pussy,
fight
shut up.
out of
You over there
range.
drinking that
You
Australian piss.
understand?
Shut up, pussy.
David spends the
That's why
fight
you
in
so
range.
fucking
That's why it's
retarded.
more
Wait,
dangerous.
wait a
Over
minute,
there having
Park.
sex with
Hold on,
kangaroos and
Park.
shit.
And that's why
Hold on, Park.
motherfuckers are
Hold on,
ducking
Park.
and they don't want
Hold
the
on, one
smoke.
second, Mirage.
That's
One second,
exactly
Mirage.
why.
Park. I can't let you talk to him like that, Park, because at the end of the day, he's not drinking Australian drinking piss. He's drinking kangaroo piss. There's a difference.
Well,
Kangaroo
I
piss.
thought kangaroos were from Australia.
They are, but he's from New Zealand.
Oh, okay, that's true. Oh, okay. Well, I take that back
No,
because
New Zealand.
he's not
New
a fighter,
Zealand is
unlike
its own
He's
kangaroos.
place,
an Aussie.
but New Zealand. Yeah, but New Zealand is like the nutsack of Australia,
You
basically
right. You
in range.
Oh, okay.
I got a question for
Okay,
you,
so
Luke.
his name should be the Gooch.
Not the cooch, the cooch. Hold on. I just want to address something real quick. And so this is something that I'm going to address that I didn't notice until now, but it's a race issue that we've been having a lot of inconsistencies with people on the panel and things. Does anybody want to address that? Because there's a lot. Clavo, I know there's been a lot. Solidus, I know there's been a lot where everybody says there's
Man,
different
that's
things
a
racially
victim
going on.
mindset bringing up race. It's a
That's
victim mindset.
solid, bro.
Anybody that brings up
Hey yo,
race is a
That's
victim.
solid.
Simple as that.
IBF, how
I'm
soon
not trying to hear none of
can
that
you get
shit.
the boxing gym? You saying box?
Damn, Solidus is like that?
I'm actually interested. At first, I didn't. I was going to play it off, but now I want to fight him now.
Nah,
How
don't play
soon
that
can you
shit off.
get
Keep
that?
that same energy. Keep that same
Damn.
How
energy.
soon? No, I'm dead serious. How soon can you make that work?
I mean,
Man.
I guess as soon as we need
I'm
to.
not
I
playing.
mean,
I'm
Are
legit
you from
with it.
Minneapolis? Solidus, are you from Minneapolis? With that
No,
T-Wolves? Where you from?
that's my favorite team, but no,
Where you from? If you
shy.
don't mind. Oh, okay, right. Oh shit, that's right around the
well,
corner
yeah.
from Minneapolis.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
See, that's the you asking the wrong question, Mills. The question you should be asking is where is he located?
Yeah, where
That's
are
the
you
question you
located,
should
Solid?
be
You
asking.
I
located
can
from
And
do
how
that.
far
Chicago?
are you from Philly?
Damn.
How far are you from Philly?
Philly.
That's the question you should. Asking
Hold
where
on.
he's from
Let's
don't
go
mean it
back.
don't matter.
Let's go back to what IBF said.
Hold on,
You
I got
said you said you can get the gym and you can make it up where we can fight. You can
Yeah,
do that.
I
This
can
is
make that
Of
legit.
work.
course. Yeah, we already doing it with me and Ashley. That's why I said we can add you to the card.
You've done it before, so you can really do this.
Yeah. My name. Why you keep asking the same questions? Just asking when he putting
Okay.
it through.
All right.
That's why
Yo,
I
All right.
brought
man,
it
I'm
up
with it.
because it
R-Truth is
seems like
on
everybody
So
forgot.
Million
But
let's
see,
pounds.
do it
I'm
like
the one that
this.
keeps the same energy.
I'll
So when
do it like
everybody
this.
forgets,
Let's
I'm the reminder.
let me replace Ashy, me and you.
No. Hell no.
What?
Hell
Hold on,
no.
what?
Ashley got to get that
I'll
work
fight in
too.
place of Ashy. Leave Ashy out of it. Me and you can squabble.
No. I got listen. All y'all got smoke with me, so I got smoke with y'all now.
Nah,
Ain't no
you
stepping back
talking
on
like you
nothing.
can't be touched,
I'm
so I'm
not
gonna have to go
stepping
ahead and
back
do it to
on
you.
nothing. I'm not.
You talking
Nobody
like you
said
can't
that.
get got,
Y'all
so I'm gonna
know.
have to
See, the
get you.
problem is
So
y'all
I'm gonna
talk
do it.
tough on here. Y'all talk
So
tough,
leave
but then
Ashy
y'all
out of
don't
it.
expect somebody to
This is me and
oblige
your
your
thing now.
wishes. Man,
This is
this is
me and
me and
your
your
thing
thing
now.
now.
Leave Ashy
All
out
right,
of it.
cool. That's just another one.
Me and you,
That's just
IBF is
another. I'm not
saying
leaving Ashley out of nothing. Just don't mention Ashley because Ashley gonna get that work too.
IBF gave me his word that he can make it happen with the
Bro,
gym.
what's happening?
And you, hold
Yep.
on,
I'm
you're
gonna do
okay
it.
with?
I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
come
Solidus.
to the
Solidus,
gym.
you're okay
I
with
want to
Philly?
fight this nigga Park Streets.
Okay, you
Boxing.
okay
Yep.
with Philly, Solidus?
Yep.
Philly, Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Okay.
Nigga, what other
What's
Philly do
your
you know
Is
So
about?
that
is
where
that
you
is
at?
that okay, or is
Not
there
to
another place you think would
not
make
to
sense?
No, I could do Philadelphia, but is
Oh,
that not to be in your personal shit? But that's where you at. That's where you located at. You don't.
No, I'm in Harrisburg,
No,
so
I'm not talking
I'm
about
two
you,
hours
nigga.
away from Philly.
IBF.
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Yeah. So,
what's your height? What's your height and your weight, Solidus?
oh man.
He trying to match it.
I
Solidus,
No,
say
I'm
what's
no,
your weight,
not
my
me,
6'2",
brother?
not me. I'm sure.
6'2.5".
Hold on, what you say,
yeah.
Solidus?
I'm over 6 feet. He's not. He's
I
not
already
far
know.
off.
I can hear it in your voice. I can hear the pussy in your voice. Same thing.
Damn.
The same way I
Damn.
Okay.
called out Ashley's height. I called out Ashley's height and weight before he even
Okay.
said it.
So Solidus, you're
Okay.
about
Yeah. This
six
nigga got me
one.
heated, bro.
Unfortunately for y'all, I
Hold
like
on,
fighting tall niggas.
hold on 1 second. Solidus, you're
Hey,
about
mate.
6'1".
Hey,
How tall are you, Park
Nah.
Street?
Taller than that.
I'm 5'7".
So this is gonna be a big gap.
the
And I'm not
Solidus
trying
got
to
a
hear
big
none of that
ass.
shit because when Nalo being great fighting all the big niggas, I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm on my Nalo
You're
shit.
not
Y'all wanted to
Canelo
talk
though.
that smoke.
You're
Y'all
not
wanted to
Canelo
call
got
Canelo.
me
great,
out.
great
So I'm getting
boxing.
that
He's
smoke.
You
bigger
Hold
than
trying
on,
to
you.
listen to the
you stepping to me. You
Solidus.
will
Canelo
fail.
Hold on,
got
no,
You
hold
will
on,
fail.
because
You are not
hey
Canelo,
Mills, y'all
nigga.
all heard him a
You
minute
are
ago,
not
right?
Canelo, my guy.
He was talking about
Yes.
throwback fighters and accepting fights when called out. Now I accept that
Okay.
his fight, he
I
gonna
like
talk like a
that.
pussy. I'm not
I
trying to hear none
like
of that.
that.
I'm
Oh
not trying
my
to
Let's
hear
do
none of
it.
that.
god.
Okay.
I'm
I
keeping the
like that.
same energy. I'm keeping the
I like
same
that.
You're
energy.
gonna
I
eat
like
your
that you're
ass
doing
kicked.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear
You
none of that.
oblige. I'm accepting.
Okay, and
Yep.
listen, fellas.
I'm with it.
Listen, hold on, fellas. I know
We
when
gonna
I show
see
up.
that
Hold
shit
on,
you
fellas.
talking today. We gonna see.
You
Hold
see
on, fellas.
Preem.
Hold
We're
on,
gonna
fellas.
see.
Hold on, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you. I just want to say
Yeah.
this.
I mean
I
that.
just
Look
I
at
want to
them
say
touch
this.
that
eyes. I mean
chin.
that shit.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna
I
touch
just
that
want
I
to say
chin.
mean that
this.
shit.
I
All
just want
right,
to say
cool.
this.
And I'm gonna touch that body.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hold Hold on, fellas.
No,
I
I'm gonna
like
show
this
up.
Stretch
energy.
that
I
for
like
me.
it. We definitely gonna see.
I'm gonna show up to the. I'm gonna rent a gym. I'm gonna rent a space. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna have a camera. I'm gonna have a couple of ladies with me, and they're gonna help me film.
oh
Please
yeah,
don't hit
yeah.
me
Make sure
because
one of
I'm
them
a
is a
snitch.
fat bitch.
Bro, I'm going. I'm going, bro. I gotta show up.
I know Preem gonna
Oh,
show
you
up.
know Preem. You know Preem. I know
Preem a
Preem gonna
coach.
show up. Listen,
Yo,
hey, listen.
listen. You take
Preem and
care. You
Mills.
take care, son.
Preem and
Listen.
Mills. That's
You
my
take.
cut, man.
Listen. Hey, Park. Take care of Solidus T. Let me get Ashley, please.
Hold on. The only thing I'm gonna say
Come
is the
on,
only thing I'm gonna
Cream.
say.
You know I got smoke with them niggas, man.
Hold on. I want you guys to understand this. I'm gonna have you sign consent forms because if somebody get knocked the fuck out, I'm airing it.
We signing
I
it.
don't give a
I'm
fuck.
signing it.
Listen, I've been bullied my whole. You know how many times I got knocked out in private?
Well, you about
Man,
to
get
get
the
knocked
fuck
out
out of
again.
here.
Oh
Yeah,
my
get the
god.
fuck out
You
of
about to
here.
get knocked
I'm
out
not
again.
worried.
But you still haven't
Listen, see,
learned.
this
You
is a
still haven't
problem.
learned, Park
Y'all
Street.
too
You
worried
still
about
haven't learned your
losing
lesson.
rather than
People
being a
nailed the
man and
start, have you?
standing
Oh,
on
you
disrespect.
should be worried
I
about.
don't care about winning.
Bro. I
I don't care
promise you,
about winning.
bro.
What
I
I'm gonna do is
promise.
put paws on
I
you.
don't know how many
I'm gonna
dead
put paws
relatives
on
you
you.
got. I promise on your
I'm
dead
going to put
relatives, bro.
paws
I'm
on you.
body bagging you.
I'm going to put paws. I
Damn.
don't got no dead
I
relatives.
promise. I
I
don't
got
know
no
how
dead
many
relatives.
dead motherfuckers in
I'm
your
going to
family,
put
but I
paws on
promise you,
you.
nigga, I'm taking
You
care
see
of you.
that
The
timber
only
wolf
thing,
that you got on your
there's only
picture?
one thing I want
I'm
to
going to
add
put
to this.
Okay.
paws on you.
All right, hold on
Okay.
one second. There's one
Okay.
thing
I
I
may
want to
expect
add.
that.
Hold on. There's one thing I want to add. Mirage, is there any way you can fly to Philly to get your ass whooped?
Hell no.
You got a
For
We
passport,
ain't
sure.
coming down
anything.
here.
You got to come to Australia to get your ass whipped. Okay, I'll
Nobody's
be
going there
waiting
to
in
be
Sydney.
wrestling
Ain't
with
no
I'll
kangaroos.
fucking
be
other
waiting
Milan,
in
you
side of
got
the
to bring
Sydney.
world
your
to
ass
slap
up
your
here.
ass.
If you want that work, okay, you know where to come. Sydney,
Oh,
I'm gonna
Australia.
use your ass as a punching bag. Matter of
I
fact, you a
have
tune-up fight.
Hey, but I can tell Solidus can't wait to get his hands on Park Street and beat that ass. I can tell that already.
Damn.
Listen,
This is a
a lot of
mistake.
dudes didn't said that.
Hey,
A lot of
this is
dudes
a
didn't said
mistake for
that.
him. This is a mistake for him. You should have
Okay,
laughed it
cool.
off. You should have laughed it
And
off
it'll
when
be
I
a
did that.
lesson. And it'll be a
This
lesson
is a
learned. But the one
mistake.
thing that I will say
This
in
is a
front of all of
mistake for
these, I'm
you.
gonna punch you in your shit. I'm gonna punch you in your shit. That's all I
Good
got to
luck.
say. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying
All
to
right.
lose. I'm trying to
I'm
put
gonna say
balls on
this.
you.
Hey,
Good luck in
Solidus,
I'm
Philly.
trying
hey,
to put
Good
balls
Solidus,
on
luck
you.
let
in
me tell
I'm
you
not
Philly.
trying to
something.
none of that.
When y'all in the
Good luck in
ring,
Philadelphia.
listen, the ring is a different story, man. I'm telling y'all right now. If you ain't
Bro,
never
I used
boxed
to
in the
box.
ring
Man,
This is
before,
nothing.
listen,
Fighting
listen.
another man in the
let
boxing,
Park
So
fighting
did
Street,
another
I.
man in
listen.
the
So did
boxing
I.
If you
strap. This is
haven't
nothing to
boxed,
me.
So did
listen,
I.
listen.
I
I'm
already
good.
sent Mills
Hey,
the proof.
I'm trying to
I
give
I'm
y'all
already sent
good.
advice.
Mills just a
Listen,
little bit of
I'm
proof.
trying to give you advice. If y'all haven't boxed in a while, y'all gonna be
Okay.
fucking crazy tired in that ring. I'm gonna tell
Hey,
you that right
Hey,
now.
Mills, I'm gonna
say
tell you
Mills,
this.
tell
Hold
them
on,
what I've been
Hey,
doing, Mills.
I'm
Tell
about
them
to
what I've been
one
doing.
second.
and
Hold on,
Park
hold on, one
Street.
second,
You
pause.
made a
One second.
mistake. You're a smoker.
Hold on,
Don't
one
let me
second.
touch
So
your
what?
liver.
And you gonna get smoked, nigga?
Hold on, 1 second, Park.
You're a
1 second,
smoker
one
trying to
second, Park.
box.
Hold on,
Okay.
I
What are
got
you
two
talking
questions.
about?
I got one. Hold on, I got one
Okay.
for
See,
Preem.
Solidus don't got no discipline in his life.
Hold on, one second, Park.
Okay.
I got a question for Preem and I got a
Okay.
question for Mills. Mills, what are some things you recommend before they step in this ring? And then I got the same question for Preem right after Mills.
Man, do your
If you
road
were
work.
just giving
Get
advice.
your get your cardio up. Do your road work, man. Oh man, do main cardio. I mean
The only thing I care about is footwork and cardio. That's the
cardio.
only
That's
thing
it.
I'm working on is footwork and cardio. That's it. Everything else, you know what I'm saying? The rust will come off. The footwork and the cardio is the biggest things with me.
You don't have anything else to add other than
Nah,
cardio, Mills,
shit.
or you
Yeah,
just
because I
saying
mean,
that?
from what I'm hearing, both of them got boxing experience, man. So
Okay.
now it's just a matter of getting that cardio righteous, man. Because the way y'all
Yeah, gotta
talking and
knock that
talking,
rust off. That's all it is.
the way y'all barking on each other, y'all gonna get in there and try, oh,
Well,
FaceTime
see,
me or
that's the
motherfuckers.
thing. Most of
Hey,
This
my
is
wait,
easy.
fights
This
wait,
is
been
gonna
wait.
be
in the
Are y'all,
easy
street.
y'all
work,
gonna
bro.
do
I
y'all gonna do
promise
Most
you.
bare
of my
knuckle? Or
fights
y'all
Easy
gonna
been in
put
the
the
work.
street.
gloves on? Y'all gonna do bare
Say that
knuckle?
again,
Put the gloves
Pablo.
on?
What you say,
This is
Pablo?
gonna be easy work.
No, no. Are y'all gonna do
Pablo has
bare
a
knuckle
question.
or y'all gonna put the
Pablo.
gloves on?
Nah,
You
Of
let them
course.
go.
I mean, no, we
It
putting
could go
gloves on.
either
We
way.
strictly
It could
boxing.
go either
No,
way,
no,
but he's
listen,
staying
we
boxing.
boxing, bro.
He's staying
We
boxing.
boxing.
Yeah, we're
We not
gonna
trying to
have him
kill
put the
each
gloves
other.
on.
Niggas is trying to go to work and no, we gonna be gentlemen and we gonna put them gloves on.
Nice,
All right, all right,
nice,
All
nice.
right, now Preem, hold on. I got to go to my brother, Coach
Yes,
Preem.
yes,
Coach
sir.
Preem, please give me your advice to Solidus and Park Street. These guys are about
I,
to lace them up. We're gonna set up the gym in Philly. We're gonna make it happen. I know Philly's not a long drive from you. I know you can make that happen.
I can make that.
And Preem, what advice do you give them to prepare for this fight?
Listen, this what I'm gonna say. My man Park Street, when you get in that ring, all you gotta do some head movement, movement, a little bit of pivot. Make sure you pace yourself because he sounds like a big dude, so it sounds like he's gonna get tired
My
before anything.
favorite.
So all you gotta do is listen, just keep head movement, keep a good pace. Solidus, coming for you. I think you should work on a little bit of cardio. Make sure when you're in there, stand straight up. Try to slip some jabs and don't let that emotion get the best of you. Because if you fight mad, you'll get tired in 2 seconds.
And,
All right?
and
What
Solidus,
weight class
Solidus,
is that?
there
What
is
weight
one
class
more
is this
question.
at?
Hold on. There is one more question, Solidus. How much do you weigh?
197.
Still 195.
Oh, okay.
195.
Oh yeah, shit. Y'all cruiserweights, man.
It's a young buck, yeah.
No,
He
that's
light.
his weight. That's his weight.
Nah, I'm
I'm only
fucking with y'all, man. I'm
185.
fucking with y'all.
Oh,
But I'm
that's
trying to
good.
tell you, I specialize in customer service. I can tell by the way he talking. I know the size and everything. That shit don't mean nothing to me.
So he's a desk
Like this shit
jockey.
has literally been recorded.
Solid is,
Me
hey
calling
man, you
these dudes
surprised.
out.
Solid is, you surprised the shit out of me today, bro. You've been getting agitated the last 2 lives, man. You've been but calm all the other lives since February when you start coming on here. Why is that, bro? Why you so mad
Listen,
now?
you know what
Who
else
did this to
too?
you?
You know what else too? Because I dictated that last live that we had on, that we was on an hour after Nuke ended, and you see how peaceful that went because I dictated that shit.
Mm.
Oh
You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying? When you let goofy
Wow.
shit run
Yep.
on and you let niggas get emotional and you
I,
don't shut that shit down immediately, you get Nuke's lives. And when you get some shit like me shutting that shit down and muting
I'm
niggas and telling niggas to shut the fuck up,
emotional.
shit,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? We all got our shit off. We all talked. We disagreed. We laughed. We agreed. We disagreed. And we was on for an hour, hour and a half after the live ended. That was
yeah.
one of the best conversations we had on the live. And I'm pissed that it wasn't recorded. And Clavo, make sure you start screen recording too, because that would have been great context to add for today's show. Because a lot of what
Yeah.
we talked about last night was kind of similar to what I was talking about today. Aside
Oh,
from the Juicy Eddie.
Solidus. I don't think Ashley's gonna like it that you're pushing her aside.
Yeah.
And just to
Like I
remind you,
said, good luck. Good luck in good luck
Solidus,
in Philadelphia.
I'm gonna give you. The Ricardo Mayorga used to smoke before fights and after fights and beat
I can
after.
barely hear who's talking. I can't hear him.
Oh, that's round one. Round one. We can't hear you. Round 105. We can't hear you, that boy.
You sound muffled, bro.
Wow,
Yeah,
Ron, you sound like you're selling oranges on the highway. What the hell's going on with you?
That's fucked up.
He's selling oranges on the highway.
Park for a minute.
All right, so
But listen, all I got, you could do a Google search of me. Listen, I grew up with 2 parents in the household. I grew up with a stepfather, a father, marriage, 80% of my family, straight A student. But guess what? I'm not ducking no smoke. You don't got to be a tough guy to turn down no smoke. You don't got to be a
Hey,
tough
did
guy to turn down no
hey,
smoke.
did any? I'm gonna be honest. Let me change the topic just 2 seconds. Did you guys see the fucking fight? Devin Haney bodyguards and beating up on Brian Norman Jr. and the pops
Nah,
His
when was it? Look
bodyguards
that up.
hit Brian Norman Jr.
and the pops. Pulled his shirt off and all that. Was shoving them,
Oh
swinging on
no.
them. This shit was crazy.
Where was this at?
It just happened, bro.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go look that up.
Check it out on video. It
Hey,
was a
that's going to
quick
sell the fight
squabble.
even more.
A quick squabble. I think he stepped to Devin Haney, said something to him. They pushed each other. That bodyguard, bitch ass bodyguard, got in and swamped this bodyguard I've ever seen in my earth. And that guy got in, and then they were pushing on his father. Hell no, I can't go out like that, man. I'll tell you, when I'm in boxing, anybody touch me, I'm breaking their fingers. It's over.
But see,
It's
that's the
over.
thing. Bill got to back up what he be talking about because
Bill
Bill runs
wasn't
God
his
even here, I
mouth.
damn.
think. Yeah, he
A
wasn't even
lot of the
there.
shit that Devin Haney gets in is not because of Devin Haney. It's
Nah,
because
it's
of his
not. It's
father.
all Bill.
So yeah, it's about time somebody checked him. Shut the fuck up and let your son speak for himself. Let your son be his own man. Your
Hey,
son
can
don't
you
Devin
guys
need
hear
you
me
to
Haney,
now?
defend him because
Bro,
you're
that's
not in
exactly
that
what the
ring.
fuck I'm talking about, bro. I'm tired of all these fucking boxing dads. David's dad, Tio's
Hmm.
dad, Devin's dad,
Angel.
fucking Schofield's dad, bro. All these fucking fathers, bro, they all speaking for their kids. They living off their kids' names. That's just
yep,
getting on my
Hmm.
damn nerves
yep.
already. You know, let y'all's kids fight. Let y'all's kids take it out in the ring. Let them duke it out
Hmm.
there, bro. That shit getting
Yep.
annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys
The
hear
only
me?
thing
One
I'm
thing
the
that I
only
can
thing
give
the only
credit
time
though
I'm
to
gonna be running
Tio's
my
dad.
mouth is gonna be for Nike, Gatorade, you know what I'm saying, Kellogg's, all that shit. Just for my son, sponsor him. That's all I'm
Hey,
gonna
wait,
do.
wait. Can you guys hear me
But at
now?
least
Yeah,
Tio's
we're
dad
you.
reached out to other
Okay, cool.
trainers to assist with the training of his son. All of these other fathers haven't done that.
Right.
They're limiting the cap on their sons because they get their sons here to the championship level, but they can't take them past that. So
Right.
instead of them taking their ego out of it and saying, "Hey, I need help," like Tio's dad. Now, unfortunately, it didn't work out because of the timing. He had the same fight on the weekend of Canelo, which is that's a conflict of interest. So Tio took it
hmm
personal instead of looking at it as a business aspect, and that's what I'm saying. These
Well, I'm
dudes
not
be
gonna do
so
what I'm not gonna do. What I'm
emotional.
not gonna do is once I get him to championship level, I'm not gonna get him Eddie Reynoso because I don't need my son juiced up. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do is
Damn.
what I'm gonna do
Juicy.
is get somebody else that's
We
good.
gotta
You
stop.
know what I'm saying? Get a
We gotta
couple of
stop
guards
coming
like
at
you know what I'm
Canelo
saying
for
that,
that. You
that
know what
fight
I'm
good.
saying?
I
Because
can't do
Canelo got pop once
Ray
for
Reynoso right
clenbuterol.
now.
It's not a steroid. It's not performance enhancing. It's to lose
I
weight.
need
And
my
then when they
son
did the
juiced
hair
up.
follicle test, it came back negative multiple times. So he's been clear. He's a fighter. He's not a trainer. He's not a nutritionist. Why do everybody keep trying to say Nalo?
Everybody,
Hey,
And
hey,
then
I
the,
Canelo
and
gotta,
is
the
good. I'm
reason,
I
talking
gotta,
about the
I
other
gotta, I
niggas.
gotta get ready to, I gotta get ready to head to the gym my damn self. Yo, Park, send me that footage. I just threw my
Jim,
email
Jim,
down
Jim,
there.
Jim, Jim.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm gonna
Yes,
send it
sir.
again. I'm gonna send it
Send
right
that
now.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna
over.
send it
Send that
let me
right
over
say
now.
right
something.
now.
Still, before you leave, still.
Yeah, I got to get back to work too myself.
Nah,
David Benavidez has been in for a while in boxing for a long time, and Rolly Romero's been there shorter time,
I
and
knew
is a
you was finna.
three
I'm
world
out.
champion.
Man,
You know what I
I
mean?
knew
So
you was
take
finna
that
say I'm
Rolly's
right
out.
better
there.
than
I'm
Rolly's
out.
Take that
better than
right there,
David.
yo.
Rolly's better than David.
Hey,
fucking
Rolly's
we
better
free,
than
gotta
bro.
have an
David.
all access, guys. We
Rolly's more
gotta have an all
accomplished than David.
access.
Rolly has a better resume than David. He fought Ryan Garcia and he fought Tank.
That's so sad.
Hey,
That's
Park,
diabolical.
Park. Are we gonna have an all access narrated by Clavo?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah, Cabo, I'll
Listen,
be watching your stuff too. That should be fire.
Clavo, Preem, and Nuke. Those are going to be the they're going to be the announcers. You know what I'm saying? You're
Oh,
going to be
hell yeah.
Mike Kellerman. You know
Don't
what I'm
worry, but I'm
saying?
gonna be in your
Eddie
corner. I'm
Atlas.
gonna be
Nah,
listen.
hell no, I
I'm gonna
can't
be
stand
in your
Eddie. Let me
corner.
take
I'm a
that back.
crazy analyst, man. One thing
He's
I'll
a
tell you right
wrecking
now, I'm a master
machine.
in analysis, man. I got you.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait.
I
But listen,
got
I
you.
got to get back to work. You know, I love y'all family. Keep it real. Solid as you the
Salute
pussy. I
Park.
All
can't wait to
right,
see
my
you in that
brothers, be
ring.
safe. I'm about to
Game
be out
time.
of here too, man.
Salute Park. Salute Park. Before we get out of here, the Gooch says Mirage subscriber update is 256. Laughing my fucking
Damn.
ass off.
Oh man, my Raj
That's
is a
fucked up.
bozo anyway.
JMA says I'm 5'7" and have dropped 6 footers. My dad is 5'2" and have dropped 6 footers. So it's not impossible. I don't think the height is what makes it impossible.
The hot
It's
side.
just that if he was just a massive guy over a small guy, just seem would just be a massive weight difference. But if both of these guys are in shape, both of them are used to fighting, it's gonna be a real fight.
Yeah.
We'll see. Y'all gotta let me know because I am showing
We'll
up
see.
in Philly ASAP.
Oh man, Solid. You got any last thing to say before we get out of here, man?
No. When that time comes, I'll be victorious. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
I
Solid
gotta.
is trying.
I can't believe you got here, Solid. You was always so calm.
It's crazy, yo.
Look, man.
Hey,
Solid
I
is.
gotta.
Are you guys gonna film that shit, man, and put it
I'm gonna
Listen, we
I'm
can
gonna
film.
go to
I just want
Philadelphia and
after
film
that
it.
we all get a couple of drinks after that shit, all right?
Man, look,
Hey,
man. Somebody's
I
gonna
got
be
a
I
bone
fucked
to
don't be
up.
pick with
hanging with
Nuke
no
though. Before
enemies.
we leave.
Look, man.
Before we leave, I
I'm
gotta.
just saying. Somebody's gonna have a fat lip and busted eye. They're not gonna be trying to have no drinks. They're gonna be in the emergency room.
Hey, Nuke. I got a bone to pick with you before we leave.
You got a
Yeah.
what?
So I got a bone to pick with Nuke. Why is he asking Mirage top five fighters when all he knows is David, 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 David?
That's all Garage knows. Garage only knows 5 good fighters. David. That's Garage.
And look,
My
and
man
I just
Garage.
want to say this
You
for
don't
the
know
Because he
record. I
spits
want to
hot
say this for
bars.
the
You don't know
record.
anything at all.
Hold on. I
So I'm
just want to
still
say
one
this
up
for the
on you.
record. I know Solidus gets a lot of hate on the channel sometimes, but sometimes he bring that shit upon himself. All that being said, Solidus by far is much more knowledgeable than Mirage and Ashley Knuckles because he knows
Of
about
course.
everybody in boxing. He knows about everybody
Oh,
from Devin
definitely.
Haney to all these other weight class to Anui. These guys don't even talk about other fighters. They only focused on David. So I got to give you a
Yeah.
credit, Solidus. You know a lot more than those
Yeah.
two guys.
You
No
guys think
credit.
Zerto's more skilled than Benavidez, and you're trying
Oh
to
my
lecture
God,
about knowing
He
boxing?
is.
Are you fucking
He is.
serious?
he is.
He is.
He is. Yeah. You just proved my point again. You
Yes,
You
exposed
bro.
yourself.
stupid. So
Anybody who thinks Zerto's more skilled, that's Sasquatch.
David fucking
He's
has
slow.
beaten.
He's
Are you
basic.
David has,
yeah.
He's
bro.
better than
David's only got
David.
one world
You're a
champion, Anthony
clowncher.
Terrell.
Oh,
You
please,
Bro,
are a
man. Do
David's
clowncher.
only
not
got one
entertain this
champion,
man.
Anthony Terrell. Zerto has
David can.
Gulam
David, you
Arian.
understand how
He has
David's on
uh,
another level.
Chris
David's
Phillip
on another
Smith
Hey,
level
and
to
Arthur
Zerto.
Abraham.
here's the thing. We should
You
start
start
calling
talking
Mirage.
about Arthur Abraham like that's somebody who's way past
Garage.
his time.
It's in his
He's a
We
two.
garage.
gotta
He
start.
was a two
It's always
division world
opening his
champion at the
fucking
time.
mouth
Dumb
wide.
Who
fuck.
gives a shit? He was fucking
We,
it
we,
was
we gotta start
past
calling
it.
Mirage Dylan.
His
Dylon,
name is
Dylon,
Garage.
Dylon,
Fucking
Dylon.
Zerd. Oh, he
Basuda.
pivots. Oh, he
Garbage.
pivots. Who told you that? Fucking Ring IQ told you that, and you
I'm gonna
repeat it
start
every
calling him
No,
fucking
bitch, you
Basuda.
can
stream.
actually see
Oh,
it
he
if you
can
fucking watch
pivot.
boxing.
He
If you
can
know anything
pivot.
about footwork,
What,
which you
Andre
don't,
can't
which
pivot?
you fucking don't, you should be
Gosling
able to see it on your
can't
don't.
pivot?
You should be able to see
Morrell
it on your
doesn't
own.
pivot?
Whoa. Listen, Club, I think he
Caleb
does know
Plant doesn't
footwork. You know
pivot?
why?
They don't
But
pivot.
when he
Only
starts chasing them
Zerto.
kangaroos so he could
Zerto
cook
knows
it,
how to
he knows
pivot.
footwork.
No,
Get
dude,
your
Mirage
fuck out
said
of here,
footwork
man.
is ducking and
They're
slipping
hopping.
punches. That's
David,
footwork for
David.
him.
Oh my God, it's
Mirage
embarrassing
ain't
even
gonna
trying to
run away. He
compare
gonna
those
be
two
hopping. He
fighters.
gonna be
You
trying
should
to
be
hop
Yeah,
ashamed of
away.
yourself.
Mirage, you're the one that said that footwork was ducking and slipping punches. When that's head movement, you
I
That's
didn't
head
say
fucking
it
ass.
You
was.
movement,
fucking
I
bozo.
said
idiot.
it was. I said it was avoiding punches by getting out of range. That's what I said. But whatever.
No, you didn't,
No, you
asshole.
didn't, bro.
Mm,
No, you didn't. It's you
cool.
already got recorded on that,
Hey,
bozo.
keep
Hey,
pumping
hey,
up
Mirage.
Zerto. When David moves up there and styles on him, we'll talk. All right.
Hey, you're gonna get starched by Zudo. Stop that.
All
Stop
right.
that. You
Yeah,
know that.
Bro,
I don't see
look,
him winning.
all I know is Zerto has fought more world champions than fucking David has.
Has
For
he?
That's all the
Is
real.
that
fuck
even
I
true?
know.
Is that even true?
That is true.
That's
He's
true,
the
How
bro.
many?
fucking
How many?
unified
For
champion right now,
real.
idiot.
How many has he fought?
3 already. He's got 3
More
more
than
than fucking
David
David
do.
does.
And one
Oh,
last
you
thing
mean
before we
current world
hold
champion?
on, before we get out of here, Serrano Taylor tomorrow. Who you guys got?
I got Taylor, aka Canelo. Look at that neck.
Yo, I got Serrano. You see how Serrano looked in the weigh-in? I'm
I'm
going with
rolling with
Serrano,
Serrano
bro.
too. I'm rolling
No,
with
I gotta go with
Serrano too.
Serrano. That's a good fight though,
Hey,
Serrano
Casey
though.
Taylor gonna take it, bro. Good, bro.
Yo, you know why? You know why I'm rolling for Serrano this time?
Hey,
Because
is
this
that?
time she knows to get her head out the way. Because motherfucking Taylor, aka the Juggernaut, she headbutts you 20 fucking times around. So it
I'm
is what it
rocking with
is.
Preem on this. I'm rocking with
What
Preem.
is
I'm
this?
going with Serrano.
I'm going to
140
Serrano.
pound bout or something? What is
Bro,
this?
I know
bro,
she listen. She
140
goes to
pound
the
bout?
gym that we go to. She show love over here at Boxing Ortiz. Listen, Katie, no, nothing. I got love for you and all that shit, but I'm gonna go with Serrano on this one. No,
Hey, what about Berlanga versus Shiraz?
I'm going for Belonga. Let's go. Did you see him?
I gotta go with
you know,
Shiraz, dude.
Belanga's a big boy. He gonna starch that dude, yo.
I don't know. I
Dude, have
I
you
kind of
seen
lean
Shiraz?
towards
He's way
I
Shiraz.
know
bigger. Didn't
Trez
you
is
see the
big,
face-off?
but
Shiraz is way
He's
bigger than
taller.
Palanga.
He's taller. He's not
Shiraz,
big or
he's
listen,
anything.
not like
he's
big,
taller and
big,
all that, but he's like more like slim stat.
slimmer.
He's not.
Yeah, he's a
Nah,
little
he gonna
He's
slimmer.
a
get
little
knocked the
slim
fuck
Jim
out.
though. But I don't know. I gotta go with Shiraz.
I got him
Oh,
jabbing
that's all right.
Palanga's
Good. Go
fucking
with the
face
All right.
off.
Shiraz.
And
Jab
now I got a
Palanga's face
question
off.
for Clavo before we leave. Clavo, who's the dumbest guy on the panel? Is it Mirage or Ashy?
bro, it's fucking Mirage, bro. Simple. That ain't hard to fucking tell at all.
I'm
The
gonna put
contradiction
50-50.
king. The
I'm gonna put
contradiction
50-50.
queen. Fucking
No,
Arnold
wrong answer.
Schwarzenegger's nephew. Yo, oh, my
You,
Mirage, you look like David
you're the
Benavidez.
Dumbo. You're the Dumbo.
You a stupid motherfucker, bro. That's why nobody wants you on no panel, bro. You get kicked out everywhere. Nobody
I don't know
respects
why they let
you.
him in.
Nobody got respect for you. I would, but you too
Okay,
stupid,
according to who?
bro. I feel
According
like
to the fucking
I
clown
feel like
shows?
the best parts of you. I feel like the best
According to
parts
the
of you.
clown show?
No, I feel like the best parts of you ran down your mama's ass crack when you were being conceived.
Damn.
Yep, that was the
Damn.
best
That
part.
was the coldest shit I've ever heard. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
cold.
my brother V says, trainer supreme, cutman, hit kid, referee Clavo, and I guess I'll be the cameraman. Let's get
You
Hey,
damn
I
right. You
wanna.
better be recording that shit live.
Hey,
it.
I wanna be the opener. I wanna fight Hit Kid. 2 fat kids going at it.
He said
Nah,
it
bro,
too.
that's fucked off.
No,
Nah,
I'm
nah,
fat,
my man. You
man.
get
no.
listen. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Anybody want to fight Andy Milonakis is gonna have to see me.
Nah, I
All
love
right,
Hit
fellas.
Kid.
We're out of here. Salute to everybody. We'll see
Later.
you after the fights.
Nuke.
All
Salute.
right, man. Fuck you,
One love.
Mirage.
Yeah, Clavo, you're a
And oh,
chump.
one
Yeah,
more time.
Mirage,
Suck
you
Fuck
my
bitch
cock,
Mirage.
ass
Mirage.
nigga.
Fraud.
Fuck Mirage.